No jump scare today. We're going to be getting right into the business. So let me go ahead and pull up the game. And we have our first round opponent already, which is certainly very exciting. We're going to be getting this party started. All right, so that can get out of here. Is that going to be bugging out? Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Got a weird graphic bug on the old computer right now. Maybe I need to restart real quick just to get out of here so I don't have to deal with this the whole time. Let me see if I can make it happen. All right. So let's close those down. Is that going to do anything? Curse the Baggins, man. Yeah, I'm getting a weird graphic bug on my computer right now, so I think I might need to do a quick restart. We'll have to see. Let me see if I can do anything with the task manager. Yeah, this is like weird. I can't get rid of this strange screenshot thing. All right, guys, just give me a second. We're going to get started in just a moment. I might need to do a quick restart, which shouldn't take more than a minute. It should be pretty quick. But let me see if I can fix it in the task manager real quick. Yeah, welcome. Just getting started. It's going to be fun. It's going to be quite a bit of fun. And all right, let's see what I can do here. Okay. Can I figure out this witchcraft? Did that do it? No, it did not. Okay. So I know you guys can't see it, but it's affecting my screen. So I'm going to... All right, I think we're all good now. Got the old Haggard Beastman backdrop there. That's pretty funny. All right, post them under my post. All right, so we got our first round opponent. Thank you guys for joining. That did fix the problem, so we're all set. Yo. Let's go ahead and play. I believe we're playing the Grudge Goose. So let's set this up. Turin, and round one we're playing Empire. So I've got a pretty good range of factions tonight. We'll go over them in just a minute. It's Empire, Greenskin, Skaven, Khorne, Chaos Dwarves, and Warriors of Chaos are going to be our factions that we're playing out tonight. Oh, God. Do we really have an Empire mirror match in round one? Come on, dude. Why you got to do me dirty like this? Oh, of course. All right, I think we do indeed have an Empire mirror match in round one, which is funny. All right, so that's been sent, and let's see what the rock is cooking. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Pulling up Total Tavern. Everybody should have their opponents now. Let the crumping begin. Yes, indeed. What do I think of Grand Cathay? They're decent. It's not I don't like playing them, honestly. I really have to be into the flavor of a faction to want to play them, you know. And for Grand Cathay, it just doesn't tickle my pickle. So we legit have an Empire mirror match, which is pretty hilarious. I haven't played this in a while, but we're gonna try and figure out how this is played. All right, so Wookiees here is our army blocker, looking good. Let's have some fun. The Carl Franz doppelganger meme? Yeah, there'll be a little bit of that for sure. All right, so that's going to be it for the front line, I'm thinking. Yeah, artillery is obviously a thing. You know, you can do that. There's so many ways to go about this matchup. I'm really not sure what the optimal way is. I'm not sure. Pick 6 factions, use a wheel of randomness for each faction. I could do that. Maybe for a future stream. That could be actually quite a bit of fun. Destroy the Empire Rebels, yeah. Yeah, that's round one. We're destroying the rebellion, right? Or trying to, at least. My opponent's a good player, so it's not going to be an easy win by any stretch. That is for sure. So how would the Empire beat itself? I mean, there is a bit of a build roulette here, I'm sure. You know, like who's going to come up with the right style and everything. And yeah, use the Empire's greatest weakness, bureaucracy. Certainly not a bad idea. Certainly not a bad idea. All right, so we got this. And, all right, I think I like this style. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good. I have some weird ideas about this, that is for sure. So lore choices, who do you want here in this matchup even? I mean, man, there's so many viable ones. Toddy's obviously probably pretty good. The Toadbringer, I feel like he's going to be impactful in a lot of situations. Although arguably going wider could be very effective too. You know, like going cheap and going very wide. Yeah, not a bad idea. All right, so that's fine. How much gold does that cost? Pretty much nothing. Now we need to get our wizard, our Harry Potter out here. Get a little wizardry. Take him up to Hogwarts. And yeah, figure it out. T-Rex, dude, thank you. That's an uber generous donation, bud. Enjoying the Pick 6 format. Happy New Year's, you haggard animal. Hey, thank you, man. And it's gonna keep being fun. We're not going anywhere. All right. So I dig that. I think that's gonna be fine. A Burning Headcaster is also very viable in this matchup. Like using that to punish, I think is incredibly strong. A couple of Pistoliers I think are warranted, although are they really that good against the Empire? I mean, Pistoliers will give you the advantage on the objectives, but they're also not like the best at the fight. Dude, T-Rex, man, thank you. Another stream of donating just for that meme and Archivish. Oh god, dude, that's I don't want to lose, you know. I actually want to try and win. And the Luminarch is just kind of asking to get wrecked, you know. It's just rough. So I don't know how I feel about that. Let me think if I can find a way to incorporate it. Starting with the mirror match, are Witch Hunters? Yeah, Witch Hunters are actually okay in some matchups because they're just armor-piercing, you know, shooters on the ground that are pretty cheap, like bare bones. They're like 600 or something, so that's not a terrible investment. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad at all. All right, so you're definitely gonna want 2 of those in this matchup, 100%. And aside from this, who else are we gonna be rocking? And we could get you. This actually seems kind of like a cool build. I'm sort of liking it so far. All right, so with the Lord choice, we can do... Oh, this build's going to be so badass, dude. You guys are going to love it. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to look really cool while we do it. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is cool as hell. Definitely getting mad style points for it out of the gates here. All right. Outriders are interesting, too. Arguably could be better with their range. Although the Pistoliers, what can they really bring to the table? I don't know. Not a whole lot, to be honest. Not a whole lot, in my humble opinion. Okay, so next up, we got about 500 Gs left. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Great, and we can throw in one more unit here. Let's go ahead and get this. All right. So we're going to have to see how this is going to work out. Empire Knight's probably decent. Demogryph Knight Halberd might not be a bad idea as like a Cav Sweeper. But I think just baseline Empire Knights are going to be your go-to, probably. They're going to be your best friends. Artillery is an interesting option. You know, the artillery, if you go too hard in arty, you might just lose out on objectives is my only concern, you know? You might just have a bad time. Demi Rush calling it now. Ooh, look at that. All right, that's a good guess. It's a fun little guess there. All right. So these guys are at the ready, General. And then, what else are we going to be rocking, huh? Yeah, these characters. I have a cool range of characters, though, guys. You're going to love it. A lot of rock, paper, scissors in this. It's kind of like, yeah. I feel like one build is just going to like be very effective against another, and there will be a lot of, not RNG per se, but yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. All right, are we ready? This build is super badass. It's got huge style on it. It's got huge style. All right, let's see if we can make it work. I'm not confident, but I'm not like unhappy either. I've never tried this kind of composition of units per se. Franz diving. No, Franz is you probably don't want to go with Franz. Franz is gonna just probably be shot to pieces in this matchup, I think. Would be my guess. If I was a wagering lad, I would say that old Franz dog is gonna have some problems. All right, so let's get you. And then we want to cut one of you guys as well. Although, I think a couple of those don't hurt. Get this. And we can also get another one of these. Great. So that's 2 of those. And, yeah, grenade launcher is going to hurt pretty bad. But, I mean, I should have ample answers for the grenades, I'm thinking. Yeah, there you go. All right, good luck, have fun. Let's see what the hell happens. I have no idea how this is going to unfold, man. Is dual steam tanks? Double steam tank. I don't even think you can bring 2, but steam tanks wouldn't be that good, in my opinion, in the Empire Mirror. Like a single cannon just going to punish him so hard. Yeah. The Green Knight can be... Do you think the Green Knight and cannon can beat Scarbrand? Ooh, that's a tough choice. I mean, they're both... The problem with demons when you get into like lore discussions is demons are always like given the disadvantage because even though they're just arguably way more powerful, it's... They have the plot armor of being able to respawn in the warp, so they don't have to like Games Workshop doesn't have to like kill a main character off. Although Green Knight has that same plot armor because he's basically like a demon. Did I mention my 6 factions? Yeah, so we have Empire, Skaven, Greenskins, Warriors of Chaos, Chaos Dwarves, and I forget the other one. We'll take a look in a minute. All right, so we're going, we're taking our opponent potentially to the realm of Hochland. We're going to see, but check this out. The Archlector, baby. Oh, yeah, and Felix Jaeger. That's going to be so freaking cool. I'm so excited for this already. Okay, so we got a State Trooper battle line, but Felix Jaeger and the Archlector are going to be leading the charge, which I think is very, very flavorful. We're going to do this, park you on the home objective there. We've got the Hochland long rifles with a netcaster, because if you're going to be going long rifle, you're going to want to be able to control the battlefield a little bit. So to me, having a netcaster is pretty much a staple there. All right, so we're going to take you guys up through the woods, see if we can get our opponent's home objective. If not, it's no big deal. You like it. You like it, you dirty dogs. Yeah, so we're going to be trying to use the Archlector with the Wrath of Sigmar, the Grand Soulfire. I don't know how it's going to go. Win or lose, we're having fun tonight. So, all right, good luck, have fun to my opponent, see what the rock is cooking. And the one thing I'm afraid of is mass artillery, actually. Like, that, if he goes mass arty, I could be in danger. No, Beastman, I don't really play Beastman too much. It's not just a Warrior Priest, it's an Archlector of Sigmar. Put some respect on the name. Look how cool he looks. They're the coolest looking characters, I swear. All right, Balthazar Gelt's going to be on the other side. Cool. I love it. All right, so let's get you over there, get you guys up here, and let's see what they're cooking here. So it's going to be the Hammer of the Witches, and it looks like there are some Hochland long rifles. Okay, a little bit more of a combined arms army there. Okay. And then we get the Pistoliers coming out of the trees, so we're going to get the long rifles moving over there, and you moving over there with the Light Wizard to run interference as well. So we both steal each other's home objective, which is pretty funny. The classic tactics, and these are going to be Pistoliers, so we want to get you shooting there, you shooting there. And first things first, we're going to call out some Empire Knights just to run interference and make sure nothing bad happens in my backfield. All right, so yeah, the Hochlands will be in range to shoot here. We could net one down if we want to. Wouldn't be like the worst idea, but I think we're going to abstain from that for now. All right, so let's get back into the trees. Pull back. What kind of units are these? These are Spearmen with Shields. Okay, so we don't want to mess with them too much. And we're just going to kind of continue advancing up. The Hochlands were able to get some good firepower on them. And there we go. All right, so the Hochland long rifles need to zero in, zero in, zero in, and zero in here. And cool, we're going to get this objective back and should be chilling here relatively soon. As a matter of fact, we can bring you across. All right, so the Empire weapons here. We get some nice firepower. Balthazar Gelt's better watch out. If he tries to fly into my backfield, he's going to get netted and pay the troll toll for sure. We'll call some of these guys in. And I'm tempted to call in another handgunner as well. Against my opponent's army, what do we got? The cannons and all sorts of funny business. So we get a big Outrider salvo, and then we just retreat back towards our Hochland long rifles, and we're going to be A-okay because he's going to eat a ton of firepower in the process. So we're going to pull them back, and the Pistoliers are eating it. We're definitely winning the skirmish trade. Balthazar has, yeah, the classic spells. We're going to get that objective back, and all is good. So we should be able to secure the middle here. I'm thinking we're going to be fine because we do have the melee advantage, actually, which is really quite good. Hochland long rifles, let's go ahead and keep them spread out a little bit. And, yeah, we just kind of keep shooting here and use our Outriders to get the work done. All right, so you guys scoot up. We are subject to running into final transmutation issues, so we got to watch out for that. And we're going to call one Pistolier and maybe think about some spec ops operations with them. Not 100% sold on it yet, but we're going to see what happens. All right, so let's go here, and we're going to fan out like so to try and avoid the punishment. Thankfully, those characters have healing, and they're dirt cheap, so it doesn't really matter. So we're only going to get Felix punished really bad by that. The Archlector should be fine. All right. So the Hochlands, yeah, we need to just kind of keep our options open. Let's keep shooting these Outriders. And the Hochland long rifles are now going to be in combat. Felix Jaeger does heal in combat, so we should be chilling. We're going to move you back into the trees there. All right, so Empire Knights just park between these two units. And yeah, you can see the Soulfire Bombardment actually does some really nice damage. All right, so we have the Pistoliers. We want to shoot them, and you guys shoot the Pistoliers as well. And now what we can call in is going to be some Greatswords. So super, super awesome. They'll help us win the infantry fight. Outriders just chilling out, and we are getting a lot of damage, and we do have some, oh, there's some shenanigans in the woods, so we better pull back, and let's get another Greatsword, because I don't want to call the Greatswords in later, you know. That's for sure the case. Hochland should be doing good. Let's shoot on the outside here, and yep, they are shooting, and we have the Empire Knights to run interference. The Archlector and Felix. Felix is healing pretty effectively, and now we have the Empire Knights coming on the outside here, so this is exactly what we expected to happen. And we're going to go ahead and screen them and get our netcaster ready and hopefully be able to run some interference here. All right, so let's get these Spearmen back here. And which one do we net down first? That is the question. All right, so let's net you down, pull you back. And how do we do this? I think we do this here and get those guys netted down. And then we get you and have you guys crossfire here and shoot these guys down and get these Empire Knights to run interference there. And that's going to be our best bet. All right, so Flagellants and Company can keep running. I do get a little bit sloppy with these units. I don't even know what's shooting them. I think it's the cannon. Yeah, So that's a pretty good net right there. That's pretty money. All right, so we're going to keep shooting like so. And the rest of the range is going to be tricky, but we should have another net coming off cooldown soonish. All right, so in the meantime, let's get back on the objectives, get the flagellants to continue fighting. Spearmen are here to run interference. You guys can do a little bit of shooting here as well. And let's do this. And you shoot these guys down. Spearmen to run interference there. And we could just sacrifice some of these guys, yeah, on the charge. I think it's going to be fine. All right, so the Pistoliers, we can pull them into the woods and maybe thinking about getting some funny business going. Let's pull up. And yeah, we do manage to block up the Empire Knights pretty good. It looks like we are going to be in okay shape. But those freaking cannons are doing a lot of work against us, which is scary. But Felix and company are hanging in there. And yeah, it's going okay. All right, so Pistoliers, you guys need to get back in the woods here. Hawk and Long Rifles have survived, which is outstanding. And you, Outriders, can run down there and just kind of threaten randomly, which is going to be fine. And now the Long Rifles are back in business, so let's start shooting here, shoot here, and see what else we want to do. All right, so we can start pushing into the Long Rifles here, actually, with our Infantry Corps, because we have much better infantry. So I think we're going to be able to do some havoc, and you guys can kind of squeak around this side there. Looking good. Calling some Empire Knights as well. We were able to screen out the backfield. The Empire Civil War continues, which is great. And you guys shoot the Pistoliers. Empire Knights are almost here. We got the Spearmen moving up, but the Archlector, hopefully he's going to be able to lead the charge there and break through that position. So let's get these Empire Knights. Yeah, you guys squeak up this way. You guys move into this, and let's go ahead and use our bombardment there. All right. So how are we looking on this side? We're looking all right. Let's run away with this guy. We don't want any of that funny business. And looks like the Hawk and Long Rifles were able to stabilize, which is great. So let's get in range and start shooting here against our opponent. You guys come around the back and get on this, and you guys go up that way. Great. So I think we're all right. We should have silver bullets making their way in, and these Hawk and Long Rifles have come back online, so we can start shooting here. And now we need to start pressing in here and getting a little bit crunk nasty on some of the artillery and whatnot. Okay, so we do get silver bullets. We're going to just engage here and basically just suffer. Let's get these Pistoliers back. Some of the Hawklands here, unfortunately, did get caught up, so we need to provide a little bit of utility crossfire there. Let's shoot and let's shoot. And we have our Wizard. What do we want to do with the Wizard? What options do we have? Tough choices. All right, Empire Knights need to come out. We have another Empire Knight sitting at the ready. And we have been able to push through, sort of. Yeah, those silver bullet call-ins were very, very good. We are down on value, but we are holding the objectives for now, which is tough. Great swords move in. All we need to do is get a little bit of penetration here, and we should be all right. The Archlector is trying his best, but the gun line here is very, very nice for my opponent. All right, silver bullets move up. Actually, you guys just waste these guys. These great swords can start waddling up this way. And now we can move back up this way again and get you guys to start scooting up and putting some pressure on his gun line. Yeah, we just need to find a way in there if we can. It's very, very tricky. You know, it's super hard to dive enemy backfields with Empire. But yeah, the Archlector and Felix are still doing work. They're chopping through the front line. We're going to get these guys back a little bit. We need to get our Hawklands online and close the distance here and get like in range of that cannon. That would be the dream team here. So let's run to the back corner, see if we could do a bit of a distraction here. Move you guys up. And all right, so now we can reroute. Let's get you over here as well. The Archlector and company, we need to get our foot characters like right up on their business. Yeah, so let's see if we can. Great swords, unfortunately, getting shot pretty bad. We're going to go shut down this mortar team. That's going to be nice. And on the top side, I guess we just go for the Hammer of the Witches and just hope. Yeah, the great swords are really eating it, but hopefully our Hawklands can close the distance and start doing some real damage here. That would be nice. All right, so let's shoot you guys. Yeah, looking good. The Empire Knights are going to run in, and we're going to try and get a little charge here. A lot of his units are slightly out of position, so there's an opportunity here to maybe bowling pin quite a bit of stuff. All right, so let's get you in there. And you guys continue charging through onto the silver bullets here, which is going to be good. Let's call in some more handgunners, get them in position to start waddling up. And you guys waddle, and you guys come out here. All right, so yeah, this is good. This is where the battle can start to turn around a little bit. Once we're able to shut down a lot of this stuff, we can use a... Do we want to use anything here? I think we just net down the Empire Heavy Cav. Yeah, we can net down these grenade launchers. I don't know if we're going to be able to close the distance with them, but we're going to need this points lead for sure. All right, so we got the Hawk and Long Rifles cruising up, and I don't know how many we have. Yeah, the net there wasn't super good, but we do manage to get on top of the cannon, so the Hammer of the Witches is going to be offline. And you guys just kind of keep chasing down these various rifle pieces, and we'll do what we can. It's a little bit messy, but I feel like we're not in the worst position in the world. All right, so these guys are moving up, and let's get you guys to cruise. And then out of the Vanguard, we can call in these. I think we just have to win on objectives, because my opponent brought like a more artillery-heavy build, which is definitely better against us. You know, we're in a bit of a precarious position. Let's move up, shoot the Hammer of the Witches here, and the Hawk and Long Rifles can go. And what do we want to be shooting? Probably into the grenade launchers is a good idea, or just finishing off this damn cannon is going to be nice as well. Okay, Balthazar Gelt's getting his old Pimpcane out, causing some havoc, so that's a little bit scary. We do have some Empire Knights over the top that can do some work. So let's get them there. Move these Spearmen in, pull these Empire Knights back, get these Great Swords to continue moving in. You guys keep chasing the Hawk-and-Long Rifles. Our Wizard, unfortunately, gets Last Samurai, which feels bad. But let's keep moving in. And the Guns of Nuln, hopefully we'll sing here soon. All right, so the cannon is offline. Hawklands now, they can set their sights on the grenade launcher units, maybe. Or we could start shooting these Empire Knights. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. Although I think those silver bullets need to go offline. They're just causing too much havoc, so let's start wasting them if we can. All right, so these characters are doing it. Let's go ahead and pop the Soulfire Bombardment. Looking fine. We still have the objective advantage, and we need to definitely keep reinforcing here. There is a little bit of havoc in our backfield, and it looks like we did lose something, so it's a little bit troll, but it is what it is. And in the back, what do we want to call in? Is it going to be grenade launchers? Yeah, we can do some grenade launchers, get those bad boys up. All right, so now we're starting to get some decent focus fire. The silver bullets are almost offline. Our foot-based characters are surrounded by the Royal Altdorf Griffites, which is pretty hog wild, but the question is, are we going to be able to hold on to the objectives long enough, right? That's the scary part here. I don't have a lot of mobility to really do a whole lot. All right, so those guys have been taken offline. Let's get the handgunners and the flagellants moving up. So we're just going to have to basically Helm's Deep it and hope that we can hold. Let's use Soulfire Bombardment. Felix is taken down. We still have a lot of state troopers pushing. And this is the only risk he runs of going with such a build focused on, what's it called? Let's grenade launch these guys. Get the flagellants chasing them down too. Of going super powder heavy is like, my advantage is that I can push him back and just be kind of trolling about it and win on the objectives potentially. Okay, so the Archlector needs to do a Soulfire Bombardment. He does have his cannon in the back, but like I have a lot of ground on the objectives and I think I can Helm's Deep him. I'm not sure, but I think I can. The value isn't like so bad for me that it's unwinnable, you know what I'm saying? It's not so bad, and we still have these Hawk-and-Long Rifles, which are very, very clutch. We're gonna reposition those. Call in some Empire Knights, move them up, and yeah, we're just going to kind of keep cruising and having some fun here. So grenade launching his back objective would actually potentially be a good idea as well. It would not be terrible. Let's shoot these Hawk-and-Long Rifles. Let's get these Spearmen moving up to waddle after them. My Lector is down for the count, but he's like dirt cheap. I could just resummon him. It's really kind of an insignificant thing here. All right, so those Empire Knights are being taken to Pound Town. I do have a good shooting line. My Hawklands are trading well into his. The Lector is offline, but he really doesn't have much in the front line. It's like his build is very, very, very shooty. Okay, so let's get some grenade launchers up and threaten the back objective a little bit just to buy time for my objective hold. Hawk-and-Long Rifles. Let's shoot into the grenade launchers here. We get the pistols moving up, and we got these handguns as well. Looking good. His Empire Knights are taken offline. I got some happy Spearmen sitting on the back objective. So let's keep waddling. Archlector is being escorted off the battlefield, but every moment he's doing that is a moment I come closer to winning. Because, yeah, I can just reinforce and whatnot. All right, so silver bullets are back too, which is great. So let's put some firepower down on these guys. The enemy Hawk-and-Long Rifles are in okay shape. Let's see if we can take down silver bullets here. We need Empire Knights around interference. You grenade launcher here, you go here. And what do we want to do? Yeah, he's still chasing that guy, which is wild, the Archlector. Okay, Spearmen and Spearmen. So we're going to start reinforcing the back objective for sure. And the guns, we've finished off the silver bullets. So let's get these Empire Knights offline here and keep the grenade launchers popping out of the trees to get them. Great, so silver bullets should be offline now. They've got like no models left. And we still have our handguns, which is good. Demogryph Knights are coming around to party. Not a whole lot we can do about that. That's a very expensive unit. So we're gonna get like all of our guns training on them and see what we can do. All right, pulling back. Yep, just run away. Let's get you coming out. Archlector is still alive. He's going strong for Sigmar, which you gotta love to see. All right, so the Demogryph Knights are eating a lot of handgunner fire, which is good. The grenade launchers here are clearing off the junk on the back objective. So those guys are getting cleared, and yeah, it's gonna be tough to keep pace with these guys, but we're gonna have to try. All right, another Spearman coming out, so we're gonna just reinforce our back objective because we easily, not easily, but we do win on just those right now, which is good. And this threat here is quite big, right? Just like little plays like this are pretty substantial. All right. So Flagellants head over here. Let's get you heading this way as well. Many of our guns are offline. I do have Pistoliers to reinforce. And now we have this cheeky opportunity as well, right? We can do a little something here. So we're going to try that just as a, kind of an insurance plan. You guys keep chasing here. Griffites are getting shot, but it looks like he's maybe going to be flipping the middle objective soon. We'll have to see. I don't mind fighting the Demogryphs in melee here. I don't think it's a bad idea. So what are these going to be? Are these Pistoliers? Yeah, so we're going to need to flee into the trees, and then we're going to need to get our Pistoliers to run up and pull you guys back. So the fact that he has to like deal with that is quite good for us. That's going to hurt, so we need to try and dodge this if we can. So we're going to try and escape that. We have Empire Knights. Okay, that didn't do too much damage, thankfully, but the Flagellants are unbreakable, so they're going to fight to the bitter end. And we should win this fight, 2v1. Like, our Pistoliers coming in should be able to get her done. Do we have anything out of Vanguard to call in? Some Outriders? Sure, why not? Outriders will be very useful against the demis. All right, so yep, we're still getting chased here, but we're going to try and reroute you guys. In the meantime, these guys were able to get back. Enemy Pistoliers have reformed the ranks. Get these state troopers marching. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but yeah, Flagellant's going Giga Chad mode, but yeah, these Spearmen have the best job on the battlefield, man. They've just been like AFK this whole time. It's great stuff. All right, so yep, let's shoot you guys. And were we able to break through these guys? I don't know what the hell's going on with these. Probably resummoning my Lector for the last stand is going to be a good idea if we can. All right, so let's reform and shoot. There we go. Okay. So now the Lector needs to be resummoned because that's going to give my whole army basically a leadership buff, which is super, super clutch. These Demogryphs do cause terror, which is a little bit scary. Outriders there able to finish the job, though. He's taking a lot of casualties on that unit. And yeah, the Lector resummon is the most meaningful play I think I can make here. All right. So, you know, that's the disadvantage of of sitting back and not engaging your opponent is that you can lose out on objectives. And that's what we're probably seeing here right now. And see how he's having to send units over here to deal with this? That's super good for us. All right, so we got the Lector. His brother, Hans, has come in to do battle, and we just kind of whittle these guys down, and we just kind of chill out. Yeah, so we're going to sit back. And, yeah, in the meantime, the distraction Carnifex on this side has worked very, very well. All right, so pulling you in, and let's get these Outriders to form up. Demogryph Knights are suffering the pain, and there's no way he's going to be able to get these objectives. Absolutely no way. Yeah, I got too much with the Chad Archlector, who is a very good distraction, and honestly, 600 value is not terrible. Outriders able to waste those guys. So let's move in here, take you down, and what else do we want to do? Hans and Gunther, yes. It is Hans and Gunther. All right, so let's start pushing the middle as well. Honestly, if this kept going, I feel like we could push him off the middle. He's got a lot of artillery. Yeah. GG. Well played. All right. That was a good one. Very different styles. You know, he took advantage of having the defensive advantage, but, you know, you yield ground when you do that. So sometimes finding a middle ground is good. The long rifles were awesome. 2,200 value in one of them is great. Outriders versus Pistoliers, I don't know. Gotta explore with that more. Greatswords are probably not a good choice. Honestly, Flagellants would have been better probably. And yeah, grenade launchers threatening at the end was good, but who doesn't love a Chad Archlector victory? It's glorious. GG, well played. Let me double check here. Let's see here. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so I'm going to report that. We did actually play on the wrong map. It was my fault, but he says, no, you won fair and square. Honestly, that map it's the exact same faction. It's not like either of us had an advantage on the map, right? So, yeah, all good. Much love from Virginia. Hey, right on, dude. Thank you. What faction are you the most confident in the mirror match? Ooh, probably Warriors of Chaos, maybe? Although I don't even know. The Empire mirror match, I think artillery is probably the direction to go. It just seems safer. You missed the signups, just saying, no, we'll get you next time. Well, at least it doesn't bring down the Empire win rate. It was a great game. Alrighty, so what's cooking? Are we ready for the next round yet? I'll give you guys my 6 factions here in a minute. Okay, we got 1 game to finish. That was good. That was a long, sweaty Empire Civil War there. Yeah, the 50. Well, when I went, the idea was I was like triple Hochland, and I'm going to want to protect them with nets, right? The first net was very good, but after that, yeah, I got my caster Last Samurai really badly. Arguably, I just think like a Burning Head caster would have been better. But the Archlector and Felix combo was really cool. It kind of gave me this like staying power, even though they didn't do a lot in terms of damage. Like they occupied a lot of attention, and yeah, it was fun. So next up, let's see who we're playing. I'll give you guys the full faction rundown right now. We got cheap and decent against. Okay, so where are we at? Tournament round is about to finish. I'm being pinged by people. Okay. Hopefully he was able to find him. And I have Empire and then Skaven next. So Empire, Skaven, Greenskins. All factions that, in my opinion, have very similar playstyles. And then Khorne. And then Chorfs and Warriors of Chaos are my 6 factions. Yeah, so we're going to be on Skaven next, which is going to be on the Jade Tomb. Yeah, I was sweating the yeah. Buna and Spirit Leech is pretty good too. Yeah, it's a very good combo against Empire because you just nail their heavy cav. In tabletop, Chorfs are a legacy faction. They are, but they're very good. Chorfs are incredibly strong in tabletop. Very, very good. Round is finished. Thank you, Dread Saurian. Appreciate it, bud. All right. Let's see what the rock is cooking. Let's get it. Yep, everybody's done. Let's advance the Swiss. Going to round 2 where we're going to be playing our beloved Skaven. Skaven are very fun. I've been having a blast playing them lately. All right, who do we have? We have Nautical Sky. All right. Well, I'm glad we got a Sigmar game in tonight, even though Sigmar had to battle his homies. Could be worse. You guys like the old Beastman background that's literally like 8 years old? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay. So, I don't know who this player is. I'm going to have to find them. Nautical Sky. Let me know who you are in the old Discord, if you don't mind. There they are. All right. Hey, let's get it. So I got my opponent. I'm going to let players know round 2 is live. Round 2 is live. And let's have some fun. All right, so I don't know what they're playing. We're about to find out. The map is going to be, I got to make sure we're on the right map. Ugh, I want to screw that up again. The Jade Tomb. It's a very, very good Skaven map, but that's why I picked Skaven for this map. And that's one of the big tactics of this tournament, is picking factions based on the map and having map knowledge, which I think adds a whole nother layer to the competitive element, which is really fun. Yeah, no Nurgle tonight. No Nurgle tonight. You're a coward if you play Skaven? I think it's more brave to play Skaven since they're such low leadership, yeah. Are you playing... Oh, is it Bretonnia for real? No way. Let's see. So we got Dark Elves. Okay, I feel pretty good about this matchup, but let's see what my opponent's got. All right, so we are on the rats. Rats. There they are. Okay. The Omens of Destruction background is so lame. Yeah, I don't really like it too much. The Thrones of Decay was way better. That kind of like Baroque, like set landscape, like the grim dark castle of the Empire. I thought that was really nice. All right, so I do know this matchup, so I'm happy to play it. Shouldn't be too crazy. We'll see what the Dark Elves got. Hopefully nothing too hog wild. Okay, I think that's a pretty good opening there. And do I want to bring this? Probably a good idea. Yeah. The Snake Itch vs. Malice DLC coming? No, I have a pretty not set in stone playstyle, but I really like to use a certain Skaven Lord, which anybody who's been watching the past couple tournaments knows. He's been my go-to. Okay, so Guando Rats are very good here. I think having a couple of those is great. Against these guys, probably Poison Hounds are better than Armor Piercing Hounds. You're going to want to max out on Ogres too. And yeah, with Skaven, how I like to perceive them is like usually your core is going to be almost identical in every matchup, but you pick a couple weapon teams for the job. You know what I'm saying? That's been my kind of style with the rat people. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I dig it. What do we have to worry about here? Dark Riders are going to be flying around everywhere, obviously. Monsters, yeah, can we cut you and get 2 of these? I think we can. Skaven Slave Slingers are just such an awesome unit. They're so cheap and so cost effective, man. Tomb Kings versus Empire DLC, that would be fun. Yeah, like a Volkmar kind of esque in the desert, you know, causing havoc. Do we need Doom players in this matchup? I feel like Ogres kind of just satisfy that role pretty well. Killing big things is tricky, but you do have some answers for it. Probably 3 of those is fine, and then we can mix in 1 more view. I dig it, and this. All right, my build's ready. I got to change my banner to represent who we're actually playing now that my opponent's ready. All right, I will be right back. I'm gonna refill my water. You guys can't hear me. Shit, I was talking. All right, what I was saying is congratulations to Lord Barrington. Yeah, congrats, buddy, on the new family member. The holiday magic is here. And yeah, congrats. Right on. I was literally just saying congratulations to you and talking about the build. So basically, just you're not truly playing Skaven if you don't throw a million clan rats at your opponent. You need to have a million of these stinky little rats. We do also have a Giselle unit, which is super good here on this map. You just want to keep them away from the woods. The woods is where scary things come out and they karate chop you. Yeah. Classic. Yeah, no, if you guys actually remained silent in chat and didn't say anything about me being muted, it would have stayed that way the whole match. So, yeah, you guys had the power there. All right, good luck. Let's see. Ooh, it's going to be Marathi. That's fun. All right. And then let's get our Giselles over there and have some fun. And we got Scourge Runners, Dark Shards, whole bunch of cool stuff. And yeah, I feel like this matchup is Skaven favored, but I don't know. I think it also depends on the map very heavily, right? That's going to be a big old variable as well. So we're going to get a Spear Rat. We're going to set them up and use them to block this area as a little blockade. Yeah, the dreaded audio blocker, I know. We've evolved. We have certainly evolved. And then we're going to get a Spear unit here. So let's get this Clan Rat and move him up to this objective. And from here, we can figure it out. So Marathi, we can shoot at her with the Giselles if we want to. We could also try and Storm Demon her, see if he's paying attention. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is he watching? Okay, he runs into the trees. We're not going to Storm Demon. But Storm Demon is pretty brutal there. It does a hell of a lot of damage. All right, so the Giselles are going to move up, and we're going to use them to shoot the Dark Rider repeater crossbows for now. Marathi, we can keep in check with Ikit Claw. He can punish her pretty badly. So we're gonna be doing that. All right, so let's move up like this. Looking good, and now we got the Dark Riders in there, so let's put a little bit of hurt down on them with our Giselles. And start calling out ogres. Yeah, we're going to need some ogre kingdoms in here. The rat ogre kingdoms. All right, so you guys move up on the objective like this. Let's get a Globadier over there. Form ranks with the spears. Get ready to party. And now we're getting shot at, but the Giselles are going to outtrade here, 100%. And we can use the Storm Demon. Let's try and shoot Marathi out of the skies. Globadiers, we're going to rotate both globes this way, and we can move you up to seal the breach. And now it's time for a little bit of fun. We're going to go ahead and hit you. Let's get the Giselles to start shooting here onto these guys. And we'll get Ikit Claw over there to start casting some magic as well. That's not... Melkoths against that isn't too scary for us. Yeah, it's not too scary. All right, so yeah, the Chariots are a bit of an issue. We don't have our Ogres here yet, so the Chariots are going to run rampant a little bit. Cause some havoc. So probably getting these guys to shoot down the Chariots for now is going to be a little bit stronger. So let's get the Pebbles over there. Form the ranks. We're going to drop Brass Orb on top of these Dark Shards here, which should do some fat damage. And now Ikit Claw is going to roll dirty on these and hopefully get some damage in. All right, so you guys can move over this way. Let's get these slingers up. Giselles are getting some good firepower in. And you can see the damage is starting to add up. Marathi coming in. She better be careful. So we're going to nail her with a Flensing Rune. Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. It's super good against characters in general. So now the Globadiers need to saturate in, start getting that job done. Slingers are going to be poking. We got the spears at the ready. We're going to call in more ogres because the problem we deal with is like mass, right? So if my opponent's not going to defend their home objective, we're just going to make a push for it with 3 guys and just party like it's 1999. All right, so Globadier fire here. Let's screen up and get the ogres ready to punch and protect. Sorry about the lag. You know, when you connect with people all over the world, you do pay the price sometimes. But Marathi gets hit with a big old Flensing Rune, and that's pretty good. So next up, we're going to have to deal with Harpies. So Harpies, we can probably use Ikit Claw to deal with. Ogres can go here and run interference, and then you can run over there too. Slingers keep poking, and we are losing a little bit of ground on the objectives. Just a little bit, but we do have the Clan Rat Spears nearby. Let's call in the Wolf Rats. Wolf Rats are a pretty good peeling piece, and these ogres need to be moving. And it looks like, oh, there's some sneaky business in the trees here. All right, so you guys move up on this point. You get this. Good. And you ogres can go over there and go after these Blackheart Corsairs. And now we need to protect the Giselles, right? So we just get the Hounds ready. A couple other pieces. Let's get these Globadiers back. And unfortunately, some of the globes, are they still shooting? They are. All right, great. So the Globadiers are still functional. Let's get our Slingers onto the enemy range units, which is what we want. And you guys go here. You guys go here. Peel those off and then get the Giselles back. And hopefully we can stabilize them is going to be the play. All right, so yeah, obviously a lot of damage initially out of the gates. We're going to take a bit. It's just the nature of the rats. It's just how they play. Over here on this side, the Corsairs are getting it pretty good. And do we get rid of these Harpies? I think we do. Yeah, damn lag. I did bring Warp Gale, but it's not worth using there, in my opinion. Oh my god, this is a laggy one, geez. Someone's on, let's see if it's on my end. Nope, it's on my opponent's end, it looks like. Other than that, or he's like in a region that's kind of hard for us to connect to. It's one of the two. All right, so what are we calling next? Probably just going to be more ogres, I would wager. All right, so those guys have been taken down. The wolf rats have done a good job. And we can use the wolf rats to try and get into the archer lines, any number of other things. Night Runner slings, we can use them in melee combat against the Dread Spears. That's going to be fine. And we got ogres pushing up, and we're threatening our opponent's home point, which is good. So let's move. And you guys go here. Let's call in more ogres. The rat ogre kingdoms. And great. So we were able to clear those out. So now it's time to feast. And we can take these wolf rats right in the middle and run right up the pipe and start jumping on top of some of these units. Let's get the clan rats to intercept the dark riders. Let's get these rats on top of these. And let's go shut some stuff down here. Marathi, of course, a little bit nervous about things. She's hiding in the shadows there, which, you got to respect. The Jezzails are back online now, so we can go after these guys. Let's get this, and get these ogres to move in. A bit of a miss micro on my opponent's part, which is good for me. And we got 2 rats heading to that objective. So we're definitely in a very, I would say, commanding position right now. I play with Nautical Sky. Yeah, it's probably just a region situation then. Yeah. Like sometimes when players from different regions connect, it's, you just get screwed, it is what it is. Yeah, we're definitely winning this game though, I think. We do have another brass orb, so we're going to do that right here. Punish these guys. I'll get you guys back up on this point. Ogres are going to chase here, and Globadiers need to move up. And where do we want to go? Do we want to take down these guys? I think so. All right, so in the back, let's get this, and we're going to need rats. Oh god, please, let me summon them. This should be the only laggy game today. Usually we don't have lag in these games, but it happens every now and then. All right, so let's move up here. Press this, although coming back and getting these Dread Spears off the point is going to be big. We've definitely taken down the Dark Shards, and now we're going to start retaking a lot of ground here. We'll use another Flensing Rune on Marathi. Just kind of a slow, steady investment. So I'm going to Flensing Rune her and then Storm Demon, and that should be pretty punishing. Let's get the Globadiers moving up. Probably do a little bit of unsummoning on you. We want to get the Repeater Crossbows, or the Jezzails, to shoot these guys. Ogres can clean them off easily. In the backfield, what do we have? Yeah, we have some annoying Scourge Runners, actually. Those would be a very, very good target for us. All right, so feeling pretty good. Ogres can come across and start beating on these guys. They can go full Unga Bunga. Definitely against Skaven, you want Burning Head. You don't want to be bringing, you don't want to bring Melkoss, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not super good. I mean, if the Storm, there is a bit of a trend with Skaven players to use Storm Vermin, but I'm not a big enjoyer of that. The lag is due to the rodents fighting. Yeah, that's true. That is true. The rodents are getting out of control. So we want to get our slingers on top of the Dark Riders, which is good. We do see the Murderous Prowess come in, but the enemy army is pretty beat up right now, so that's going to be fortuitous timing for us. Let's get on the chariots, move you guys up. Jezzails are still working over there, but let's get our Doom Wheel in there. Yeah, it's got to be nice. Waves and waves of rats. That is how you win with Skaven. All right, what do we have back here? Yeah, the Wolf Rats should win that fight. You never know, though. Stranger things have happened. Scourge on our Chariot's almost offline. Do we have any Guando Rats? And we can do some unsummoning. It's very important with Skaven to do your due diligence with unsummoning. And it looks like we're going to roll up their triple cap here. Yeah, this is a matchup that seems like... I'm not sure what Dark Elves can really do that's super effective against us on the Rats. A Burning Head, I think, is a must, though. That's 100% a must. Okay, Jezzails have almost done it. Time to punish Marathi here. We're going to get her with the Storm Demon, potentially. That does a shit ton of damage. So let's form up on these objectives. So we're going to form the ranks. And Marathi, let's see if we can get her with Storm Demon. Come on, Ikit. Oh, yeah, Storm Demon, baby. One more Flensing Rune, and Marathi should be in the can, basically. Yeah, it should be in the old trash can there. All right. So moving on under. Let's just call in Guando Rats. They have good armor piercing, so they can help against Corsairs. It's not a good fight, but, considering the circumstances, it'll work out. All right, so keep the Slingers online. Let's get the Jezzails to move up. And the Jezzails, we want to take down the enemy Skirmishers. You Rats can go reinforce here. Let's pull these Ogres back to make sure they don't get shot to pieces. And the Wolf Rats, where do we want to go? Yeah, we can go help out here. All right, so we do have a Brass Orb as well. Let's get you to go engage here. Let's get the Globadiers to help out with you, although we do have some Cold One Knights coming in, which should be pretty doable for us. Especially with all the spears and the globes here, it's going to be very nice. Yeah, we got a pretty big value lead. We're definitely sitting pretty comfortable right now, I would say. So we're going to reinforce his home objective with Guando Rats, with the Eshin Triads. Because people, this is a philosophy in just domination in general. Typically, in the early game, you want to open with your infantry. In mid-game, everybody's going to be calling in light cav and heavy cav and like things that can reinforce the battle quickly, right? So the tricky Hobbits' counter-check to this is to use the... yeah, look at that. Globadier's just freaking melting those Golden Riders. Is to mid-game start calling in a lot of effective halberd and spear units, because everybody's going to be calling in things that are weak to those, right? So that's kind of the philosophy there. Jezzail's in a little bit of danger. Could be run down by these guys, but not too worried about it. We do have a rock hard triple cap here. It's pretty rock hard, and we are being shot by a couple of these guys. Let's just keep the Globadiers to continue hunting here. Opponent making a sneaky play for this side, but we have Eshin Triads over there, which are a hard counter against Golden Knights, so shouldn't be a problem. All right, switch the Jezzails onto this. My opponent getting a little bit cheeky on the back objective here, so let's move up, do a little bit of this, and Wolf Rats are always good, so we're going to call these guys in. All right, so yep, chasing back the Velociraptor Cav, and Marathi, do we want to save for an Overcast? Yeah, I think so. An Overcast will probably just finish the job. Probably will finish the job. So let's form ranks with these Slingers, get these Spears to form ranks on the objective, keep the Guando Rats in between. Globadiers do overextend a little bit. It might be able to salvage that, we'll have to see. We got Rats on this objective. Let's get you guys going here, keep you guys here. And how much is the Overcast of that? I can't quite remember. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can finish off those Dark Riders down there. I think that's a reasonably good call. And now we can go for the kill on Marathi. So we're going to switch our Jezzails. I think I want to Alpha Strike her right now. So instead of waiting for the Overcast, I'm going to just try and get her here. So we're going to go ahead and do this and do a Howling Warp Gale as well. Damn, she got out of range. Okay, she might live. She might just live. It's going to be close. So Slingers are pebbling. Golden Knights are down for the count. Marathi looks like she's shaken, but going to be waddling away. And now we just call in. We have so much stuff we can call in. So we just are just going to drown the world in rats. It's the true Skaven tide, you know, just to really lock in the game and give your opponent that sense of dread that they can't get you off the objectives. So we're going to try it. All right, so Wolf Rats go there and feast. Ogres come over, run interference. Marathi's almost down for the count, and that's going to be GG. Yes. Yeah, when I say Guando Rats, I'm talking about Eshin Triads, because they use Guandos, like those, like, I think they're of Chinese origin, I'm not sure. Yeah, that matchup doesn't feel easy for Dark Elves. I think, yeah, you have to go Sorcerers of Fire, for sure. Aside from that, I really don't know how to approach it. I don't play Dark Elves ever. GG, well played. All right. So let's report that. Sorry about the lag. It wasn't too bad. My opponent played about as well as you could have based on the build. Eshin Sorcerers. Yeah, Eshin Sorcerers are very good too. Fast Winston, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Honestly, it's a hard matchup, dude. I don't... Let's theorycraft a little bit. We'll do a little bit of theory crafting of our own and see... Because I don't know what you do as Dark Elves. I really don't. Okay, so Skaven versus Dark Elves. Cool beans. It does feel like a very hard matchup, though. Yeah. All right, so only 2 games from the round are finished, so we're going to have a little bit of time. So let's go to the drawing board and see what we can do. So Ikit Claw got 2,400. The Jezzails got 2,000. Globadiers are a big threat. They require a lot of attention, and if left alone, they just do so much work. Malice could be interesting, although he's a little expensive. I think you need to go wide and get like clutch burning heads. It's got to be the only answer I can think of. All right, so Supreme Sorceress. Probably you can just go on a Dark Steed, to be honest, and go with a Firecaster. Against Clan Rats and most of the roster, they're just so clutch. So Burning Head is probably all I would bring. It's only 1,000 gold there. Aside from this, yeah, you could probably go Bleak Swords out of the gates. And backed up by Dread Spears. I actually think that Corsair, the Dark Shards I didn't hate. Because, like, here's the thing. My build only had one good answer against the Dark Shard, and that was my Jezzail unit. So if you have, like, a critical mass of them, like something like this, maybe, right? And then you obviously do want Harpies in reserve. So you just, like, cheapo Harpies. Dark Riders for days, because they're very, very good in this matchup. I don't know about Cold One Knights, maybe. Hard to say. Maybe, like, 2 Repeater Crossbows would be good. And then for reinforcements, Corsairs are not a bad mid-game call-in. Witch Elves, though. I wonder about Witch Elves. It's so risky if there's globes online. You could even go Bolt Thrower heavy. Skaven might struggle against this. Like a build like this, that's just like super hardcore shooting. Because you just put the 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers on Ikit Claw and you just sit back and just play uber defensively, right? And then maybe you get a Master in reserve. So you get a Master on a Dark Steed and just use him to hunt down Ikit Claw. Because he'll just be sticky and, you put him on a cold one, it's probably better. Okay, aside from this, Witch Elves do have high movement speed. They can reinforce the points pretty heavily, which is nice. So maybe like 1 Witch Elf is adequate, and then we got 650, so do we just want another Repeater Crossbow? You should be able to stabilize. Yeah, like something like this, I think would be very, very good. All right, looking good. And yeah, here we are, man. Yeah, if the rats bring Plague Claw Catapult, you're in trouble, but they are not meta. Plague Claw Catapults are not meta. And there is a way that you can maybe fly back there and shut down the catapult with a Burning Head or something. You could also go Lore of Beasts if you want to. You could do a Dark Pegasus Flock of Doomcaster with the Manscore summon. So if they do bring a Plague Claw Catapult, you can just send the Manscore back there to try and shut it down. Maybe just like... Yeah, Feral Manscores are decent. You know, you could throw one in there like this. Cut that, and then, you know, get the Hellbroni or something. Yeah, I feel like it's just a very hard matchup. On some maps, that map especially, that map is very confined. It's hard to flank the Skaven on that map. That's why Skaven I think, should be meta on that map. I think you got to pick Skaven on that map if you're playing the pick 6 style. All right, let's refresh this. Have you found a use case for Coldland Dread Knights? Yeah, they're all right, just not in this matchup. Is a wide build a must? There is any comps where it ain't? Yeah, no. There are elite builds all over the place with like monster abuse and things like that. It's just if we're talking Skaven typically play best wide. Skaven monsters, in principle, the problem with Skaven monster mash builds is the leadership on their monsters is so freaking low, right? Like a Hellpit Abomination has good leadership, but aside from that, you got 55 leadership on a Brood Horror. The Mutant Ogre does have 60. So these things, like if they get caught in one bad fight, they're just folding up and running. Love watching your streams, especially your Skaven battles. You've been an inspiration, making me want to practice and get better. That's right. Get in there, Alec. Why has Skaven artillery fallen out of favor? It's honestly viable. Like I could have gone double Plague Claw Catapult right there and it would have been extremely good. It's more of a stylistic thing, and honestly, artillery is fine. I find Warp Lightning cannons are really ineffective. They just don't kill the big stuff quick enough. Like I feel like cannons are just better than them. But Plague Claw Catapults are still very good in a couple matchups. Primarily because of the contamination effect, which is very, very good. Contamination is nasty. Doomplayer, like, Skaven do have build diversity too. Like, I could have done a rush build against him. I could have gone, like, 3 Doomplayer, you know, with, like, a heavy clan rat presence and then, like, pushed and run him down. Like, that style works as well too. Like, Ikit Claw, triple Doomplayer, a bunch of Plague Monks, like, a really killy build. Mortars are still good, but they're high risk, high investment. You know, you got to really protect those bad boys. But yeah, like honestly, a Poison Wind Mortar, that game, I could have cut 2 Globadiers and brought 1 Mortar and maybe had similar success. Yeah, like they're still very good. It's just Skaven just have so many choices. You can really contour them to your playstyle, which I think is one of the most fun elements about the Rat people. The Empire is kind of the same way. Like going into like any matchup, an Empire player can probably bring 3 competitive builds, like 2 or 3 competitive builds at the highest level in a number of matchups, which is what makes them very fun. And unpredictable too, right? Like if you're playing against Khorne, you're like, okay, well, okay, honey, here's Valkia again. You know, here's Valkia, like 3 Marauder Horsemen and you know, insert Khorne Gores. You know what's coming most of the time. With Empire, it's a little bit harder to predict. Granted, Khorne is stronger than Empire, but yeah, it's what makes it fun for me. Yeah, they have some cool color schemes here. Hey, Modest, thank you for the donation. Happy New Year. Right back at you, dude. And Alec, love watching the streams. Yeah, saw your message. You better be practicing, dude. You better be winning these tournaments in no time. Storm Vermin against Dark Elves is not a good idea. Because Dark Elves have a really cost-effective armor-piercing shooting. So you're going to have a bad time. And they also have good magic. So Storm Vermin are good in a couple matchups. Like this style of Skaven. Let me show you guys. So where are the rats? Okay. So there's like a brick. There's a Skaven. Empire can rush you. They can actually. Yeah, with heavy cav, it's possible. So there's like a style of Skaven play that it's like a brick wall. Basically, you just go like heavy clan rat, okay, like this, and then you get 3 Storm Vermin halberds, and then you back them up by slingers, right? And then you insert whatever Skaven lord you want. So for me, it's typically going to be Ikit Claw because he's so powerful. Like his Doom Wheels are actually pretty good. But getting a character on a stick with a Doom Wheel and 2 sniping abilities is very strong. And a crowd clearing ability in Brass Orb. So yeah, like this style is very good. It's just like forward, it's in your face. It has decent shooting. You could even cut these little gremlins and you know, cut 1 spear here and then get like a couple of Skaven Slave Slingers. And like this style is very good. Yeah. Although, yeah. Storm Vermin, it depends on the matchup. Like against Ogre Kingdoms, I think something like that could work. I've worked in IT admin, and the way super jank. They have a lot of room for updates. Yeah. No, Total War is just janky. It's just the way it is. Hopefully CA will take their time with their next major title and have like a good solid engine, and hopefully servers, man. If we could get servers, that would be just the most erect thing for multiplayer. Oh my god. What background do we want, by the way? We got the Beastmen. Oh my god, this is so old. Oh my god, look how old those Blood Knights are. Oh, that was ancient history. Yeah, Grim in the Grave. That was a pretty haggard DLC too. Everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna get a sweet vampire lord. And then you just like, oh, we have Helman Gorst at home. Like, oh, dude, there's so many cool vampires. Could have been like Conrad von Karstein, like any number of, you know, you could even bring back the Blood Dragon if you wanted to. Who cares? Like, bring Abarash, you know? But instead they're like, Helman Gorst. Yeah, it was still a fun DLC though. But King and the Warlord, that was a fun one. Yeah. The screens got much cooler in Warhammer 2. Yeah, the Vampire Coast one's very, very good. Oops. It's accidentally just loaded into a Scarsnet campaign. To be fair, Blood Knights are ancient history. Yeah. Alright. Wow, Malekith, look at that. He's like, kill their soldiers? Wow, this is some dark stuff here, man. Could make the Red Duke playable. I know, they could have been anybody, but it's like Helman Gorst. Yeah, Gorst is... There was a time where Gorst was meta in Domination. You remember? You guys remember the Gorst meta? A footnote character, exactly. Yeah. I don't know what it was. It almost makes me think Games Workshop had something to do with those shenanigans, right? Because they were maybe like... They're like, we don't want you using these vampires, so you can use Helman Gorst. Play the campaign. Yeah, campaign stream? No, thank you. I was just messing around with the... I wanted to try Skarsnik with a couple of the new Mangler squigs for a moment. Yeah, there's plenty of people who do campaign. Yeah, there's plenty of people who do good campaign. All right, how are we looking? We almost done with the round. That was a pretty fast game on our part. Who do we have next? Yep, one game to finish. Blood Penguin Scrambled Egg Special. Super high level fight there. Both guys are top tier players. And who do I have next? Is there any way to change that? Yes. Message. Okay. So what's cooking here? So next up I have Greenskins. And the map is going to be what for the next game? Checking it out. We're going to be on Edge of the Darkwood. Okay. Trying to figure out Greenskins. Trying to get them down. We're never going to get a 40k Total War game. Yes, we are. We're totally getting it. Are you kidding me? Come on, dog. It's possible, Cody. I mean, I win tournaments every now and then. I've won a couple here and there. If they had dedicated servers, I'd be more interested in doing like head-to-head PvP campaigns. Total War 40k and 26. I agree. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to get it in 2026, and that's going to be absolutely awesome. I still remember the broken Bretonnian Grail Knight meta, and now Bretonia's just in the pits. I wonder if there was a single Chad who picked Bretonia tonight. Probably not. I'll go look, though. Anybody who wants to win isn't going to pick Bretonia. It's possible to win games with them, but man, you have to work hard, and there's like no room for error. Okay, looking to see, do we have any Bretonia? Oh, shit. Blood Penguin picks Bretonia in round 2. So he's playing Bretonia right now versus Vampire Coast. That's actually a fair matchup. So that's cool. So he got a good matchup. He didn't get cheesed. So one Bretonian Chad. That is the Blood Penguin. And is there any more Bretonians? So out of many faction selections, I see one Bretonian player. Nobody picked them in the semis, obviously. Oh, shit. Never mind. Somebody picked them for their grand final faction. Someone Fist. God, there's one player who picked Bretonian for the grand finals, which is a very bold strategy, Cotton. Who's worse, Bretonia or Vampire Counts? Oh, Vampire Counts are actually very good. Vampire Counts are a very strong faction. They've won multiple SFTs. They have their bad matchups, but they're a very competitive faction. Vampire Counts are hard to deal with, man. Did you see the 40k secret level on Amazon Prime? Yeah, it was awesome, dude. Oh, it was so good. I almost feel like if they just did a 40k show in that animation style, like why mess with all the live action stuff? Just like that style they had for that was so freaking good. Make Britonia great again. Yeah. Head-to-head player campaigns are kind of nuts and honestly feel like the proper way to play the game as it's designed. Yeah, I don't disagree. It's very fun. The problem with head-to-head campaigns I have is that, thank you, Grudge Goose, appreciate it, my fellow Sigmar brother, is that in head-to-head campaigns, there's a ton of cheese you can do with like ambush stance against other players with simultaneous turns. So you need to house rule that. But if you do that, then it's pretty solid. All right. Here we go. And, oh shit, we have Oishi. Oh, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. All right. And what's good about playing Oishi, though, since they're the number 1 or 2 ranked player right now, if we lose, then we are probably going to get an undefeated tiebreaker. So it's a win-win for us, kind of. All right, round 3 is live. But I also need my other tiebreakers to do well. All right, so let's get Oishi in here, copy this, and let's do it. And get in their lobby. I don't know what they're playing. We're going to find out. This format has also like changed the dynamic of like who wins tournaments, because I've noticed there was a lot of people winning tournaments before who were abusing really strong factions and SFTs, but now that the people are forced to play more factions, I've noticed it's a little bit yeah, it's been tricky. Okay, Greenskins versus Ogre Kingdoms, definitely favored for the ogres, but not unwinnable in my humble opinion. All right. Those damn Thunder Tusks are such a pain though. They're such a pain. All right, Wookiee Claw, let's get him up here. Are we ready for the ogres? It's not easy. It is not an easy one, ladies and gentlemen. So for the Lord choice here, who do we want to get? We got a couple options here. I think we're going to do some of this. We'll do that, and cool beans. That's fine. We can cut this down. The music is so intense. I always felt that the Total War music that just plays in the background is like super Lord of the Rings inspired. Yeah, it's very fun. All right. Yeah, looking good to me. Looking good to me. The Arachnarok launcher? No, it's a trap, I think. I think it's a trap. The biggest bullshit in this matchup is the Thunder Tusk. The thing is just it's disgustingly powerful. Okay, so let's do a little bit of this. Let's do a little bit of this. Okay. And then we're going to get probably a couple of these. I'm not sure how we want to play this. Okay. Yeah, I think this is about as good as a build as we can get. We will see how this all unfolds. The Goblin Big Bosses kind of just get trampled in this matchup, I find. Greenskins versus Ogres, yeah. It's the Spider Flanger is cool, but the Fling is overrated in this matchup. Yeah, in my humble opinion. It's more a matter of like, can I kill the Thunder Tusk? If yes, then I probably win. If I can mitigate its effectiveness, but if not, I just lose. It's a really broken monster. We've limited it to 1 for now. Arguably, we could just ban it, but I think that's... You don't want to just be a neckbeard and not let people use, you know, some of the cool new toys, right? So I'm trying to chill out on just like hard banning things, as tempting as it is. So let's get this, and what else can I cut here to save a little bit of money? Yeah, that's gonna be fine. And let's get you as well. And cool. USA versus Australia. I love that. That's really good. This is the US Australian duel, yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Although, like, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll find out. So obviously I'm gonna need some Boar Boy Biggins. They're pretty good here. Pigback Riders are a pain, though, so you got to put big respect on the Pigback Riders. They're an unholy nightmare. I do like one Squig Hopper, and the reason why I like them is just to kill Blood Vultures. So if Blood Vultures try and get a little bit crazy. Yeah, and before Lead Belcher Central, that's fine. If it's Lead Belchers, it's Lead Belchers. You know, we're ready for it either way. Let's call it you guys. And the Shielded Black Orc's kind of an interesting idea against these guys. It's like a mid-game call-in type thing. Can definitely do a little bit of work. Spider Riders are cute. Wolf Riders, I don't even know if Wolf Riders could feasibly kill like a Lead Belcher unit. Let's get a couple Spider Riders. And then, do we want any big monsters of our own? You know, you could go with a regular Ragnarok Spider. It's not a terrible idea, but the presence of Pigbacks makes it very difficult. They're just all over the place. Squigs in this matchup aren't very good. You're not going to want to mess with Squigs too much. Okay, epic Lord of the Rings music playing here. Savage Orcs, I mean, they kill pigbacks. They hold their own against ogre bulls, I guess. Probably not the worst. And what about a feral wyvern? I don't know, feral wyvern's 110 speed is pretty sweet. The rampage, though, definitely is a big kind of issue with those. Like, just rampaging and pigback riders does not sound like a fun time at all. Okay. I like this build enough. I think it's fine. I think it's a-okay. Debiggin? Oh god, no. Would trolls have scars considering their regeneration? I don't know. That's actually a really good question. I feel like they might. If it was like done with fire or something, I don't know. Come on, England, score some goals. Yeah, we had this discussion on the last stream. Like, what's the most American faction in the game? I think the obesity from the ogres in tandem with their shooting is pretty American. And then, but you also have some American elements on the Empire, right? Like, just like Hellstorm rocket batteries are like the American unit. But ogres, I think, definitely take the cake. Greenskins have some interesting inspirations. All right. Let's do this. I'll take the blocker off in a second. I'm just going to set up everything real quick. Ready to bash. Oishi likes to grab the objectives quick. Like, it's very, very straightforward with that. So we need to respect that. And all right, so let's get you guys and you guys back here, and then you guys over here. That damn Thunder Tusk is such an annoying unit. Of course, I had to run into them on their round where they get the Thunder Tusk. All right, so let's get you guys, move up and go contest the points a little bit. We're going to get you on the outside here to go grab that and see if I can squeeze you in the corner. All right, oh, I can't quite fit you any further there, so that'll do, pig. In 4. All right. Am I muted? I'm not muted, am I? As an American, you approve the ogre comparison? I think so. Yeah. Are Dark Elves inspired by Americans? I mean, I don't know. Hard to say. Here we go. I'm not forgetting the blocker. Yeah. Don't worry. I know. I'm aware of it. We're here and we're good to go. Okay. No, I know the blocker's there. Don't worry. I know it's here. We're being extra cautious. My build has some sneaky elements to it, so I didn't want to, you know, them to risk being exposed here. Wow. How daring are we? Another Thunder Tusk. Okay, so we get a Thunder Tusk. This is like the most meta Unga build ever. The Leadbelcher Thunder Tusk play is just all over the place. That's all they do? Ogres don't know how to do anything else. All right, let's move up. Thankfully, we brought Bolt Throwers, so the Bolt Throwers could be kind of decent here. And we do manage to get the side objective. He's not even going for my home point here. I have Warzag. Warzag's pretty good with his snares, and you can use Brain Busted to kill pigbacks. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think the... Okay, so what do we got? Double Leadbelcher, Thunder Tusk, Cheese. Okay, so we're going to move you guys up and just zero in on this. And what else are we going to do? The Shielded Blorks are a cool idea. We could just call in probably just more support units here. So let's get just Orc Boy Spears. Move those up. So we're going to get one out here. We're going to get one over here. And hopefully cause some havoc. This pillar in the middle is unfortunately very conducive to the Thunder Tusk. You know, it's a problem. He can shoot from behind it. All right, so let's come over here and start shooting the Thunder Tusk on the side. We do have the anti-large Howdah, so we got to make sure we don't get shot by that. And now one of the Bolt Throwers is able to zero in on it. So if we just spread them out, we should be able to put some pressure on this thing. And at the very least, it's going to force him into micro and keep that thing in cover there, which is good. All right, so we're moving up. And do we want to get the Bolt Throwers moving in to take down the Leadbelchers? Maybe so. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's zero in on those and start shooting this. So we do keep them from capturing, which is good. And now we can even start shooting here, which is outstanding. So we're going to do this, and we mitigate his capture, which is excellent, excellent, excellent. And now the Bolt Throwers are going to start shooting up and scooting up and getting ready to party. So yeah, this is good. We're getting good damage. He's not doing too much damage himself. And which one are the Arwar Pigback Rider Knights? Okay, great. So we wanted to get this, and he's going to shoot a snowball at something or other, probably my archers, I guess. I'm thinking. Yeah. All right, so let's form ranks, form ranks. Great, and we get our Orc Boys on there. The Pigback Riders did a lot of damage, and honestly, we're trading pretty evenly here. All right, so let's go after the Noblars, and let's go after the Noblars here. Do a little bit of this, get the Bolt Throwers trained in on the Thunder Tusk, grab the objective, and live our best life. So we're going to get you guys on the outside. And the Archer units, we can start shooting. Are these just basic Noblars? These are the Pigback Riders here. These ones have like a 1,000,000 charge bonus, which is pretty nutty. All right, so it looks like there is an Ogre Lord coming in. So we're going to go ahead and get the Bolt Throwers, and we're going to train one on him. And the other one's going to kind of chill out over here. We are getting Lead Belchered a little bit, but we're also returning the favor, I would say. We're getting some damage back. Okay, archers, form ranks. And let's do this. Pull you guys back like so. Get you guys in on the Noblars. And all right. So you guys shoot the Ogre Lord. Range units are so weird right now. They're definitely very clunky. I've noticed a lot of issues with those. Okay, so we're about to get our bolt throw in range. We're going to keep shooting the big beast in hopes that in the late game it's going to get worn down. Let's call it a Black Orc up. We get the objectives, and we're just kind of hanging out, enjoying our best life right now. Let's get some spears up. Let's get you up. And we have an effigy of the Git as well. So if things get a little bit crazy, I don't even know what killed that unit. Jesus, something got a little bit crunk nasty there, huh? All right, so pulling you back, and the shooting is on, and the Thunder Tusk is going to move in. So we're going to go ahead and effigy of the Git that thing. Keep it from getting out of control, and we're going to get both archers and sit on it and hopefully be able to do some work. All right, so you guys fight, and we got the spears nearby, and cool. So we're going to go ahead and buff you spears up, get a little bit of milk there. We're going to get both bolt throwers and go after the big boy, and hopefully it will pay off. Let's move you up, and call in some boar boy biggins, get him ready to go. And the Thunder Tusk is getting peppered pretty hard. Granted, he's going to break through, so we're going to want to reform our archers and pull them back a little bit and pull these archers back if we can. And now we get some big heavy cav coming in. Yeah, it's gonna be scary, but the Thunder Tusk is potentially being kept in check here. We do have some Mournfang Cav with the great weapons here, so that's good. Let's move you guys into the secondary here and call in the protectors. All right, so the Blorks are on the way. They're gonna get moving and grooving. We got more spears in. The Ogres have gotten a pretty scary little charge here, but the Boar Boy Biggins will arrive soon, hopefully. We're gonna need them, and they will have some good abilities. Yeah, they're gonna have some scariness here. Bolt Thrower Crew, we need to drop it and run and get the Boar Boy Biggins to support. Get you back. And yeah, now the Thunder Tusk is beat up, but it's still doing work. We have Pigback Riders here, which is very frightening. Let's charge you guys in here, do a little bit of this. And do we have any Vanguard points we can call units out of? Yeah, we can. All right, so let's get the Spider Riders going over here, do a little bit of this. And now we're going to do the Mumbo Jumbo chant. So we're going to do Mumbo Jumbo right here. We're going to get the Blorks hopefully fighting these guys off. Let's shoot here. Get you guys moving in to help there. Mumbo Jumbo is going to sauce up our fighters. And hopefully I can stabilize the Bolt Thrower crews. We're going to find out. Value, he's a little bit ahead. He's a little bit ahead, and a lot of our value is tied up in a unit that, you know, is still, how are we looking here? These guys, these damn Pigback Riders, they're such a menace. All right, so the Blorks were able to clean that up, which is outstanding. And here on this side, I think we'll be able to rally this. We're just gonna have to find a way to stabilize. And what do we want to do now? I think just dropping a Wah is gonna be good. All right, so the Wah is active. We're able to break through there. And now let's get you guys moving towards these Lead Belchers here, get these archers to shoot into this. Pigback Riders can circle around, and not Pigback Riders, our guys can circle around there and see what we can find. Pigback Riders, though, very menacing. Yeah, let's go get back on the piece here. So we do win this particular fight, which is good. And you Savage Orc Air Boys need to potentially take them down. Looking good. Call in more infantry, rally the units, and we're just going to need to get a bunch of units up. Things that can kill Pigback Riders is going to be the big sauce for us here. All right, so the Bolt Thrower crew is going to get back online here, and the Black Orcs have advanced in. These Orcs need to pull back because they got a little bit crazy, and now let's start shooting into these Pigback Rider Knight RORs, Spider Riders, call them in, and we've absorbed the initial shock, the initial push, right? So now it's time for us to try and counterpunch, which is certainly going to be easier said than done. It's not easy at all. So there's a couple Ogre Bulls with dual weapons in here. Let's get these guys shooting into these. Wurzag does have a snare, and let's get Spider Riders coming into here and archers shooting into you. All right, so spears, just keep waddling in, and the Blorks have arrived. Let's shoot these guys, and we have a couple units in the woods that can push back out. Let's get the Bolt Thrower back online. We're still ahead on points because we did have the points advantage for quite some time, so that is good. And we don't have too many infantry to call out. Looks like a little bit of a theft opportunity on the back objective, so we're just going to call out the Durkid Squighoppers to go deal with that. Should be fine. Should be able to handle it. All right, so let's buff the boys up. Do a little bit of this. We got Savage Orcs moving up to fight. Shielded Blorks are having some issues. Hopefully he'll run out of ammunition soon. And we should be able to peel those guys with the Savage Orcs, I think. Bolt Thrower crew's coming back online. Spears and spears. You guys move in and attack over here. And let's get some Spider Riders on the outside and just move them in and see if we can shut down some of the Lead Belchers. Yeah, that would be very, very nice. All right, so moving you guys in. Bolt Thrower's back online. Let's see if we can start shooting the big boy again. Savage Orcs hopefully can hold back the wave of Noblars. Okay, so go Savage Orcs. Do I have any other shooting here? Yeah, if this Thunder Tusk advances into the secondary here, I don't know why these guys didn't get back online. That was very weird. All right, so the Durkid Squighoppers cleared off the pressure on the side. So let's get in here now. You guys are going to come up and do a little bit of pressure like so, and then you guys come under. Okay, so the big beast is back. It does have Pigback Rider support. No, just basic Noblars. Okay, so we can do a bit of ascend in there. and we can do a brain bust on those guys to try and lock them down. All right, so value trading is not the point of no return. It's definitely close enough. Granted, I'm behind because of the healing, so there is that. Okay, so you guys fight here. You guys keep moving here. And do we have our bolt throwers back online yet? We do, but unfortunately that thing just healed up so much. It's probably just shooting something else is going to be better here. Yeah, just try and wear down the DACA. All right, so advancing. The pigs do get a good square charge right there. Let's get you on the outside. Move up and move up. Probably should arguably be unsummoning some things, but yeah, it's hard to say. All right, so pull the Spider Riders back. Get you guys doing this, and hopefully the spears and company are going to be able to feast, so we're going to go ahead and buff these spears up. The big beastie has gotten into our secondary again. Do we have anything that can deal with it? Boarboy Biggins are probably our best bet, so let's call the Boarboy Biggins back. And I bet you that Thunder Tusk is going to have like 4,000 value or something obscene like that. Just some craziness. Bolt throwers are still shooting. Yeah, they are actually pretty effective against these lead belchers in this situation. Do we want an effigy of the Get This guy to protect our bolt thrower? Probably. Not a bad idea. Maybe we're going to be able to get some Boarboys on it here. We're going to have to see. And we could charge it with Wurzag, but that is a bold strategy, Cotton. That is an extremely bold strategy. All right, so the bolt thrower's doing all right, but Ogre healing is just nuts. The fact that they got that meat feast thing, too, is very, very scary. So we're just going to be calling out mostly Desperation Cav right now. Wurzag's going to move in and actually try and use his Boar Tusks to do some damage. Is there any way we're going to be able to salvage this? Bolt thrower? I don't think so. We don't have too much here. The healing is just crushing us, really. We need to be doing more damage than them, and it's just so hard to. So freaking hard. This style is brutal. Okay, so coming around the outside here, let's loop. And, you know, this is a bit of a risky play by Oishi, though. Using his Ogre Kingdoms in the early rounds means he's not going to have the overpowered faction in the finals. Yeah, so there is a gambit to be had there. Okay, the Boar Boys have charged. You guys have charged in as well. Let's go to the Mumbo Jumbo dance over here. It's going to be quite nice. Blood Belchers are about to run out of ammunition. I don't even know if it's worth trying to press them anymore. Maybe it is. All right, so we're going to come back here and do the Mumbo Jumbo dance, which is pretty dank. That's going to help us maybe win this fight, because everybody here is going to be sauce to the gills now, which is outstanding. Let's get into the Boarboy Biggin coming in. My home point is in danger, so we need to get Spider Riders over there to try and stabilize that. We're going to go ahead and buff you guys too. Maybe if my opponent blunders here, maybe. All right, so on the outside, do I have any Vanguard call-ins that are going to be swift? Not really. So Spider Riders are going to have their work cut out for them here. We do get a good fight back here, though. Potentially getting a kill on the Ogre Lord would be very, very good. So we're going to get these guys to try and snipe the Ogre Lord, and maybe that's a way back into the game, right? We do get the pigbacks coming in, but we have another, or not pigbacks, but those guys there. Let's get some archers to shoot in. Wurzag is trying to fight the enemy Lord. We're going to head to the back objective. The bolt thrower actually killed one of the lead belchers, which is badass. It's quite good. The Ogre Lord is getting smashed up a little bit. I mean, maybe a leadership issue could be good for us here. All right, so we're going to call these guys in. Hopefully the Durkid Squigs are able to stabilize it. But now we got Big Daddy coming in, which is going to be very frightening. So we're likely going to get Mass Terror routed here. It's going to be ugly. Okay, so we do break those. Thunder Tusk is in. We have Rusty Air shooting. I have nothing to protect that with, so we're just going to have to eat that. In theory, like, the Boarboy Biggins are good against all these units. In theory. All right, so you charge here. Do we have anything left on the field, really? I mean, a couple Orc Boys here to help out, but it's really not going to be terribly substantial. No Noblars, so that's not going to be useful either. We are getting some decent shooting here, but probably close to tapping out. I mean, we're actually, like, only 500 behind on value, but with his healing, it's, like, not even comparable. And those are pigbacks, right? So I can't do anything against pigbacks. They're just going to shit on me over here. It really made this matchup so much worse. You used to be able to do well with your, what's it called? What are those damn things called? Oh, my brain is just fried right now. You used to do well with your Cav, but now your Cav just loses because pigbacks are all over the place. Yeah. And look at this thing. I bet this thing has like 4K value. Let's look. Oh, only 2.2. Okay, we held it to a pretty honest amount. Granted, it has absorbed so much damage from me. Is there anything I could do at this point? I don't think so. I think we're done for. Even though, like, we're quote-unquote value trading evenly, it's just, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do a little explosion there, see what we can do. Wurzag takes a lot of overcast damage. Spider or Durkid Squigs can now turn around and fight. And I don't know how to approach this matchup. I honestly don't. Maybe you have to go Monster Mash, but if you go Monster Mash, the problem is you get wrecked by the shooting. The lead belchers, right? So that seems extremely precarious. Let's get a Savage Orc Airboy here and just shoot. Like, this thing is freaking full health. Oh, God. Okay, so let's shoot this bad boy. Yeah, I mean, sure. Ignoring a Thunder Tusk sounds easy on paper, but, like, if you don't deal with it, it gets just an obscene amount of value. I think one of the only reasons the Thunder Tusk didn't get more value is because we were pressuring it the entire time, right? So There is that, and it's probably going to be able to push away from us here. Is there anything we could do on getting our back objective back in time? I don't think so. He's got so much of an army here. Like, even though it looks close, his healing, he's got like 4K healing value probably. GG, well played. I don't know how to win that matchup. I'm going to have to figure that out. I have no way. No, Biggins won't be very good. They're just going to get Lead Belchered. Like, Lead Belchers and Thunder Tusk will like insta-kill them. GG, well played. Report that score. I have no idea how to beat that. I really don't. So what did well for us? Bolt throwers, I mean, the cheap bolt thrower got like 1100, which is very good. No, the snares aren't going to win you that fight. They're not. Yeah, Pigback should cost like 100 more gold, and Thunder Tusk should cost like 300 or 400 more. They definitely need to do something about those. In the hands of high-level players, like when we get to the season finals, you're going to be seeing this style like every single game, alternating. It's so powerful. Rusty Airs did all right. Error Boys did more fine. You know, everything like did okay, I guess. The Blackworks kind of got wrecked, which makes sense. The Lead Belchers counter them. The Pig, my Cav were my breadwinners. 1,300, 1,900 on these guys. Quad Doom Divers, maybe on an open field map. This one is kind of open, but he could hide behind the pillar. But yeah, maybe arguably you could go. I mean, let's see the value on this. Yeah, the Pigbacks didn't get a lot of value. They're more of a deterrent than anything. 2,600 on that, and yeah, his cap, like nothing even got really crazy value on his army. It's just the healing in tandem with my DPS being sunk into a monster. Because I probably sunk like 4 or 5k value into his Thunder Tusk, and not killing it just puts you behind, just far behind. Yeah, I don't know how you go about that, man. I mean, let's get real tinfoil hat, okay? Do we go with the dreaded? These things are overpriced too. These guys are so expensive, the Doom Divers. And remember, ogres have blood vultures now, so you're going to have to be defending against blood vultures. And that's so expensive to do. And they're goblins that man it, so the goblins get folded real quickly. I don't think it would work. I really don't. Yeah, you could go double biggest squiggus, maybe. Yeah, you don't even need healing on your caster. You just use the Meat Feast ability, which is the Bound Ogre ability. It's a huge heal, so it's super tough. All right, let's see what's cooking here. Hopefully he wins his next game and gives us a good tiebreaker. We're 2-1 right now. Yeah. I felt like my build was pretty good too, but I don't feel like he outplayed us in any way, or you know, I can feel when that happens. When somebody just plays better and you're just frazzled and making mistakes, like I feel like he didn't outplay me or do anything fancy. Just the builds clashing just didn't work. Yeah, the Black Orcs are decent if there's no... they give you a really good staying power on the objective. But yeah, I agree. I think in retrospect, cutting the Black Orcs is big. No, the Flanger Shrines are not good. They just died to Lead Belcher, like horribly. Okay, so how are we looking right now? So we have a pretty good tiebreaker. We played Oishi. We played Nautical Sky. Did Nautical Sky win their next matchup? We need them to win. And our first round opponent was... Let me pull it up here. Yeah, Revan. So we need to see how Revan does and how Nautical Sky does. But we have a decent chance at top 4. A decent chance. Not amazing, but if we win our next game, pretty damn good. You can't go Trolls because your Orc Boys are going to die like instantly in the frontline fight, and then your Trolls are going to be isolated by Pigback Riders. Pigback Riders really ruin a lot of matchups. It used to be that you could use Monstrous units against Ogre Kingdoms to deal with their mass, but you can't do that anymore. It doesn't work. All right, let me see who I have next. Okay, checking here. Okay, no issues with admin stuff. Looks like we're doing good. Scrolling up, and our next faction is going to be what? Khorne. Yeah, so Khorne can fight ogres, I think. Valkia can disrupt blood belchers. You have a lot of cost-effective infantry. I wonder what faction is doing good against them. Fanatics are all right, but they're expensive, and they'll get bowled over. Like, a good player will dodge the Fanatics and just charge them with dual weapon bulls. Who's beating ogres? Okay, ogres apparently aren't loving Kislev right now. And Tomb Kings are a good counter against them, yeah. Tomb Kings can beat Ogre Kingdoms for sure. The Ushabti Great Bows are so good there. And just like the cheap skeleton infantry can really target them. Yeah, I can see that. So Tomb Kings being a good counter against ogres is definitely good. And apparently vampire counts have been beating Ogre Kingdoms. Like if we look at the stats real quick. So what is it? Ogres just don't like undead? Desktop capture, here it is. Yeah, so we're on to Ogre Kingdoms right now, who currently have a 58% win rate in Rising. And it looks like these the only these matchups are all fine for ogres. So these are all matchups that are either favored or equal. Warriors of Chaos is definitely ogre favored. It's just not enough games played. But I can see how Kislev and Tomb Kings and maybe Vampire Counts can do well there. I can see that. Dwarves I can see having a decent chance, although Dwarves are currently not doing well. They're 6-2, or the ogres are 6-2 against them. But it's a very limited spectrum of games at this point, you know? Yeah. Bone Daddy can mess up Thunder Tusk, sort of. Yeah, I feel like the Thunder Tusk can just heal through that. It's not going to be enough damage. Ushabti Grapos are that steady damage, which is very good. Yeah, Tomb Kings are a very powerful faction. I should really start playing them more. So like a Tomb Kings build, just like, you know, just like a Bone Daddy wall against ogres, backed up by like, you know, double Ushabti Grapo and Sepulchral Stalkers. Like this feels so good. And then you could even go like Cetra, right? You just do Cetra on a Sphinx to like trample things in the front line, or you could go with any number of lords. Like this feels very powerful. Yeah, Vampire Counts can just horde spam ogres probably to the point where like the Thunder Tusk isn't that good. It's just like using all its expensive attacks into like shitty units. I can totally see that. Nurgle gets wrecked by Ogre Kingdoms, yeah. I've tested the matchup a lot. It's super ogre favored. Like I would even say 70-30. All right, so we got one game left. Wood Elves also can beat Ogre Kingdoms. With good shooting, you can do a lot. Yeah. On patrol. You patrolling the old neighborhood, eh? Eating, what is B-dubs? A legendary combination. It does sound good. I just got slaughtered by a Thunder Tusk Lead Belcher build, and the Tusk got 4 game. Yeah, no, I mean, that meta of build is so oppressive. Grudge Goose, it's so hard to beat. Some factions can beat it, though. Some can. So Nautical Sky, I need you to win. Revan, my other tiebreaker lost, unfortunately. So that's going to set me back a little bit. We need to get paired into a strong player here and hopefully get a good tiebreaker score. Let's see what we can do. All right. Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, okay. I haven't had Buffalo Wild Wings in ages. Yeah, the Sphinx isn't bad there, Alaric. I don't hate that. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. My wife and I, we love watching cop shows. It's like one of our favorite pastimes. We watched SWAT, which was super haggard. It's like the corniest shit ever, but it's very fun. And then The Rookie with Nathan Fillion from Firefly. So we've been binge watching that show. We love it. It's like The Rookie is a really fun show, but it's so corny at times. It's like these guys are all like rookies, and they're like getting involved in like the most gnarly situations. Like you're like, why are they sending rookies to do like these like heavy tactical operations? And like, you know, it's very fun though. It's very fun. Nurgle gets wrecked by ogres. Yeah, I mean, you can win it if the ogre player really screws up and lets you use the Death Head grenades to kill their Thunder Tusk. Then you can win it, but they need to screw up because they have the counterplay to it. You know. Yeah, they have the counterplay. Last match finished. Grudge Goose, thank you again. You're my eyes and ears here today. All right. End of Watch? Yeah, I've seen that. That's a good one. Yeah, that's with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. All righty. Let's go ahead and set this up here and advance the round and see who we get for round 4. I just watched your R-War Carnosaur match versus Khorne. I wish people would play. Lizardmen got played in the past couple tournaments. We've seen them in the semis and whatnot. So I got Blood Penguin. Man, they're not making it easy today. He's very, very high micro player. Okay. Yo. We're up. Let's see what we run into. Thankfully, I'm on Khorne. So I'm on my easiest faction to play here, which is good. So the Unga will continue. And let me announce that round 3 is live to the Goblins. And we should be good to go. Oh, round 4 is live. This is the 4th and final round of regulation. All right. So good luck, have fun, everybody. Get your opponents. And let's feast for the Blood God here, see what happens. All right. There we go. And outstanding. Who is Samris? That is Okay, so let's see what faction my opponent's playing. I could start on the build here while we wait for them. So Blood Penguin is playing what in round 4? Last time we played, it was a very narrow victory for my SCHEMIN. Very narrow. Okay, they're going to be on Dark Elves. I actually don't know how this matchup goes. Khorne versus Dark Elves? That seems interesting. And the map is what? I think it's a brawler map. Glade of the Everqueen. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Glade of the Everqueen. Yes, I dig it. Wookie valiantly protects our builds. He makes sure that nobody's up to any shenanigans here. Yeah, he's a good dog. All right, so basic shielded marauders are quite good, and you're always going to want Khorngors in reserve. They're going to be a good friend of yours there. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this guy out there. And yeah, I don't hate this idea either. Expensive units. Khorne, why does the Blood God have to be so expensive? Okay, I'm 200 over. Is there any way Valkia could save us a little bit of dough here? Probably cut that. Yep, I think that's going to be fine. And let's party, dude. Let's see how this goes. It's going to be fun. You definitely want a couple Flesh Hounds in this matchup. You can bring the Hounds of the Blood Hunt, too. They're a pretty good unit. The regenerating Flesh Hounds are money, money, money. I do like the Blood Beast of Khorne. I think like one Blood Beast of Khorne is going to be a nice addition to the build. Can punch through armor, and Minotaur of Khorne as well in the secondary parts of the game is good. Now, Wrathmonger, probably not. I don't think you have anything to fear from Dark Elf Infantry, so putting any respect on their name is a mistake. Yeah, that looks good. Honestly, build looks pretty damn strong to me. Looks pretty good, although I could probably use more Flesh Doggies. Yeah, a couple more of those guys. Gorby's Chariot. Yeah, what is he? He's probably going to bring like Scourge Runner Chariots and stuff, maybe? I actually don't know. I don't know what he could possibly bring. What's the meta here? We'll find out. Yeah, but if anybody can figure out how to do this, I mean, Blood Penguin is extremely good. His micro is like god tier. Yeah, very, very top tier micro. Okay, so Khorne Monkey is ready to Unga and Cowabunga. Do we want to call in more infantry? What about Shielded Warriors? A Bloodletter, probably not a bad choice. Although Shielded Warrior might be slightly more feasible here against just like rank and file Dark Elves. Yeah. Skull Reapers, no real applications here, unfortunately. Cool. Good luck, have fun. I'm ready. The build's pretty simplistic. Oh, it's Pwn Dog. Where you been, homie? Pwn, you need to join Anna and I in World of Warcraft and playing in the classic WoW. When I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna be like, Pwn, you should have played with us. I'm gonna guilt you, dude. Why don't you use Skulltaker? Not in this matchup, in my opinion. I think Skulltaker he's too big of a sponge for repeater crossbows. Whereas like a character like Valkia, for example, is just so hard to kill and so disruptive, and can fight the dragons to boot. So, what level am I? 46, I think. Level 46. Yeah, on my hunter. Yeah. Yeah, League of Legends is fun, and I will get back to that with you some days. Do we have any mods in chat who could drop a Discord link? That'd be greatly appreciated. I see Pwn Dogs here, but what server? We're on, I think, Dream Scythe, is it? It's one of the 4 new servers that they just launched. Tommy, what's up, man? Welcome to the Dukes of Haggard, boss. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I can't play WoW anymore. It's a job more than a game. For me, it's fun. You know, I had the same feeling when I quit WoW in like 2011, but it's been fun playing classic WoW with my wife. Like, it's been fun going through that experience and feeling the nostalgia of all the zones, and, you know, I'm enjoying that a lot. If I were by myself, I wouldn't be playing. You couldn't pay me to play. Well, you could. I mean, if Blizzard sponsored me enough, I would do it, but yeah. Because I do like it still, but I've watched your stream since the Wookiee days, and you got me into Magic. Oh, right on. MTG got me into Magic the Gathering. Yeah, we were playing hardcore initially, but a couple of our crew died, and yeah, I didn't want to, you know, have to, you know, have everybody re-level or wait for folks, so we decided to just re-roll. Hunters are like the easiest hardcore class. It's a joke. If you go an engineering hunter in hardcore WoW, it's like you have Feign Death eventually. Once you get Feign Death, it's even more of a joke. But you go engineering and you have Feign Death, and then you have the target dummies from your engineering, and it's like so hard to kill you. Rogues are also pretty good once you get Vanish, but they can still be cheesed really hard up because they have to get close. But Hunters are just like so safe. Hunters and Mages are so safe. Like going double, Ice Block and Blink and Snares. It's insane. Yeah. Yeah, Classic Hardcore is fun. It's like you feel like a lot of adrenaline and like that sinking feeling in your stomach when things go bad. Yeah, Pone, I'm going to make some new Commander decks. I'm going to throw together like 3 new decks. And sometime in the next few days, I'll probably do that. When we get back from vacation, we'll do it. Yeah, Hunters are very survivable, though. They're very unga bunga. Vanilla engineering was insane. Lots of the items were useful up until Wrath events. Yeah, oh yeah. Tell that to all the Hunters dying in the Undercity elevators. Yeah, that's I don't play Horde, so I don't need to worry about that. But I've always been an Alliance, bro. I love the lore of the Alliance, and I like Dwarves and Humans. It's my favorite, races to play in WoW, so. In Hardcore, Hunters have the 3rd highest death rate. How is that possible, man? They're so survivable. Like, anytime you're in danger, you have such control over everything. And you literally have, like, a tank for you, a pet that can taunt things off you. And it's hard to believe that. But, I mean, I'm sure it's true, but it just seems crazy. That's also part of the reason why we switched off the Hardcore servers, because we want to do PvP. Like, we want to do Battlegrounds and PvP, which you can't do on the Hardcore server, so... Healing your boys in an endgame 5-man is straight up emotional. Yeah, I can see a lot of beginners dying on Hunters since they're a very beginner-friendly class for sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get back to business. Time for the Blood Gods cackling. So we are going with kind of an old-school style play. It's going to be 2 Marauders on the home objective here. We're going to take 3 Marauders through the woods, and they're going to be teaming up with Cultists, right? Let's see how we can get them like that. Okay, so here, and we got double Cultists. Cultists of Khorne are really good against Rookie. They're very, very strong. Okay, we got Valky the Bloody. We got Marauder Horseman to go contest objectives and a Skull Cannon as well. So the Arwar Skull Cannon is a monster. This thing is very powerful. And against like Dark Riders, it gives you the tools to fight back against Dark Elf range. So that should be nice. Yes, yes. Let's party, man. Let's have some fun. Alrighty, Galactic Blood Penguin, very scary opponent. Love to play against him. A very good sport as well. Okay, I gotta regroup everything here. Do this, go do a little bit of this. Valky is gonna go cruise over there, and you guys are gonna cruise over here. All right, so let's see what the Rock is cooking. We got Marathi. Valkia can handle Marathi though, usually. And are we gonna see anything emerging from the trees? It's gonna be, ooh yeah, a little sneaky there. So I don't want to relinquish this objective, so I'm going to call some Khorngors out. And hopefully I can just get it and hold on to it. Valky is going to come help as well. The Dark Riders, it's just 1 Dark Rider. We should be able to get the objective and kite them. All right, so we're going to move you up, and hopefully we get this objective, and we do. All right, great. So now I can just cackle and wait for my opponent. If they want to do something, we can play that game. It's going to be a little meld cost action. Thankfully, Khorne does have spell resist, so we're totally chilling. We're going to move you up. Get the Skull Cannon up on the hill here and begin shooting. And overall, that trade was better for us. We took a lot of HP off that unit, and we're sitting pretty. All right, so now we can quit playing games, and we can just move out here. Marathi, we're going to focus a little bit more and attack. Oh, Marathi took a lot of damage there. That was definitely a big blunder. And cool. So Valky's looking good. We got these guys on our home objective. The Skull Cannon of Doom is ready to party. And we're going to move it up and get the Khorngors to intercept here. And yeah, we can just, honestly, just throwing axe these guys. Cool. All right, so let's get the shotgun. You really got to watch the line of sight on this map. It's going to be uber important. And we can call out more Khorngors now, so we're going to call out more of these guys. Okay, and the Hell Cannon is going to start shooting. Let's pull you guys back and get you to start ripping shots into the Blackheart Corsairs here and live our best life. All right, so Valkia is going to hunt you down. We do get a nice shot right there. Let's go ahead and switch targets. And cool. So yeah, we just chase, you know, keep her honest and just keep shooting with the Hell Cannon. It looks like these guys are advancing up, so we can press there. But overall, the skirmish phase has been advantageous for us. So one more shot, please. Valkia can go get a Sleipnir on those units. Let's pull you back a little bit and get these guys advancing up the party. So there we go. Khorngors can advance here. We're going to retreat you back and do this. And now we can call in some Furies up the side. And it looks like we have some Sisters of Slaughter, which is kind of cool. I love to see it. It's a very fun unit. All right, so let's get the Skull Cannon to start shooting again. We can shoot at these guys and just start ripping shots into the Sisters of Slaughter. We're going to do a little bit of this and hopefully cause some havoc here. Oh, that Sleipnir could be just disgusting. Oh, he's moving, though. Well played. Oh, damn. Never mind. That made contact. Okay. That was just nastiness. So one Dark Shard unit's basically offline here, and we're going to go ahead and take down these Furies, hopefully. We do see some mobility creeping around the side, so we'll just kind of continue getting our throwing weapons, and let's get Valky up in the sky there. Cultists need to get in and fight as well, and the Marauders are chasing those guys down. So the Skull Cannon is having some line of sight issues. Let's go ahead and shoot these guys right in front. Hopefully be okay. Valkia is trying to win that Duel of Fates, and yeah, we're calling some more Corn Gores. Get them out of Vanguard here, and the Mel costs are starting to add up. They're getting there slowly but surely, and cool. So Skull Cannon getting cost-effective shots. Just kind of keep circling here. Valky the Bloody is helping to win against the Crows of Cain, and we need to get the Skull Cannon away. In the meantime, we just get a lot of throwing axes here. Man, how did she get so much damage there? That was actually very brutal. Okay, so that was a lot of damage that our Skull Cannon just took. Pretty painful stuff. All right, let's get into the Sisters of Slaughter. We do manage to break those units. And do we have the Bloodletter summons yet? We do not. Okay, so the Skull Cannon has returned. And now we can start shooting into these guys on the objective a little bit. Let's pull you back. And might need some Flesh Hounds. We might need some Flesh Hound call-ins. Beautiful shot there. Yeah, that was good stuff. Okay, so we need the Cultist summons. Those are going to be the big ones. So we're going to get a Bloodletter summon and drop it right over here. And be nice and disruptive. Corn Gores are going to advance up. Hopefully go help right there. And we can start shooting across at you guys. And what do we have in the trees here? It's some weird shit. He's like living in the bushes here. All right, let's get the Flesh Hounds to take down those Dark Riders. Great, so the Bloodletter summon is here, and they're going to start fighting against the Bleak Swords. Meanwhile, we're going to get Homegirl to keep doing her thing here. Let's retreat back a little bit and retreat with the Skull Cannon. We're going to need a little bit of protection for this. Valkia is doing work, but the Skull Cannon is being pressed pretty hard. And let's get you to charge into Marathi here. So we're going to charge here, pull the Skull Cannon back, and then get you guys to retreat. And that should do the trick. All right, so those guys have been cleaned up. The objective is still being contested. And Valky the Bloody is going to need to come back and protect the Skull Cannon. I can't afford to keep letting it get karate chopped like this. All right, shooting at the Sisters of Slaughter now, and we still have our 2 cultists fighting on the objective. Corn Gores are still very much online, and we still have our 2 cultists. Bloodletters are back, and right on. All right, so do we want to just charge these guys down? We get another nice shot right there, and we do get some Dark Rider Repeater crossbows over there. Sword of Corn is on the table, so that's going to be very, very money for us. Valkia needs to come back and hunt down Marathi if she can. Let's charge these guys, and it looks like the capture weight's coming back into our favor, and we're pretty well ahead of our opponent on value. All right, so they get folded up. We got the Sword of Corn. Just need to figure out what we want to use it on. Probably, I don't know, hard to say. Definitely some tricky choices here. So let's get these Corn Gores pushing in, and you get you guys moving up, get you guys around the outside here. It seems like we're starting to win the fight here, and our cultists are in good shape too. All right, we'll wait and see what we want to do with the Sword of Corn. So Valkia is in a Duel of Fates and is getting some respectable damage. The Hell Cannon is getting hit by Bolt Thrower, so we need to get it back into the trees and loop down and through here, which is going to be very nice. Matter of fact, let's call it some Furies. Furies can go here and hunt down that Reaper Bolt Thrower, which is going to be nice. Retreat back this way. And Sword of Corn on that position. If he's not paying attention, that's going to be really brutal. That's going to get 2 units, basically, for the price of 1. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, dude, let's freaking go. That was money. All right, so Corn Gore is coming back this way. And we are able to get the press going. Skull Cannon's going to retreat back into the corner and be nice and secret and safe. A couple Marauder units, so we're going to unsummon them. So let's unsummon those bad boys. And fly overhead with these. Yeah, we're just going to go try and get his cannon and force him to defend it. Valkia can hunt you down. We get the Corn Gores advancing. So let's keep pushing, and let's keep pushing up with all the Corn Gores. We do have another summon, so let's get that Cultist working back there to help out a little bit. That's going to be nice. All right, cool. More Vanguard. Let's get you guys moving in, and just keep the good fight going. Keep the good fight going, and you guys chase here, and it looks like we do get the Bolt Thrower offline, and it's fine, right? Like, he can use the Dark Riders, but Corn Furies are very strong. They're going to be able to fight there pretty well. All right, so keep chasing Valkia. The Skull Cannon is in the corner, and it's back online, so let's start ripping shots into the Dark Riders. Let's charge here, and get these Corn Gores to move up. Where's that Corn Gore calling? All right, there it is. All right, so you get on the Sisters of Slaughter, and you guys charge in here, and Valkia is going to do her thing. All right, so we did take that down, so let's get this. This cultist can keep pressing. Let's chase you. Need to hold on to the point, and it looks like we're going to stabilize back here, so that's good. And the Skull Cannon is still finding a way to shoot. Let's unsummon this cultist, since he's very beat up, and that would potentially be a good call in here. We're going to shoot this guy, get back this way, move up on the point to make sure no drama happens, and Rathi's going to keep struggling here. We're definitely in a winning position. I would say. So, Flesh Hound of Corn, let's get him over here. If my opponent wants to try something funny, we can win 2v1 there, okay? Looks like he abandoned that ship. And the Flesh Hounds are going to keep chasing, and yeah, the Skull Cannon being online is very brutal. As a matter of fact, I think it's time to come start farming ammunition with it, which is going to be pretty clutch. And do we have any Horsemen left? We do. All right. So Horsemen are still cackling all the way to the bank. We have Cold Moon Knights, and we're going to go ahead and summon a Bloodletter summon just to be disruptive. These guys can head towards his home objective now, since we're very, very deep in enemy territory. We're going to make a play for it. Repeater crossbows over there. Let's get the Fleshhounds to chase them. You guys can chase them too. We have a lot of units on this point here. Sword of Khorne is nowhere to be found yet. And the Bloodletter Summon is also there. So let's get those guys to pile in. And what do we have fighting over here? It's actually, yeah, just some Dread Spears. All right, so Valkia and Marathi are having a party in the bushes. They're having a girls' night out. Let's advance up and steal his home objective. I think we're going to be more than capable of doing it. All right, let's call it some Furies. Get those bad boys on the field. Are we in any danger here? I think we just save up for another Sword of Khorne. And our Hell Cannon has been able to save some ammunition, so I think we're chilling there. Valkia keeps hunting this down. And, hey, I appreciate the kind words, DS. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Looking good for us. Fleshhounds defeat Dark Riders, typically. They do pretty well for themselves. And the Skull Cannon was able to shoot those guys down. This is basically GG. There's no way he's coming back. We're going to get his home point here, and that's going to be Game Blouses. All right, let's get Khorngors on the advance. Khorngors are a nasty unit. They kind of are... Khorne is definitely not as strong as Ogre Kingdoms, but they're very good. They're very good. All right, so this is a great opportunity for us. So we called in Sisters of Slaughter. And, yeah, now we're gonna show them who the real God of Slaughter is, potentially. Oh, there it is. Ha-boom! That's 1,000 gold unit, pretty much in the trash can. All right. So let's shoot these guys, get you flying overhead to go chase down the repeater crossbows. And we got you here. Let's run you this way, you this way. And Valkia is getting hit with Soul Stealers, which is a little bit scary. Let's get Marauders pressing, and the Furies are going to fly overhead. They're going to chase these bad boys. All right. Skull Cannon still shooting on the hill here. Looking like a bit of a meme. And let's call in another Khorngor unit to advance up in the fields. And could probably unsummon this beat up one here. That's going to be GG. All right, so 3-1 tonight. Yeah, I don't know how to approach that matchup. I didn't hate the Sisters of Slaughter, but the Cultists are pretty good against them. And then the Skull Cannon. I've been seeing people say that this Skull Cannon is like unstoppable, but it didn't even pay for itself. It's a 1,600 gold unit. It's still very disruptive, though, and gives you a lot of counterplay against factions you normally would struggle to counterplay against. Yeah, just very unga-bunga, very mouth-breathing. GG. Okay. So, do we have a chance at top 4? It's looking tough. It depends on how our tiebreakers go. Yeah, Sisters Slaughtered. Yeah, the Sword of Khorne is brutal, man. It gets you so much value. I don't know how you would approach that with Dark Elves. Maybe a dragon character, but then Valkia is such an annoying gremlin. All right, so that's going to be 1-0. That's going to be Khorne. This guy's a real Chad, though. Blood Penguin, he picks, like, underdog factions. He had, like, Bretonnia and Dark Elves and a bunch of stuff in here tonight. I don't know if Dark Elves are really an underdog faction. I know their win rate's low right now, but I feel like they have some play. Although against Khorne, I don't know exactly what they do. I really don't. Same. Not sure yet. Okay, and Dunks on Valkia and Cannon. Oh, Pwn Dog sent me a message here. Is it one faction per player? You switching? It's not one per player. You switch up every round. So you declare 6 factions in a row. But yeah, it's really hard. Because like the problem is, you can't deal with like you can't bring in Cav in the mid game because Khorngors are just everywhere. So it's not cost effective. I don't really know how to go about that. Let's tinfoil hat it right now. So we are currently in position. We have a pretty good tiebreaker score. We have 9. So our odds of making top 4 are pretty good. I'm really rusty on Chaos Dwarves though. So that's my only fear is that I have them as my one of my late factions. I think Chaos Dwarves are. Although how hard can it be? Chaos Dwarves are my semifinal faction. So that's a little scary. I'm rusty on them, man, and they're also weak, a little bit on the weaker end. Yeah. Or Dark Shards, you can't. It's so hard to go missile against Khorne because of Furies. Let's see what we do. So Dark Elves. Okay. Lure choices. So High Elves can beat Khorne. High Elves have been giving Khorne the business. So how do you do that with Dark Elves? Like, how do you replicate that? Do you go with a Marathi? I do still like the Marathi pick. And you bring Heartrender. And Soul Stealer, maybe. Cut this, and keep that. And then what other flying SEs can you bring? Now, hear me out. What about Marathi and double Black Dragon? Because here you get a very nice stop. Like Valkia will tremble before this. You can also have a dragon chase down a Skull Cannon. And for the rest of the army, you probably just invest in Bleak Swords right in the front. And yeah, this is kind of an interesting style. But High Elves, you don't have Tempest on Dark Elves, which makes it a little bit trickier, nor do you have Healing, so it's not as easy to abuse that style. You could also go... I don't know. Because the Dragon Breath attacks can wreck the Khorngors, and they can chase the Skull Cannons, right? I don't hate this idea. I don't hate it. And then I think you would just do something like... I did like his Sisters of Slaughter in the beginning, so... Although maybe Hargadeth Executioners are a little bit better, but they're out of my price range here. Let's see. Do we bring a Black Guard? Do we bring these guys? I mean, Khorne, yeah, the Skull Cannon's going to be very devastating there. So maybe Witch Elves. Like, Witch Elves are pretty good. And then we got 800 left. Yeah, Dark Elves are a weirdly costed faction. It's definitely hard to afford stuff with them. And do we bring a Corsair Handbow just for a little bit of DACA? Like something like this. Out of the gates. For an opening build? I really don't know. I'd have to play some Dark. I'll test this matchup with some high-level players off stream, and we'll give it a try. Medusas are all right, but they're anti-large, and Valky is infantry size. So typically, like, you could mix in a Medusa like this. Yeah, you get like this Iron of Red Ruin, or just a regular one, whatever. It's fine. Because then at least you can protect it, and the Medusa can put some firepower downtown. Do we want to get real crazy and do something like this? Now you can't bring any more SEs, yeah. But the dragons do wreck Valkia pretty bad. Shades with dual weapons, maybe, but I still think they take too much damage from Furies. Because Khorne Furies have such high melee attack that they don't care about your 30 melee defense. Like, it's going to be a bad trade for you. Corsair Handbows are pretty good, actually. I think maybe, like, an opening, like, let's see. This could actually work, too. Right? And then you do a Supreme Sorceress. What lore magic do we have access to? Burning Head is not good there. Death Magic isn't great. Although Spirit Leech isn't useless for shutting things down. So we want Life Leeching. We want to cut this. Maybe just Spirit Leech. And an Aspect of the Dread Knight to get the procs. And then we could put her on a Dark Pegasus. I actually don't hate this. Like Spirit Leech spam, just like Spirit Leech spamming on whatever, SEs you're fighting. And then you just get 2 Bleak Swords for your opening build. This is actually kind of badass. I think this style might actually work against Khorne. There's a lot to be explored. And then the rest of the build, obviously, you would just go, Dark Riders. Probably don't need the shielded variant. Although when they're chasing throwing axes, it can matter. The Harpies in this matchup, not very good in my opinion. I actually like Witch Elves as an infantry choice because they slaughter Marauders and they're pretty cheap and they can probably they probably massacre Khorngors too. So maybe a Witch Elf core. Corsairs, probably not good. There's a lot of armor piercing in Khorne nowadays, so maybe just Bleak Swords. Or Dread Spears, probably better for all the dogs running around, things like that. A couple Cold One Knights, maybe. Just like a Cold One Knight would probably be enough. And you could even call in 1 Feral Manticore, although with Khorngors it's not going to be good. So yeah, you probably want the repeaters. Yeah. This style seems pretty cool, man. I think there's a little you can cook with this one, as the kids say. The breath attacks will kill a lot of Khorne infantry, and Valkia is not going to be a threat. You theoretically can snipe the Hell Cannon if your opponent slips up. You can do some good work against it. Kind of a fun idea, right? I'm not hating it. Yeah, the Raven's Heralds are interesting. They're very hard to protect, though. Khorne Furies can massacre them pretty quickly, but yeah, in theory, you could. You could find a way to get the Raven's Heralds in here. The Arwar, so maybe in reserve, you would just cut this, and then you just get Raven's Heralds. Like, if you have complete dominance over the skies, maybe this is a great answer. Yeah. I do like that, though. I do like that. All right. So, where are we at? Let's check the rounds. Are my tiebreakers winning? Come on. Okay, Oishi won. That's good. Cold One Spears are all right. Yeah. Maybe like 1 or 2 as a utility piece. Okay. Am I in top 4? We're about to find out. Oh, we're looking like it. Let's go, baby. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go go refill my water here, and I'll be extra swift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back in business. Wookie has said farewell. And let's refresh this and see how we're looking on the site. Yeah, Dread Knights are pretty expensive. They're pretty expensive. All right, so taking a look at the top 4. The rounds are all done, and now we have top 4 here, so we need to refresh this and see. I'm not muted, no. I was AFK. So we did it. Yeah, baby, we snuck in there. So it's Oishi, Housecat, Boss Toss. This is killers. This is a strong set of players here, man. Strong set of players. All right, and I think everything's reported, so we're going to advance to the top 4 now. Advance to top 4. Second jump scare, you love it. You love it, you dirty dog. You like the jump scares. All right, so let's get into the game and get our semifinal opponent. Unfortunately, I'm on Chaos Dwarves. They're not very strong. I didn't pick a meta faction for top 4, which is I'm regretting right now. We're playing Boss Toss. Okay. My nemesis. Hopefully he's not playing something strong. I hope he's not on Corn or something. Oh, God. Yo. We're up. Okay. Please don't be like a good faction. Please be a junk faction. Prepare to face my... Okay, and then, so it's going to be me versus Boss Toss, and then top 4 time versus Boss Toss, and then we have Oishi versus Housecat of War. All right. He says is he afraid of my Chorfs? No way. Who are you playing? All right, what's this map? Hold me now. God, that Creed song has been stuck in my head. I just can't get it out. Borderlow Landing is the map. Okay. Oh, God, he's Wood Elves. That's not good. We have play here, though. We're not helpless. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Now it's stuck in all of your heads. I bestow this curse upon you. All right. So what's it gonna be, ladies and gentlemen? What is it gonna be? Summon the Elector Wookiee. Yes. Fireglaves? No, not so much. Fireglaves are gonna get karate chopped by the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. You're gonna have a bad time with that. Alrighty, Astro Chad is pretty good here, but you can also use Zoltan the Black. Do I have any build save for this? I don't. Yeah, I haven't played Chaos Dwarves in a couple weeks, so I'm a little bit rusty on these guys. I love Creed. I actually unironically loved Creed as a young kid. I thought they were they hold a special place in my heart. I'll tell the story in a minute. Okay, so we're facing Wood Elves, which are pretty hard for us, but not unwinnable by any stretch of the imagination. And do we have to worry about like Durthu cackling about? You see a pug? Yeah, I have a screen blocker up, so my build is secret and safe. Yes, it is secret and it is safe. Okay, looking good. How dare you, Crossstain? How dare you? I'm sorry I didn't want this. See, Pone knows. Pone knows. Pone's a good man over there, dude. Mad respect to my boy, Prof P. I have a cool idea, actually. I think this is going to be very cool. So we'll try this. And Okay. Yes, and yes. No, we got to cut that then. I think that's not going to work out. So I got 600 Gs left in the build. We're going to be dealing with a lot of DACA from these guys. I could just throw in some trash units to be sacrificed in the front. Probably not a bad idea. Okay. Fireglaves and no, Fireglaves are really risky here. Although bringing one in reserve isn't like a bad idea, but anything beyond that I think is a little bit too dangerous. Okay. Now, Durthu is a bit of a threat, you know, dealing with like a big tree character. So you always got to put some respect on that guy as well. So let's put some respect on him as we do. And what about the characters? Yeah, probably not. What do we have to worry about? Like all the cav and stuff? Yeah, I guess it's a little bit scary. Bastos is, I know his style. He loves to just like swamp the objectives early and try and get them with all of his skirmish cav. So if you don't contest that, he gets a lot of points for you from you for free. So we can't be having any of that. Okay, and then last but not least, what do we need here? Yep, looks good and looks good. I think this build's fine. I think it'll get her done. Skull Crushers? I haven't been playing with Skull Crushers too much. Yeah, I haven't. So what matchups do we have on the other side? So it's House God of War. So House God is playing Ogres. Oh, okay. He has the Ogre Kingdoms now. And Oishi is playing what? So Oishi wasted his Ogres against me in the early rounds. I do think I think you like, if you really want to win these, you should save the overpowered factions. Okay, Ogres versus Khorne. Definitely probably, I would say maybe Ogre favored. If the Ogre player knows what they're doing and knows the builds and everything. Amco, thank you again for the donation. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Durthu is not as crazy of a pick as you would think. Because if Chaos Dwarf players like, it's like a reverse mind game thing, right? If I'm like, if your opponent is like, oh, you know, I would never bring something big against Chaos Dwarves because they're shooting. Well, then they're going to be like, oh, well, the Chaos Dwarf player is going to be like, I don't need to bring anything because they wouldn't dare do that. And then they do it. And then you're in a little bit of trouble. So we're going to do the Warhost of the Tsar. Let's go. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Is this the Bretonia stream? Bretonia was played earlier by somebody. Well, not on stream, but they were played. So, yeah, Bretonia, they got some milk. They got some milk. Hold me now. Creed voices for guys. What? Well, I have no idea what that is, Matt. Yeah, I know Creed is like a meme now. Like Creed has always been a bit of a meme, right? But apparently the younger generation has started like memeing on Creed, which is wild, you know. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff out there. All right, good luck, have fun. This is a win-win for me. As much as I joke about Bastos being my nemesis, he's a super cool guy and like really, really cool. I would love to see him get to the finals as well. Oh, the Creed story, yeah. Yeah, so basically when I was very young, my parents divorced when I was like 6 years old. And my father was rather absent in the earlier years of my life. But after years of not really like having him around and seeing him, one day he shows up like a golden beacon and gives me a Creed album for my birthday. So it was the Human Clay album. So it was like, I always associate that a little bit with like him coming back into my life more, like the Creed album. And it's like, it's so corny, you know? Yeah, but it was funny. But Creed, I unironically really like their songs. Like I can get down to those, like a couple of them. Yeah, it's fun. All right, so let's get cooking. So where are we at? Here we are. And it is time. My mom would listen to Creed in the 90s. Oh yeah, okay. So you can relate. Okay, so let's get this. Yeah, with arms wide open. It was so meme, dude. It really was. All right, so we got magma cannons. They're my favorite. I mean, even if they're predictable, you know, I love just using magma cannons against the elves. Yeah. The Scream Up movies got you to love Creed. Yeah, you knew what was coming. But guys, did you see the dreaded Lamassu Lord? How cool is this? Oh yeah, dude. Lamassu all day. So it's go time, man. Yeah, Creed isn't bad. People meme on Creed a little bit too hard, I think. Everybody liked Creed when they were popular, and then when they became like, you know, people got too cool for themselves. Yeah. I guess he took you out. Yeah, it's pretty funny. All right. Good luck, have fun. You guys ready for a skirmish cav war? All right, here it comes. All right, so we're going to go contest this point. We're going to move you up, and you're going to head over here, and the rest of the Chowizar army is going to move, and we're going to get ready to go. All right. So thankfully, Dryads are pretty weak against these guys. The Hobgoblin Riders can do a ton of damage against them, so I'm very, very pleased with this outcome. And it's going to be Mass Archers with a Glade Lord with Prey of Anathrema. All right. So let's see what kind of Magma Cannon shots we can get. We're going to shoot there. We are contesting the objective. We have Waystalkers. They're going to use Arrows of Kurnus on my Magma Cannons, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's going to take a while, and I can probably unsummon them during that duration as well. So, yeah. So we're getting some good salvo fire on those Dryads. They're taking the business a little bit, which is good. Magma Cannons are beat up, but only for the time being, and we are still contesting the objective. So let's get the Magma Cannons getting ready to shoot into the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. And we do get the objective out of the gates, which is very nice. I got to watch out for Prey of Anathrema, because I could just straight up lose the game that way. So, yeah, we don't want any of that. So next call-ins are going to be what? It's a kind of a tricky one. I think I'm going to keep saving just to keep him, you know, guessing a little bit. And, yeah, so he's running for the hills. Let's shoot here and let's shoot here. But we got to make sure our magmas don't overextend too far, you know? Okay, so the Waystalker is shooting at my Lord here. So I need to just be very careful with my Lord. I can clearly see he has a bit of a hard-on for killing it, so he's watching. So we're going to call in a Bull Centaur Render with the shield. They're kind of a cool tech. Hard to kill, very, very difficult to kill, and just super cool too. All right, so magma shots are ripping, and we do manage to get back, which is great. We're going to keep our Lord in the bushes, and actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to land him back here and just literally hide him in the trees because we want to be extra cautious. Let's call in the goblins as well. All right, so our magma's in range. Yes, we can start shooting the infantry and cooking the infantry here. He's saving for another Arrow of Kurnus. It will almost kill one magma cannon, but it's still going to be functional, and it's buying me a lot of time on the objectives too, right? So it's very, very good for us. And my Lammasu character is just going to hide in the trees. And I'm more than happy to just, you know, shoot these shots. That's going to be very good. So shoot there, and we're going to just keep ripping. That one, it should survive. We're going to see. It might break. It's shaken. Is it going to stabilize after that damage? Hopefully it does. Yes, it looks like it does. Good. So it's going to keep shooting, and he's going to be pretty sad about that. All right. So let's get the Bull Centaur Renders to keep doing their thing. And the magma shots are, you know, connecting all right. Nothing too crazy. Glade Guard Starfire Shafts here. He's dodging, but the more time, the merrier, right? And the more time, the merrier. Do a little bit of this. Call you guys up. Do a little sneaky. We could go do some poking on the outside of the formation. And we do see some back pressure coming in. So yeah, homie wants to take my back objective, which is fine. So we'll do a similar thing to him. But we can call in a pain train to shut that shit down and make sure there's no problems. These magma cannons are really struggling to hit right now. They're very, very much struggling to hit, which feels bad, but it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. All right, so let's get you guys cruising over there. We're going to pull these guys up, and we know he's going for our back objective now. We're going to continue juking and hopefully just, you know, bait out some shots here. Nice direct hit right there, so we finally did connect. Shoot the Dryads, and we're going to go ahead and unsummon this one and call it back in. Because now we're going to get at least a partial refund, and we're going to be sitting pretty. So next call in here, we're going to get a train. That should counter any shenanigans there. And you're going to keep moving up this way. We got the Bull Centaur Renders hanging out nearby, so we're going to get them over, getting ready to back press my opponent. He's doing a bit of a build-up, the classic RTK style. They love it. It's their favorite. And let's get into the Starfire Shafts. Yes. All right, so just keep juking and trying to waste ammunition. That's basically the school of thought here. Parking on the back point there, and the Lammasu character can go over and get ready to go on the trees. And the Magma Cannon unsummon will be pretty good here. We're going to just call the other one back in once it comes off cooldown here. So should be good. We're going to keep this pain train nearby. Just kind of park it here and see if he emerges from the trees. And Lammasu character is looking pretty good. Let's get all you guys going there. And now we can just send these guys forward to waste some of the ammunition is going to be the play. All right. So Glade Guard could make a play for it. The Magma Cannons are trying, but we need to pound the Dryads. That's going to be the jams. And the pain train moving up, it's very, very susceptible to the archers. So we got to watch out for that. Okay. So here comes the pressure, and it looks like there's going to be some sneaky business back here. So we need to just make sure nothing funny happens. So we're going to get these guys and go surround here and follow him with my skirmish cav, and now get you guys engaging here. So engage, and right on. So you guys are going to move out, and you guys will go over the top. And how are we looking elsewhere? Looking pretty good. Yeah, he's got a lot of scariness over here, so we're going to bring you guys in to help. And we do manage to chase that character off while the magma cannon continues to saturate in and do some very good damage. And cool. So this is going to be good. We'll get the Lammasu character to go over here, and we're going to use the Withering to whittle them down. Okay, Hobo Goblins come across this way and run some interference. Magma cannon potentially in some danger, but we will see what's going to unfold here. So let's get you guys to do this, and you guys to do this. And the skirmishers are going to go, and let's move up and fight. All right, so we've gotten a good little engagement here. It's going to be nice once we get the big burning head and clean that out. So we're being dynamic in our pressure as well, which is good. And we're just going to continue skirmishing here. Looks like we chase those guys off. The Lammasu character getting a beautiful burning head there, so that's very, very good. And yeah, that's nice. Like, we fold those guys up, and then we just run into the trees and take cover. It's a distraction. It is a distraction. All right, so how are we doing on the cannon? The magma cannon seems to be all right, and these Glade Riders are probably just going to die. In the trees here, we can bring you out. We're going to get the Pain Train to go, and it's going to go run this guy down here, hopefully, and do the job. We need to get the Bull Centaur Renders back into the trees, and for the rest of the army here, let's go ahead and call in another Pain Train and move it on up. Great, and let's rollin'. All right, here we go. So Pain Train's on its way. We got the Lammasu character back in the bushes, and we were able to fully stabilize the backfield, so these guys need to chase these down, make sure there's no funny business, and get that magma cannon shooting at the Wild Riders here, which is going to be very, very nice. All right, so you move into this. Pain Train's looking good. And I think we're all right. It says we're down in value, but like I feel like we're not that behind. I'm feeling pretty okay here. All right. So the Hobgoblins can come up and cruise. The Pain Train gets in there and does some respectable damage. Lammasu character needs to get back up in the sky and fly over to the middle. Magma Cannon's going to be shooting some good quality targets now. I'm up on points. If I can reclaim the middle here, that's going to be very, very good. And we do have another train coming in, so that should be useful as well. All right, so let's move out and get the Bull Centaurs to move in here. And we're going to go ahead and call in, I think, a double press here on this side. So we're going to get you and move up to the side. Looking good. We do have the capture weight. The Wild Riders here are getting wrecked a little bit. Let's get are they Wild Hunters? They're not. Okay. We're going to go get this, and we're going to go ahead and go after you and just cook you guys probably. Take what we can. And the Pain Train is going to juke, so let's go ahead and do this and give it all full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. So we do get a huge burning head on those archers, and now these big boys are going to cause some havoc here. Meanwhile, we'll go push and see if we can get in on these archer units. It's going to be a little dangerous, though. I don't want to be losing my Pain Trains here, although they are doing very, very good. Okay, so those guys got taken down. Let's start cooking here. Get you shooting in as the Lammasu character is doing great work, and we do have our 2 skirmishers who are going to come help on this objective. So I think we're going to be able to take that. We do manage to ride them down here, and our character does kind of get punished a little bit. Now, this could be a game-losing play for me. I got a little bit greedy back there, and we could lose this character. And if we do, it's going to be very dodgy. It's going to be very, very dodgy. All right, so he's in trouble. Do we have any chances of escaping here? The Prey of Anathema is on the table. I think we maybe can if we dive these archers like this, and call you in as well. He's weaseling out of there, that's for sure, but the Lord is in big danger, and the back objective for me is in big danger as well. Okay, so we need to get another Pain Train. Do I have another one? I think both trains are active right now. We do manage to maybe get a screen, and we steal his back objective too. So that's very, very nice. And that theft did happen. The middle is coming to us. Yeah, looks good. And let's get the Pain Train back here to go roll through these great weapons. All right. And now the Bull Centaurs can go here, and we're going to get you on these archers and you on these archers. And I think our Lammasu character did unfortunately pay the price. He did go down, so feels bad. But well played to my opponent. That's what happens against Wood Elves. If you mess up, although he's still running and shattering, so I don't have the leadership penalty yet. And we have gotten very heavily into the archer lines, so that is quite a nice one there. And his back objective does belong to us, so it's not all disasters around here. Let's call in the Infernal Guard, and we can shoot this character if we can. And you will do a little bit of unsummoning. Let's get the Hobo Goblins coming over there. And hopefully we're going to be able to just win this fight on our home objective here. We do get a lot of pressure here, though. A lot of pressure, and the archers are mostly all offline. The Lammasu character got punched right in the dong. So hopefully he comes back. Yeah, he's just shattered. It's a shame, I thought maybe he was going to be able to hold that, but it doesn't look like it. All right, so you guys move up here. Yeah, that was maybe the play that loses us the game. Maybe. It's still possible to win. Chaos Dwarves do have very good leadership, and I can resummon my Lammasu character. So, all right, so let's shoot here. Are we going to get it? Man, line of sight is so haggard with shooting sometimes. Okay, so let's just waddle up here. Hopefully that cannon will return to action. The Bull Centaurs are doing all right, but they're about to be rear charged by the Wild Hunters, which is going to basically spell doom for them. Let's get you here, and on the back objective, do we start to fold them up a little bit? Not quite. Not quite. Those Wildwood Rangers are no joke. So let's get some cutthroats. We're going to need to reclaim our home objective if we want any chances. Let's pull the Fireglaves up. Let's get on these archers here. The Bull Centaurs are down for the count. We have the home objective still, which is cute, but it's probably not going to be enough. Let's get these archers and pull you back this way. So is the Pain Train going to be able to get it? I don't know. I don't know. Magma Cannon's online, so let's shoot across. I think we lost the game when we lost our Lamassu character. I think we lost it. It was very well played, though. Good isolation on him. I was feeling pretty confident up until then, actually. Oh, my God. My train's been in the trees probably for like 10 minutes, and I just didn't notice. Little things like that can for sure cost you games. All right, so come across. We do get the Magma Cannon shot there, and the Pain Train is going to do this. Hopefully it comes across and breaks them, and you guys move up here. Fireglaves, shoot these, and let's go here. And what can we possibly call in that's going to be helpful here? I mean, another Magma Cannon. Lamassu character saving for him is probably going to be our best bet. All right, so Pain Train number 1 is coming, and we do get a big shot right there, and these guys are getting folded up finally. I don't have any Hobgoblins on call here, so they can charge here, but the Fireglaves should perform reasonably well. Points are still not like point of no return, but it's not great either. Yeah, forgetting about that Pain Train was rough. All right, let's get up on the point, get up on the point. Hopefully we will hold that. You guys charge here. Fireglaves are being pretty Giga Chad. They're doing their thing. We have 2,000, so we are going to get our Lamassu back, which will help our leadership, and hopefully Fireglaves can get some decent value trading here. All right, so start clearing off these guys, and on this side, we are able to get the clear off, so let's come across. Lamassu character is back, so he didn't hear no bell. Unfortunately, it's an expensive save up there. His army's not super healthy either. The Pain Trains are going to be pretty disruptive. We do get that, which is good, and now we're going to head across here, and do we have any Burning Head opportunities? So we can go work on these archers. Pain Train goes here. Do we have a chance of a comeback here? I don't know. I feel like there's like a sliver of a chance. God, I should have just been more careful with my freaking Lamassu character, man. That was rough. That was really sloppy. All right, so we do flip this objective. Should be an easy kill for us. And now we can start calling out some mobility and getting ready to kind of play the sides. I think that's going to be the way to do it. Let's keep fighting against the Wild Hunters of Kurnus. We do have our debuffs, obviously, so let's do the Withering on them and all this goodness, weaken them up. Chase these guys. You know, we're down on points, but we are farming on the back pretty well. Where are these guys going? Okay, they're going to go to the back objective. And now I got, you know, the whole Burning Head situation is going to be pretty good. So move in, and archers are zeroed in on me here, so that's pretty good for him. And let's get a Burning Head right down here, see if we can save this Pain Train. That's going to be uber important, and we do get a Burning Head there. Is it going to get the job done? I think so. Yeah, we just wrecked those archers, man. That was really good. Okay. So Pain Train is back. You're going to go in after that character here. Let's call this in, and the Pain Train back here is getting the job done. That Burning Head is pretty clutch. And the Lamassu character, do I smell a comeback? Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. Yes. All right. We're going to move you in. You're going to keep fighting here. The Infernal Guard Fireglaves have done their job, so we're going to go ahead and start shooting these and get you back up. And we do get some pressure on the back. My opponent does have Great Stag Knights being called out, so let's run back into the trees now and just kind of focus on the middle. That's going to be more important. All right. So we got you guys and you guys. Yeah, let's get the mass mobility coming to the middle. Shooting is going in. Let's get on the Waystalker, and that's not good. The Wild Hunters were able to win that fight on the back. Granted, I don't think he's going to stay there. Yeah, I don't think he's going to stay there. Okay, so we retreat into the trees a little bit. Let's use full steam ahead. We're going to hopefully be able to get away there. Let's loop these guys back this way. What could I possibly do to deal with those guys? It's going to be very, very difficult. Okay, we have another Burning Head here. See, it's a close enough game that if I didn't lose my freaking character, I think we'd be fine. Yeah, I think we would have had enough momentum to maybe close it out. So Lamassu man is doing good. He's just kind of silencing things and having a good old jolly time. Let's shoot these guys and prepare to party. On the back objective, he's stealing it, but I can come back here with some horse archers and probably deal with him, or excuse me, Goblin Wolf Rider archers. On the back point, yeah, the train is still running. It's occupying his lord, which is good. We're going to get a lot of capture weight here and go after this character. Dryads are very beat up. You guys do this, you guys do that, and we need to just basically get a Burning Head now. All right. So that should just slay these guys, right? Should absolutely slay them. Let's do this and this. We managed to hold on to the back point. Those guys are in trouble, so let's chase them down a little bit. We do still have our Pain Train in the woods, which is being a big distraction here. And we managed to fold them up pretty hard there, which is very, very good. All right, so Lamassu man, keep doing it. Dryads are going to keep shooting, and these guys are getting hunted. So now, yeah, he's Helm's Deeping. See, like, we almost had it. I don't know. It still may be possible, but the odds are pretty slim. I do have a lot of time to work with. I think calling out a Bull Centaur weapon there is going to be very good. So now we can start making our way over this way. We do have some Fireglaves here who can hopefully keep him honest. Let's run back to that way with these. And yeah, we got to save up for speed and power. That's for sure. We're mostly hobgoblins. We do have a really good silence, which is nice. But what can I get? Yeah, the middle is in flux a little bit. It's dangerous. You know, he's got a stealth character hiding on it, so it's very scary. I'm going to have to just prepare for like one big alpha strike and just hopefully it's fine. Yeah, now we do have a train. I could call it a second train. That's probably going to be the answer. Just like big terror routes and just getting the big pain train situation going. So let's get these guys going. Let's get you guys across. Lamasu man's going to come. We do get the capture weight on this. We're going to get the fire glaives up. They should be able to shoot these guys off. Let's get this. You guys go over here. Head these guys off. And then you two can go and start getting ready to fight here, which is going to be fine. And we got to deal with all these dryads and stuff. On the back point, looks like we were able to hold that. So that's very nice. As a matter of fact, let's chase those guys off. Just make sure there's no shenanigans. All right, so we do get a little fight there. And let's bring you. Let's call in more mobility. It's pretty much our only chance. We're going to have to get some big burning head fights. And those dryads do get run over, which is good. So let's come back onto the objective. If I lose this, I just lose, right? So we need to hang on to this old point here. So let's space jam back this way. Call this pain train in. And it's just going to be mass mobility, Collins. Yeah, basically what it's going to be. All right, let's get you guys in a group. We do manage to fold those guys up, so now it's time to just take the final fight. Yep, we're just going to take it, and we're going to move across here. We have any horse archers? We do. So, yep, all hands on deck. Fire glaives are still here, and we can get them to start shooting. And the caster here, yeah, we're just going to need to get a big alpha strike fight and hopefully win it. You know, that's the plan. Really good game, though, man. Really good game. I don't think I have enough time. I think it's a little tight, but it's still really, really cool. Cool battle. Let's get these horse archers on the objective. And the burning head, I was like planning on saving it for the dryads, but I think I need it here just to like take care of these units. You guys move back on the point. You guys come across here. We do get a big cook on those guys, so they're getting cooked up. And the two pain trains were able to dispatch a lot of that army. We do manage to get the capture weight on the objective, which is good. And more horse archers going to come down this way. Not horse archers. Wolf rider archers. Come on, put some respect on them. Yeah, see, if we didn't blunder our lord, that's a win. 100%. Because we did pretty well overall, I would say. Trains are going to try, but he's got too much on that point. It's going to be way too much to get off in that short period of time. Because he still has a little bit of pressure on middle. But yeah, we're going to tear out these guys off. We only have 20 seconds. You know, we're going to move these guys in, get you guys over here. Really good match, though, honestly. Totally winnable. Just a blunder on my part, and my opponent capitalized like a Chad. There's no excuses. He just got me. Caught me slipping. And yeah, that's it. So no more burning heads. Yeah, I think we're out. GG, well played, dude. Super close match. Jesus. Like, at that point, yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, the opening was very good. It was very, very good. GG, well played. You did great. Catching my lord slip in. Won you game. Very classic Wood Elf. Yeah, the lord, when we lost the burning head momentum and just lost that monstrous presence on the field, it was fun, though. Cool to play some Chaos Dwarves. You know, I was getting a little tired of playing sweaty stuff, so we're here with the Chaos Dwarves. And honestly, totally winnable. Yeah, so the Magma Cannons were cool. The Arrows of Kernus tech was all right. I think we played around it just fine. We got 1,400 value here. The Hobgoblin Riders are really good. They're so powerful in this matchup, honestly, those archers. Oh, they're so good. 2,100 on the Lamasu character. The trains were MVP, too. We had 816 and 222 here. Deathraker was just attack against like a Jerthu. Granted, maybe I should just like hope the Fireglaves can handle it. Fireglaves were pretty Chad though too, man. Yeah. All right, GG. Good luck in finals. Get that win. I believe in you, Bastos. You're the chosen one. You must carry the torch and defeat the Sweats in the finals. It is time. When was the last time I played Bastos? Let me check. I can check on my profile. Okay, so I played Bastos here. Last time we played on the 22nd, I won. And then the time before that, okay, so yeah, I had gotten him twice before that. And then he beat me the game we played before. Yeah, so we just literally Bastos and I just go back and forth. It's hilarious. Just like 50-50 in our games. Absolute meme. Okay. So let's look. It's the old man battle. It's the two millennials. Oh, it's an RTK Civil War. Let's go. I've actually met House Cat of War in real life too. He's a really cool guy. He came and played a tabletop tournament with Subutai and I. Okay, finals. Let's see what's cooking. Yeah, the Fireglaves didn't do bad actually, but that was only because I got his archers. You know, that was the reason why they were good at that point. Archers wrecked them really bad. In an opening build, maybe having one in an opening build is like a backline sweeper isn't bad. Finals. Okay, and then we have House Cat. Luck. We need a Weathered Creed album cover with Wood Elf Lords as... Yeah. All right, so we're in the grand finals, and let's see what the matchup's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a fun one, I can assure you of that. The Changer's Madhouse, a map I really enjoy. I think it's one of my favorites. The aesthetic of it is so good. So we got Kislev for boss toss. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get some muscle Slavs in here. Now that they're balanced, I like seeing Kislev. It's very fun. I mean, Kislev is good, and let me see what House Cat is. House Cat is a top tier Tomb Kings player. That's his best faction, I think. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tomb Kings. He's Norska, so we got Norska versus Kislev in the grand finals. With my branches wide open. House Cat's factions for this tournament. Okay, pretty sweaty for House Cat. It's a you can tell how you can really see how sweaty somebody is in this format. So House Cat has Khorne, Slanesh, two of the best factions in the game. Beastmen, another best faction. Tomb Kings, top tier faction. Ogres and Norska. So his weakest faction is the one he chose in the grand finals. But other than that, like 99% sweat. For which I'm not criticizing. I think you should sweat if you want to win. Blood Penguin is no, he's not in the finals here. It's Boss Toss. Where's Boss Toss? Boss Toss has Beastmen. Oh shit, he played a Chaos Dwarf game. So Beastmen, Chaos Dwarves, Norska, Walk, Wood Elves, and Kislev. A little bit less sweaty for sure. A lot less sweaty. Yeah, but now Boss Toss probably has the stronger of the two factions in the grand finals. Although Norska is not bad against Kislev at all. Norska, as a matter of fact, has a 54% win rate, and they are no games against Kislev this season. So we actually have no idea. We have no idea. Yes. Cool beans. Let's party, man. I got to start playing some vampire counts as well. I think they'd be fun to mix into the pick six. How do you guys like this format, by the way? I know we have a handful of players who played tonight in chat. If you guys could let me know your opinions on the format. Do you like this more than SFT, or is it... You know, I figure most of the other tournament hosts run SFTs, so me throwing this format in, I think is a good change of pace. Still smiling about that Bretonnia win. Was that years ago? I can't remember. Meredith, thank you for the donation, bud. I really appreciate it. It wasn't tonight. There was no Bretonnian win tonight. I don't think so. It was a long time ago. Ben saying Norska versus Kislev is a toss-up. It could be. You could be right. You could be right, man. Bretonnia won a tournament like a month ago. That was before the Omens of Destruction. That was actually Blood Penguin, the guy I played earlier. He won an SFT with Bretonnia. Okay, so I'm seeing feedback. I like this format. I feel like I'm seeing some fun matchups. Way better than SFT. Super fun, says Armin. SFT is more interesting, according to Reese. From a viewer's perspective, I like it. It's sweatier than SFT, but it doesn't take as long. It doesn't take any time to draft because all the factions are preset. Creates better matchups and another level of tactical approach. Yeah, I like the tactics of choosing factions based on maps. I think that's very fun. Because then you're not like playing Skaven on a map or like that they suck on, you know? Like you have control over that. Someone won with Bretonnia and it raised their win rate by 7%. I love it. I like this format much more and I can't wait to play in one. Right on. Format is fun. I enjoyed playing tonight. Fun to mix it up. Cool, Adam. What was your name on Total Tavern, Adam? Yeah, SFTs are fun. We'll still do those. But I personally like this format more. Yeah, it feels more competitive, and I like the tactical map decision making. I think that's fun. We used to get a lot of people complaining like, "Oh, this map is terrible for me, so my faction just loses in the semis," basically, right? But here you don't have that. I wish I knew 6 factions. Honestly, if you want to be really mouth breathing, just play Chaos, like all Chaos factions. Play Slanesh, Khorne, Nurgle, Warriors of Chaos. And Norska, like they all play almost the exact same. Like not exact same, but very similar. Like the principles that you win domination with are usually very much in line with those. If you just want to be a Dark God champion, it's super easy. Oh, Adam, TM. Okay, gotcha. I've seen you on there. Are you worried about... Slanesh is going to be an unholy monstrosity after the next DLC, probably, yeah. When they're going to get like Slangors, which are going to be super good, obviously. Every gore unit has to be broken on launch. It's just the way. Yeah. With arms wide open. Beastmen are a top tier faction too. Right now, Beastmen have a 59% win rate. They're the number 4 ranked faction. Slaanesh, Dwarves, Ogre Kingdoms, Beastmen are top 4. Yeah. Chaos Dwarves have been doing pretty good. There's been some good players playing Chorfs, so they're getting some shine. Maps matter more to balance in RTS games. Yeah, it helps a lot for sure. I mean, even in StarCraft, like Brood War, stuff like that, you see maps really dictating the meta quite a bit. Zangors were incredibly broken on launch. They were the most broken, actually. Zangors were a reason for the Gore rework. Like, Zangors were just disgusting. They were basically like faster Chaos Warriors with like high armor, high HP, but then Creative Assembly reworked all the Zangor and God-specific Gore units and made them like kind of more of a middle ground between a Warrior and a Marauder, which is a good spot to be in. Yeah. Beastmen hard carried by Gores. Yeah, well, it's their core unit, so. If I ever hear that Beastmen need a DLC, dude, Beastmen have been feasting. Dude, all the Gore units and various monsters, Beastmen have literally gotten like 2 DLCs worth of units almost. I mean, maybe 1.5 DLC worth of units. Yeah. So Beastmen are mainly successful. There is some truth to your statement that Beastmen are succeeding because of the units from other factions, but it's not fully the case. Beastmen, Centaurs, the old school Centaurs and Centaur throwing axes and Ungor Raiders are their breadwinners. Like, the Gores are the icing on top for sure, but those units are very good. Yeah. Haven't played on a ton of Slaanesh and Dom, but in Conquest and Land Battle, they're basically oops, all Seekers. Yeah, Alaric, it's close to that here. I mean, basically, Slaanesh will open with whatever infantry is optimal in their matchup, and then they just are all Seekers after that. Yeah. Yeah, Norska just gets a Skyla Angfingrim. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah. I'm talking to Bastos, and I'm like, I believe in you. Old man strong together. I think he's also in his late 30s like me, so we're like the crusty crew. Thoughts on the Incarnate Elemental? It's pretty good. Yeah, Incarnate Elemental is a good monster. It has a Mortis engine, so. And Ostankia is also not bad. She does a lot of damage. In some matchups, I think the Stank is pretty good. Yeah. I never played Helldivers. It's a little bit too like, spam click against AI for me, Like, I can only do so much of that. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I wonder who our oldest tournament player is. Who is our oldest tournament player? It might be Bastos, actually. Although, oh no, he's younger than me. Oh, Bastos is 35. Okay, so he's like, we could have been in high school together. He would have been a grade below me. Got it. Close to me, 36. Yeah, so I'm 36. Am I the crustiest of all the tournament players? I'm not sure when we'll do the next tower defense stream or age. Maybe soon. I'm just having so much fun with Total War right now, and I play what I'm enjoying most, so. Merrick says, I'm 35. Okay. You feel the Grim Reaper approaching while the kids are, yeah. I might be the crustiest of tournament players. I know there's some older players in chat, but who is the elder? Does anybody know? I mean, there's got to be. I think Umais is older than me. I think Umais is close to 40. I can't remember. I think he's older, but he doesn't play super often. He's more land. I think he bounces between Land Battle and Dom. You're 86, or that's what you feel like. I can relate. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anybody actually. I was surprised when I had a stream with I was doing a stream with Grubby a month ago, and that he was older than me. He's a 38, I think. Void Laws is everybody. 36 is close to 40. Watch out! I know. I actually don't. I don't mind aging. Honestly, it doesn't. The only point of aging which I will mind is when I become like physically incapable of like functioning. You know, like I'm talking like really old. Like 50s and 60s don't scare me, but like if I were to get like an illness that would, debilitate me or like get to an age where I like really need a lot of assistance, that's the scary part for me. Our retirement home will be legit, dude. It's gonna be sweet. We're gonna be playing Heroes of Might, Magic 3, Classic WoW, Warhammer Tabletop, dude. Retirement home, Magic the Gathering. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Okay, Eric, you're 37. Are you a tournament player? I feel old, but that's because I got kids. Yeah. No, most of my friends who've had kids, it aged them a lot. In terms of lifestyle and physicality as well. Although, I mean, they're very fit, but they can't like stay up late anymore, I think is the big thing. Like I have a couple of friends who've had kids, and some of them are very fit, but the lifestyle just really, really just jumps into the older stages. Yeah, if I get past 90s, I would like to be shot. Yeah, retirement home Magic is going to be pretty heated for sure. Yeah, that'll be good. You're not ready for my retirement home sliver competitive deck? Oh my god, you got a CEDH sliver deck? Yes, I don't think slivers can be CEDH. I don't think they can compete on a CEDH table. They just don't have the speed. Does this mean we won't get Total War 40k streams? I mean, I'll stream it as long as you guys watch, dude. As long as you guys are hanging out, I'll be here. I keep in shape by tossing. Yeah. You're old for someone in their 20s, yeah. Yeah, Fox, yeah, it's kind of a similar situation we're in, yeah. Eldrazi, CEDH, Tribal. Oh man, that's sweaty. So slivers can compete in CEDH, really? How do they win? What's their win con? I mean, aren't they just gonna, take it forever to get their stuff? I don't see how slivers could compete in CEDH. Although I'm not super up on it. It's a little sweaty for me. Like, a lot of my favorite cards just aren't viable in CEDH, and I really just like fast mana. Like, I really just like things like Mana Crypts and Soul Rings and like, I don't mind if green is using fast mana, like Elves and Birds of Paradise, but like those 1 mana artifacts that give you like 3 mana, like, I just like, it's like, wow, one guy got the fast mana, the other guy didn't. Wonder who's gonna win, But, I do have decks that have those cards in them when I'm playing with my friends who are sweatier, but I've never like enjoyed that aspect. If they just remove fast mana from Commander, I think it'd be a better format. Like the really oppressive ones. Like remove Soul Ring, remove Mana Crypts, remove Mana Vault. Not remove, but, or maybe have 2 separate formats, right? Have a casual Commander and a CDH and with different restrictions or whatever. Can you help building an army of Beastmen against Kislev? Guillermo? Yeah, maybe after this we can, if you remind me. Yeah. All right, let's get it, team. Let's have some fun. New Magic is all about super combos in the mid game. Yeah. I play mono black, so I'm pretty evil myself. Like, I run a mono black Braids deck, and it uses Contaminate. It's really filthy. It's like, I wouldn't call it CDH, but it's like borderline. And then I have a very casual Xenagos deck, which is just like big stupid creatures that just like Unga Bunga charge. Those are the 2 decks I play mainly. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough ranting. We'll save it for another day. We have a Duel of Fates. I don't know who's going to be the Anakin and who's going to be the Obi-Wan here, but we have the returning. The prodigal son has returned. It is Housecat of War coming off a multi-month break. So he has not been playing competitive for a long time, but he's already back, in the finals of tournaments. Housecat is an extremely good player, and he's here facing the newer blood in Bastos, who's also won 5 tournaments last season. So both these players are very, very powerful. And taking a look here, we do have a Marauder Champion core. Some Marauders with Marauder Champions mixed in. Yeah, 2 Marauder Champions on the outside of the formation. So there's one here and one here. I love the tech. They're very grindy. And it looks like Housecat's going to be doing a full court press, not contesting the skirmish game. So he didn't invest in any horsemen, which means he's probably just going to be straight Unga all the way down the board. We do also have Marauder Hunters. Now, if these guys are left alone, they do a shit ton of damage. They have Shield Breaker and they wreck armor. So very short range, very weak to archers, but if left to their own devices, they can do quite a bit. On top of that, we do have a hero core in the back. So it's going to be Wulfric with Lore of Boats. Shout out to Dob Plays for giving me that inspiration. And Wulfric or excuse me, the Werekin, his name could also be Wolfric, who knows, but Werekins are good. Solid fighters, and against heavy war sleds, against frostworms, against anything big, the Werekin is going to be able to fight them. Last but not least, Shadowcaster, super meta. Pitashades against Kislev is just chef's kiss. It's very, very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over here we do have the forces of Bostas. So Bostas, this is his style. Bostas is an objective player who loves to use mobility and bounce between objectives. He's very, very good at it. So he's got 3 units of horse archers, and in the back it's going to be a standard Kislev army of Kossars with what appears to be some standard bow Kossars, so just going bare bones. We got, Big Daddy Boris Ursus. Let's freaking go in Urskin. So this guy's ready to party, man, and he's an insane anti-large fighter. Without healing, you definitely want a Patriarch with him, but yeah, he can do work, and it is going to be Hawks of Miska, which is very good against Marauder infantry. So we'll have to see how that all unfolds. Marinuk, my life for Kislev. Yes, Confused Elf, that's right. Thank you, I appreciate the donation. And Amco, the Werekin's name is Wolfric. Yeah, that's good. I love it, Amco, Wolfric. So this is a very risky playstyle here from Bostas. He's getting, he's just trying to steal the home objective and being really cagey about it. Okay, you see what I'm saying about Bostas using mobility and playing objectives very heavily, but he is going to be diminished when the Marauder champions arrive. So no longer is he going to be able to play that, but that's really sweaty, right? Like this kind of play on the objective is really just going to buy you, another 15 seconds of your opponent not getting points, give or take, which is good. And honestly, the horse archers did some respectable damage against Wolfric. He's actually losing a ton of HP for being a shielded armored unit. So Kislev advancing up, and they do have 2 objectives against the current no objectives of Housecat. But Housecat is going to be playing the old school style of just kind of swarming up the board and getting the party started. And Boris Ursus and the Frostbane are going to be diving on top of the Hunters, probably. I think that's his plan. And then he's going to be using the Hawks of Miska. So probably going to be bouncing between the Marauder Hunter units and just methodically doing that. Now, in response, he's going to cast Force of Will. No, he's going to cast get some Skin Wolves out of here. So probably going to call in some Skin Wolves to fight these guys. We'll have to see. So the rest of the armies are fighting. One horse archer does get caught, so it looks like Housecat of War is able to get his prize, and many of the horse archers are going to be ripped apart by the Beast of Tashnar. So that's a pretty brutal engagement there. Man, those horse archers got shreked. There still are 2 of them in good shape. Pit of Shades did go down right here, so big old Pit of Shades was able to wreck the Kossars, but the battle lines have now clashed, and it looks like Norska is aiming to get some play on that back objective. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, they chose banners, which are super similar. Housecat chose one that is also blue, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell who's who, so my sincere apologies about that. On the side here, I like this engagement. The Norscan Ice Wolves do jump on top of the Kossars. But this is the spear variant. So the Kossars will probably uptrade here. With their spear attacks, they will be able to fight back against the Ice Wolves, and it should be a fine fight as some Kossovite Dervishes are called in. Big Pit of Shades on the other side as well. It's super good against Kislev since their infantry are quite expensive, and it pretty much has KOs in infantry. So, the old ways are still effective. And Norska is keeping their archers online, and their infantry, not their archers, but their missiles. So the Marauder Hunters are online here. Hawks of Miska going down, doing a shit ton of damage right there. So that's going to be some big old damage. And we do have the advancing hordes of Marauder champions pushing back Kislev. Kislev probably wishing it had some heavy war sleds. In the meantime, the Marauder Hunters pressing the home objective here, but pulling back. It looks like Housecat's going to be trying to get some distance here and get the throwing axe salvos in the face of these units, and you're about to see a lot of damage, as the French say, when he eventually turns around and shoots. But he's just not wanting to get caught. He's kiting these guys, and his micro is certainly on point. So Kislev in danger of losing its home objective, and Wolfric, Wolfric is on the hunt. Finally, he found something he can beat in a duel, which is the Frost Maiden. And he's going to be chasing down the Frost Maiden, who should be able to get away. And Skinwolf Werekin coming in as well. All right, this is a little bit dangerous. Boris Ursus coming in with the halberd support. No, very chivalrous of him. But the Red Tsar going to be putting in the work and doing battle with Wolfric, as the value trading in this game is more or less dead even. We do see the Griffin Legion maybe thinking about making a play for the back objective. So a Griffin Legion call-in, pretty good for cleaning out chaff units. Norse controls are also going to be the call-in as well. And it looks like the Frost Maiden is safe. And a little bit of lag in this game, so hopefully we don't have a disconnect. It's a very, very close game, but if we do have a disconnect, we would basically just have a replay at this point because it's too close to call. Typically, you would give the win to the person who didn't disconnect, but assuming, yeah, it's a disconnect. So it's going to be up to Housecat if they want to replay that. Because technically, Housecat would get the win, but that's a pretty lame way to end a tournament and win a tournament, so we'll see what they want to do. All right, so let's see what's cooking here. Going to talk to Housecat. No problem. Take your time, dude. All right, so going to check with the players. Weird disconnect. We haven't had a disconnect in a while, but it was a close enough game that could have gone either way, right? Like, even though Kislev was losing on the objectives, Norska also had its Lord with some of its characters trapped. So we'll get that replayed here. So let me talk to the players. Okay. Fastas and Housecat. House Cat, you down for a replay? Okay, checking. Got to see what's going on. It was getting good. If so, we use same builds. All right, so I'm gonna send this here. Let's get the invite back, and we will run that game back. So they would just use the same builds, and it'd be fine. It was a close game. I haven't heard from Boss Toss yet. He's in chat with a bunch of people. So, I mean, they're in the same clan together. I'd be really surprised if Housecat doesn't want to give him a replay. Only if something came up and he needs to go, which I would completely understand. Wolfric sent him to the Shadow Realm. I know. Absolutely. What's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? What is it going to be? I still have not heard from either of these guys. They're being extra secretive here. They're probably just coordinating amongst one another. Unless I disconnected from the game and they're still playing. Or are you two still playing? And I just DC. If that's the case, that's even better, because then I can just get the replay from them and cast the finals for you guys. Let me see if they're still playing. I'm a Spirit. Thanks for becoming a channel member. Let me just see who they're in chat with in the RTK Discord. I can go lurk there and see. All right. Okay, no, it looks like House Cat's on the menu right now. And we're waiting to see if Boss Toss is coming back. I suspect an internet outage. Hold me now. And 6 feet from the edge and lagging, I know. Yeah, Laura Boats is good. No, if yeah, technically if Boss Toss can't play, then it would... I would give Housecat 2 options. He could either have the win, or he could play me. Because since I would be the next person to replace Boss Toss. Yeah. He's disappeared? Okay, we'll give him a couple minutes. We'll give him like, 3, 4, 5 minutes here and see if he can reconnect. No, Kislev isn't bad to play against anymore. They're not bad. I don't mind playing them at all. Okay, what do we got? What is it going to be? Boss had mentioned having internet connections because of some work happening today. Probably finally caught up with them. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Housecat, we'll play it by ear. It's up to you. If you want to just take the win, you can. Or you could play the next person in line. That would be me, technically, since Boss Toss and I played in the semis. But whatever you feel like doing, boss. Whatever you feel like doing. I'm totally understand either way. I know you got stuff going on, so don't stress it. Make him face the double Black Dragons. My Grand Finals faction is Warriors of Chaos, so it'd be Walk. If we were to have a Duel of Fates. But I'd rather Boss Toss play. I want to get him in here. He earned the spot, you know? And we'll see if he comes back. Yes, yes. Okay, so Housecat, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to give Boss Toss 2 more minutes. So let me set up a timer on my phone, and we'll give him 2 minutes. And if he doesn't come back in 2 minutes, then we will display. Yeah, I'm like the other old man substitute here. All right, so let's go ahead here and do... All right, he's got a 2-minute timer. It's okay. You back now? He says his internet went out. He's on his phone right now. Either way. Double Chaos Dragon, yes. 2 minutes is an eternity. So Boss Toss is communicating with me now. I'm going to try and find out how long it's going to take him to get his internet back. No. Oh, no. Man, that's rough. He says, I think I'm doomed. You will. All right, let's see. All right, so... Yeah, looks like it's going to be me versus Housecat. All right, guys, we made it to the finals. The Haggard way. It is what it is. I'll take it. And we're probably going to lose here too, but yeah, it's fine. It'll be good. Bostas says his internet is straight up dead and it's not coming back right now. Let's see. It may come back, but it would take like 10 minutes. Okay, I feel bad. Like, he earned this spot. Let me see if Housecat wants to... Yo. So would you want to play one for fun? Then, when Boss Toss comes back, you guys can play off stream. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to figure it out so he earns his spot, because I don't like getting these kind of wins. I was kept playing and oh yeah, and then I was like, wait a minute, yeah. Housecat, I shot you a message in Discord if you don't mind responding. I'm trying to work it out where. Okay, aces. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to play a proxy final. And then Housecat, that this isn't going to count for the leaderboard, but this is kind of like a in spirit grand final. And then those two are going to compete for the actual win. Okay, so that's going to be the plan. Okay, so Housecat and I are playing finals that don't count for fun. Then, when you're back online, you and Cat play for the final W. Oh, no worries, Housecat. You're good. Yeah, that's Boss House is going to be very happy to hear that. He's been wanting to win a tournament. He's been trying hard. So, and he earned that spot. So him and Housecat can play it out. This is not going to count, even though it is technically like a finals of sort. So yeah, let's play it out. Boss Toss earned that spot. I don't want to win a spot off like him DCing. It's stupid. Okay. We'll do it live. Screw it. We're doing it live. All right. So I played this matchup recently. I had some pretty fun stuff. Hold me now. Yes. It is time. Let the Nurglings feast. Deal? All right. We're going to have some fun, though. But it's going to be a sweaty build. But we're also going to have some fun. Okay. So next up, what do we want to call in? Two of these bad boys. And obviously we're going to want some of these. Huh. Yeah, I think these will be better. Cool. We know he likes his Pit of Shades. He's a Pit of Shades enjoyer. Looking good. All right, so that starting build looks pretty good. I think we just get Homeboy now, so we're going to get this. And yeah, that's... I think I'm going to need a healer of some sort, probably. Yeah. Probably so, ladies and gentlemen. Probably so. Okay, so that guy's going to come out. Looking good. Yeah, so Boss Toss disconnected. I was the second runner-up for the Grand Finals, so I'm going to play the Grand Finals for fun for you guys, so we can have a good closeout to the stream. And if I win, then we win in spirit. But in terms of the official scoreboard for Total Tavern, Housecat and Boss Toss are going to play each other after this off-stream, because they're both RTK. Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? Oh my god. That Google timer just jump scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. God damn. All right. Let's get a couple of these. And what are we going to want next? Did that jump scare anybody else? That sure did. All right. So Norskin Ungabunga. Norska Kawa Ungabunga. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, that I forgot I put the timer on and it was pretty loud, so... Give me a heart attack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There was a delay on that, and I saw it coming. It was like a slow motion train wreck. Turin saw the pearly gates. Yeah, I actually did. Unironically, that was scary. Okay. And these guys, I think, are Mark of Corn, right? And Mark of Chaos, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to play as if the Blood Beasts use Mark of Corn. I don't know if they're supposed to, but I'm just going to play it as if they do this game. Let's get you in the main army. It's going to be better. And then we got 600 Gs left. So what can we mix in there? Another one of these? Yeah. That's going to be A-okay. All right, so probably just 2 of those is going to be good. Do we want any chariots? I don't think so. Boss Toss's internet is still dead, yeah, so this is a good plan. Having these guys duke it out in the 4th quarter will work out. Okay, 2 of these bad boys, and we want to get a Chaos Knight unit. Like a single Chaos Knight unit probably isn't bad. It's like a sweeper. I think we have enough tools to deal with mammoths and whatnot if we do encounter any of those fell beasts. Do we need Marauder Great Weapons? I don't think so. And I wish we had another Mark of Chaos. You can never have enough chaos, you know. There's always a little something more. Okay, so let's get you in the starting army. And then we got 875 or 825. Okay. Condom wolves are a thing. Chariots don't feel super good here, although I just don't feel like microing a chariot. So it's not going to happen. You're just gonna pay the price. All right, good luck, have fun. I'm so sorry about the jump scare, guys. I did not mean it. Okay. Let's go, brother. Let's get this dub. Let's get the metaphorical, the spiritual tournament win. We've got second life. This build's pretty badass. I think it's got some teeth for sure. Yeah. I feel pretty good against Norska. I played this one a bit. Although my build isn't what I usually do. I'm trying something different, and I think it'll work. Skull Crushers are pretty heavy metal. Yeah, they're badass. Yeah, Warriors of Chaos are a great faction. Honestly, they're solid. They're very balanced. And yeah. We'll try and get Boss Toss and House Cat to play later. Okay, so for the build, it's classic. Marauders, you know, Hell Cannon is a staple here. It's how you deal with their freaking speedy boys, or their skirmishers and their throwing axes and all that, right? All right, so you're going to sit on the home objective. We're going to get Kolek Chad Eater going there. He's going to be in 3. We got the Horseman in 2. We're going to be capturing our home objective. Hell Cannon's going to be back here, right in the middle, just kind of chilling out and covering the entire battlefield, basically, although arguably safer back here. So that looks fine. Let's get you in the group here. Hellstriders are going to be in group... Yeah, let's actually put you guys in 4. Kolek in 2, and then you in 3. So we're going to do... This guy's going to go try and capture some objectives upfield. All right, good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. And here we are. Okay. Yeah, because they could just play the finals off stream, right? It's whatever. I'm happy to do that. But this is a final, sort of. You know, if I win, then, you know, I'll be very happy. Kolek and a Nurgle caster and a Norska, you know. I knew you guys would like Kolek here. He's such a Chad. All right, so let's get this. Let's grab this. And let's move up this way. And, oh my god, what the hell is this? We got a Mammoth and the freaking Cold Voider. Okay, well, yeah, we're definitely going to shoot the Cold Voider with the cannon pretty much nonstop. We got this, and we're going to need some anti-large for sure. So let's park you guys up here. We should be able to easily defend our backfield. Chosen Halberds are for sure going to be the next call-in, and we don't want any of that smoke. Let's get Kolek moving this way, get these guys. I really wish I had brought Marauder Horseman throwing axes. Oh my god, he's got double... Oh, okay, it's Wolfric. I thought that there was another Mammoth back there, like a dreaded double Mammoth build or something. All right, so let's get you going after the Cold Voider. We can use the speed buff because it's helpful. And I don't want to attack there. That's a big old bait right there. He's trying to lure me in with the sweet Siren of the Sea. And now we're going to get some Chosen Halberds. They're super metal. Although maybe this early it's too risky to call in the Chosen Halberds. Wolfric's playing a dangerous game back here. I could definitely attack him with the Hellstriders. He's not going to have a good trade there. So yeah, good breath attack though. It's very clean. And we do get a little bit of chase here, a little bit of that. And now we're going to retreat because we don't want to get baited into a bad situation. I think calling out some Blood Beasts is going to be good. The Blood Beasts are pretty money in this matchup. So we're going to try and make them work. All right, so the Star Crusher is nearby. And now we're going to get the Hell Cannon to start just shooting into whatever. Does he have any champs? He doesn't, just trash units mostly. Okay, so he calls out Mass Mobility. And we're going to get our battle line like so. Kolek's here with Lord of the Storm. You got the Hellstriders ready. Blood Beasts are going to be excellent here, and you can already see we're getting some respectable damage into the Marauder Core. Yeah, should be fun. This is going to be a great Grand Finals, man. I'm hyped for this one. This is going to be a good old jolly time. All right, so we need to deal with the things that threaten Kolek, right? The Marauder Horsemen. So we're going to go after that, and we're going to get Marauders here and Marauders here. Get our Nurgle caster up, ready to go, and yeah, we're just going to have some fun. Blood Beast's also coming in. Blood Beast can actually go out here and fight these guys. And then we can use Lord of the Storm on you, just to do some damage. And you guys throw in there too. Great. So he did dodge that. Very well played to him. The Blood Beasts have arrived, and we were able to break the middle, so let's hold our ground. And looks like there's nothing sneaking up on me in the backfield. We do have the Hellstriders waiting, just in case. And yeah, there's healing, or some Spirit Leech going down, which I don't hate that choice, but we do have some fatness here. So let's go ahead and get the Chosen Halberds coming out. It's you want to get them out early, if at all, right? So those guys are here. We're going to do this. Hell Cannon's going to continue blasting away. Let's actually go after the Cold Voider. That's going to be, I think, a bit of a better choice here. And Blood Beasts of Khorne are pretty nasty little fighters. They definitely do some work, and we have you nearby. So let's get the Hellstriders to go chase these guys, and we can go after the Mammoth. It looks like Hunter of Champions is activated, and now hopefully the Star Crusher is going to feast. We will find out. All right, so Javelin's being thrown. Do we need to heal our boy yet? Not yet. Let's pull you back. You guys screen this out. Let's pull you in. And we're going to chase over here. And Kolek is doing pretty good so far. He's hanging in there like a champ. We do get another breath attack. Cold Voider is getting nailed by that Hell Cannon. And I don't like this 2v1, though. He's a little bit on his own there. And the Hellstriders are going to chase down, hopefully, a lot of his mobility, although we can just go after this Sorcerer right here. Let's pull Big Daddy Kolek back and then turn around and bonk him in the head. And we're going to go ahead and do a Fleshy Abundance on our boy. Keep the Javelin Fire singing in there, and we do get his caster isolated, which is good. So we're going to start working out some Chosen or regular Halberds now as well. So we do get a trap there, and the Hellstriders are getting his caster very, very low, but I don't want to just lose them. Wolfric is getting smashed, and let's get our Nurgle caster in there to fight a little bit, and our position here does fold up a little bit, which is scary, but that's why we have Chosen coming. So the Chosen are going to be super money. Let's go threaten his back objective. Let's get the Hellstriders away. You guys chase here. You guys circle around this way, and then go up there and deal with that. All right. So how are we looking? Yep, Hell Cannon's still doing good damage, and we're going to retreat back and get these Chosen in there, and that's going to be big, big money for us. And then we just turn around and fight, and we live our best life. Okay, so the Marauders are threatening the home objective, which is going to force him to put some respect on its name. Regular Halberds are on the way over, and Kolek is getting bonked again, but not before he's going to try and return the favor. He's been doing very good this game. Nurgle character. If my opponent was paying a lot of attention here, he would definitely go for the Nurgle character, because he's very alone. Okay, Wolfric is doing that. He did smell the blood in the water. Let's fight here. Let's get you away. I don't know. What the hell? How did Kolek break? He's pretty healthy right now. That's weird. Well, anyways, it should be fine. Marauders are threatening the back objective. Let's get another Hellstrider out and have them come help. Kolek is going to rally 100%. And the Chosen Halberds will continue doing good work. We do get... Oh, look at him matrixing that shot. How cool is that? Let's go after the Marauder Spears. That's going to be a little bit more guaranteed value. So Kolek, we need to get a heal on him. Name a more iconic duo, Kolek and a Life Caster. Yes, it's the new Franz. All right, we're just going to keep chasing after him back here and just being annoying. And we do get some mobility here, so yeah, let's see what we can get done. So Halberds are going to be heading up to the point. Kolek is healthy. Chosen are winning this fight. It's just going to take a hot minute. And we can bonk Wolfric on the head, hopefully. And let's get another Halberd coming up. Halberds are very good in the Norskin matchup. And we do get a very good fight. All right, so lurking around. It looks like he's threatening the objective. Our Halberds are almost there. Definitely a little blunderoo letting the Wolfric dual Kolek happen. That is not what he wants to be doing. We're going to go after his caster again. And the Hell Cannon is singing. It's doing good. Yeah, it's doing a lot of damage. So Kolek is healthy. The Halberds have arrived on the point. Let's go after the Mammoth here. He gets a beautiful breath attack on me. And let's see if we can lock this guy down. Pull Kolek back. Let's Throwing Axe you. Get the Nurgle caster going. And you guys head to this point. And yeah, Halberds just keep cruising for a bruising. It's a very, very close game. This is a nail-biter of a match. Let's get these guys away. And hopefully we can take down the Mammoth right now. That would be really nice. We're going to have another heal for Kolek soon. So that's going to be money. All right, Hellstriders keep chasing and screening. He obviously wants another breath attack. He's going to come for my Hell Cannon back here, which is a great choice. So we don't really have the means to defend it, although that's not true. I can pull the Marauder Horseman back, and that's going to be nice. The Blood Beasts. All right, Blood Beasts chase things. Mammoth, pull back. We do manage to hold on to the point, and we're going to try and punish this dragon. So let's go ahead and drop the crew and start running. And you guys come back. You guys move up. Kolek is going to try and get this Deathcaster if my opponent's not paying attention. And Kolek is... Probably, am I going to have enough for another one after this? I will. Okay, yeah, we should. So the crew is going to waddle away, and we can call in a Hellstrider back here, although it's still on cooldown right now. So Kolek getting a nice beat down on this unit is very, very cost effective. The Hellstriders, unfortunately, here did get overrun a little bit, but his Deathcaster gets bonked in the head, so that's incredibly cost effective for us. Dragon character is causing problems, but Hellstriders should deal with it with the Marauder Horsemen. So let's do this and get you guys unsummoned here. Kolek doing a great job. He smashes that Deathcaster, and now the Halberds are going to advance up on the point. That's a lot of pointy sticks for my opponent to deal with, right? It's a hell of a lot of pointy sticks. All right, let's get you up here. And are we going to salvage the Chaos Dwarf crew? So we're going to get in there, and he's going to lose his dragon for his efforts. You know, that's great for us. Halberds just all over the place, looking great, and we're going to have another heal eventually. It's still a ways off. The objective does flip. The dragon is going to die. We need to keep this back here, this unit, and I think just calling in a Blood Beast is going to be effective. So Blood Beasts are just very good. We almost got that Warshrine Mammoth down. Almost got it. Halberds are up on the point fighting, but my opponent has the capture weight advantage. So let's get Kolek back. He is getting a little bit of Javelin Fire. And the Hell Cannon is now back online. So what do we want to shoot? Do we want to try and finish off the Mammoth? Probably going to be a good idea. So let's get you over here, and the Dragon character, we need to chase it down. Let's get the Hellstriders coming up to help, and I think we're all hands on deck now. So we need the Marauders up on the point here. So Kolek's going to move in. Chosen Halberd's still fighting. Mammoth is at 2,000 HP, give or take. And yeah, we just need more stuff up on the point. Let's get some Chaos Warrior Great Weapons, just dudes for the dude god, basically. All right, so you guys go there, and we don't have enough for the big heals yet. We got to watch out for that Javelin Fire. That's going to be very nasty. Wolfric is very low, too. So let's see if we can get back here and maybe do a little something with these Hellstriders. Let's run you down, do this, and the shooting continues. And now the Javelins, Hunter of Champions is activated, but we're going to have one more big heal on our boy. We see the Mammoth is actually very close to death, which is good. Let's get some Marauders coming up, so we just need the Swelling Hordes of Chaos to arrive. Blood Beast with the Chosen, pretty heavy metal. Mammoth is held back. Let's retreat you, get you guys here, get these Hellstriders to retreat. The Giga Chad Chosen are still fighting, and Kolek Chad Eater is just big as Dongus over here. Let's get him in there to see what he can do. Yeah, almost have enough there. Almost have enough. Blood Beasts are also going to be very scary. They're incredible fighters. Come on, finish the Mammoth. Okay, it's broken. It's got 500 HP. Are we going to get it? Maybe so. Come on, Kolek. Mountain God. All right, so Horsemen have done their job. Let's get them up to come help out and maybe threaten back capping here. The capture weight is going for us. Let's get our Nurgle caster here and do this. Okay, looking good. Awesome, awesome. Oh, yeah, Mammoth's down and Kolek's still alive. All right, we just need to keep him alive, and then we're big pimping here. Let's get Marauders coming. We just need to get waves of infantry, because we have the capture weight advantage, so we just... Or, excuse me, the... yeah, we do have the capture weight advantage on the objective, so just keep compounding that advantage. And he's grinding into Chosen and Blood Beasts, which are super good fighters, so we're also going to get Chaos Warriors there. I think making a play for his back objective isn't a bad idea either. All right, so Hell Cannon, we need to get some good shots. So let's try and just shoot into this just morass of units here. All right, Nurgle Caster's hanging, Spirit Leech going down. He wants it bad. We're going to go to his back objective now and take the Marauder Horsemen, go this way. Chaos Warriors have arrived. Do we have anything with mass to take help with these trolls? Yeah, we do have some Hellstriders. They can go help, but we're going to go play the back objective while the Chosen and Blood Beast try and grind here. So, because Kolek is, online, we have our Marauder Horsemen. They're going to be able to do quite a bit here as well. So let's move there and see what we can do. I have nothing on my home objective. That's a little bit dodgy, so I think we need to reinforce that if we can. And we do get the Norscan Warhounds coming across. So we're going to take our mobility and just go steal his home point. Yeah, should be doable. Wolfric is just hiding in the shadows. He's not going to be able to contribute a whole lot. So that's great. And we have a couple Marauders cruising for a bruising over here. And he really wants his Hell Cannon, man. Or is he just parking on the objective? Okay, he's just parking on the objective. All right. So yeah, we steal his home objective, which is pretty clutch, using our mobility. We took down the Mammoth, which feels good. And did we chase that thing? I think we can take the really tattered Hellstriders and run them down. Let's get you going here. Mountain God, we still have Lord of the Storm, which I have been neglecting to use. So I better use that before I forget. All right, move in. These Halberd boys probably need to be unsummoned if we can. We got the Hellstriders chasing those guys down. And we have a pretty good grip on his home objective. We just need to hold it for a little while longer. Hellstriders able to run those guys off, which is good. And what do we call in here for reinforcements? Marauders. And we have enough for a Blood Beast too. We will soon. All right. Cool beats. So we're here. A little bit scary, dealing with these advancing spears. We probably want to bring the Marauders back. And we can go and just try and get a big Alpha Strike on these guys. Like a Terror Route would be very, very good. The Marauders here are going to hold these guys back. Let's get them over the top here. And I'm hoping we can just Unga Bunga through this. But these spears are probably going to be able to fend us off, unfortunately. Man, I'm going to have one more heal on Kolek too. All right, so Lord of the Storm is coming. The Hell Cannon, what do we want to shoot into? I'm shooting these guys. Good. So we've been able to run down a couple of these. So now these need to come. Let's get some Chaos Knights. That's actually going to be super money at clearing off a lot of the chaff units. And Kolek needs to run away. I can't afford to lose my Lord. I basically just need to hold this objective for as long as humanly possible. We have one more fleshy. Let's get this Nurgle caster out. Let's get you guys to come across. Maybe we're going to be able to overwhelm the middle. Those are Marauder Spearmen, so not fun. Hell Cannon's out of ammunition, so I'm going to go ahead and unsummon that. And Kolek needs to retreat with this other character here. He's going to get his objective now, so we got to just piece the hell out. All right, all hands on deck. Poison Hounds, the works. All right, so let's go. Do we have the Hellstrider still? Yeah, we have some over here, so they need to go. Make sure he doesn't get my back objective. And these guys chased his horsemen all the way off to the Shadow Realm. So let's call these guys in. Kolek needs to juke a little bit. And yes, so get these hounds. Should be able to clean them up. And the Chaos Knights, let's go get these and move you guys through and get these Poison Hounds to move on through here. Help nibble on these Marauders. And Kolek needs to just keep weaving and bobbing and juking. And if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Yes, all that good stuff. All right, so come back across. Very, very close match here. Hellstriders should be able to clean up these threats on the back objective. But the Chaos Knight's just making very quick work of those units. And unfortunately, it's going to take a while to get any halberds there. So I think we need only speed. We just need to get fast boys. Yeah, and here's another freebie here. These Marauder Hunter Javelins, they're going to get it pretty good. Kolek unfortunately got hunted, which is very lore accurate to have Norska hunting down monsters and shit, right? So let's get this. And the Chaos Knights are about to feast. And we do start to flip this. Do we win on one objective is the question. I think we maybe do. Yeah, we actually do win on one objective, so we just need to secure that and just Helm's Deep. Yep, we win on one. But if we can secure both, that's going to be even better. So these guys are going to come back. Let's capture the middle objective to seal the deal. And Kolek just on the run. Chaos Knights are just mega disruptive here, which I'm loving. So if we could flip this and have the Blood Beasts hold the home objective, let's get some Poison Hounds over there as well. We got a couple chosen. Let's unsummon them in case we need them for the home hold. And we managed to steal that. So pretty good for us. Poison Hounds will hopefully rip apart these spears. And we do get the middle objective, which is great. So let's get the Poison Hounds over here to rear charge these. And the Nurgle caster needs to just go reinforce the back point. Yeah, we went on one, just barely. It's tight. Chaos Knights, just absolute menaces. I'm loving how good they're doing right now. And the Blood Beasts, yep, they're grinding on the point. I think we got this. It's over. I don't think he can win. I could be wrong, but I think we got him in the bag now. Because we have a double cap on him. We're got Chaos Knights just rampaging and threatening his back objective. I think we're looking pretty good. All right, so yeah, now we just chill on this. I mean, I could even go reinforce the middle at this point. Probably not a bad idea. Some Marauders are there, and we're going to pull you in. Yes, try and hold on to that objective. Chaos Knight's just going to zoom over there and you know, be disruptive, although we could just keep killing Marauders. It's honestly not a bad idea. All right, so let's see. Yeah, we got Marauders heading to the home point. Blood Beasts are awesome, by the way. I love the Blood Beasts. We're going to fight in here, and what do I want to fleshy? The Chaos Knights would be the best target for a fleshy abundance. It is occupying a shit ton of his army, so I'm happy to let the Chaos Knights just fight over there and just reinforce on the back. All right, so let's get Chosen coming. Yeah, he's going to have to play for the back objective here. Let's pull back, and the Nurgle caster, let's heal the Blood Beasts. That's good as it's going to get. Chaos Knights do lose over there. You know, a lot of units and magic being used on them. But here we go. The Grand Finals duel, baby. Here we go. The old man, do we still got it? Oh, shit, he's got a lot of stuff. Suddenly, I was like, oh, I got this. And then I look and I'm like, he's got like 1 million units. He's going to have to swarm onto the objective, though, which is definitely going to suit me. If I can get these damn halberds in position and these hounds to rally, that's going to be pretty big. Oh, shit, he might actually have a chance here, guys. This is very dodgy. This is very, very dodgy. It's mostly skirmish cav. I'm going to need to get, yeah, oh, Hellstriders are going to be super money here. All right, let's get the Hellstriders up. You guys fight. Yeah, he's going for it, the brute force. Come on, Hellstriders. Let's go, hounds. Everything just unga bunga on the objective. Come on, halberds. Come on, hold. Where are my Chaos Knights? Okay, they're not here. Okay, we're about to get a shit ton of capture weight on this objective. So let's get on to the point. Yes, Hellstriders have arrived, and the Warriors have arrived also. The capture weight's in my favor again. I guess we're just doing this. Oh shit, I should have saved that for Hellstride. That was a mistake. Okay, whatever. It's a long-term investment. Okay, so we're routing these guys off. And can we get these hounds off the objective? The halberds are fighting. Oh, God. Oh, man. It's all hands on deck here. And, ooh, do I have an opportunity to steal something on the side? I don't. Hounds are back. Oh, no, he stole the objective with 15 seconds. Oh, man. Okay, can I push him off, though, is the question. He's sacrificing a shit ton of units here, like Marauder Horsemen and whatnot, into bad fights. So there's maybe a chance I can get him off and, like, recapture this. Okay. But it's going to be close. Okay, do I have another Hellstrider? Yeah, I'm going to need another one. Let's get the Hellstriders in and call them in. So maybe the Marauder call-in wasn't bad. Come on, give me that unit. Okay, there we go. So Hellstrider's coming. Halberd Warriors are up on the point. Let's keep pushing. We just got to fight the good fight. Wolfric's coming in to try and get my Nurgle caster. His hounds do get broken off. We just need to just push on up. Just push it on up. And we get another Hellstrider. Okay, the capture weight's back in our favor. These guys are going to threaten this. Let's keep that going. And yeah, we do start to get the value trading going. The Hellstriders are getting a good grind. Warriors are in. Let's call a Marauder unit because we just need all hands on deck here. And do those Poison Hounds rally? Oh, God. Come on. Come on. Push them off. Just get those guys off. There they go. Wolfric is in the danger zone, too. If we can kill Wolfric. Oh, might have been a blunder getting Wolfric on the point. Let's see. Okay, so the Halberd Warriors are trying. Maybe we can kill Wolfric. If we can kill him, that's a leadership issue for my opponent. Oh, my God. It's so close. Okay, Wolfric's broken. Oh, no. I think he's got it. I just can't get it back quick enough. Oh, man. If I had reinforced it better, maybe, but I didn't. Okay, Wolfric's running. Oh, my God. He just barely wins. Jesus, what a good game. Oh, my God. It was so good. I have to cast that separately, probably. So good. Oh, that was so good. Okay. So he beat one of the bosses. I'm like the second boss. Now, Boss Toss is his final boss. Dude. Super good. All right. Okay, perfect. So now, if you have time, you can play Toss, or you two can schedule it for later. Up to you. Seriously, that was like a movie. That was like a movie scene. I'm actually kind of happy that that game didn't actually count as the grand finals because I would have been a little sad if I lost that close of a game. Yeah. Okay, that was rad, wasn't it? That was so good. Hey. Okay. Okay, it looks like the real boss fight is going to happen now. Let me get this set up here. We can't blue ball you guys this. We got to do the real finals. Turin finals. Okay, and I think Boss Toss is back. Okay. Let's see if we can run it back and see how this goes. That was a great game though. That was a great game. It was so good. Yeah, no Skin Wolves. It was definitely a different style. Want to see the Hell Cannon number? Sorry, I was so excited to get here that I just didn't. It looks like they both have time. So Boss Toss has time. Just have to see if Housecat does. He's good to go. If you need to reschedule, it's no P. Freaking epic. I know Badger Knight, wasn't it? Take your time. All right. Okay. Okay, guys, we have 10 to 15 minutes. We have like a little break because they got some stuff going on IRL, but they're going to play it. So after all the drama and all the hype, we're going to get our grand finals. For your participation trophy, Happy New Year's. That's right. I'll take it. Thank you. Mammoth was like taking a cannon shot to the dome with Kolek hitting it. Yeah, it was a Mammoth was a Chad. Those Mammoths are quite good. I mean, 3 hours isn't even that long of a stream, so I don't mind hanging out for another 10 minutes. As long as you guys got it in you, I'm good to go. Hey, Merrimack and Badger Knight, thank you. That was a really close game. That was like one minor decision difference. I think, you know what maybe lost me the game was sacrificing my Chaos Knights over there. Like, if I had brought the Chaos Knights back to defend and just not sacrifice them into the Marauders, I think we're in good shape. I think they hold them off. Yeah, really close, dude. Really close. But against such a high caliber player, you know, it just comes down to one or two mistakes. Hey, Sice, what's up, dude? Have you been doing the dwarves? Have you assembled any of the Proud Dowie yet, or are they still chilling? No pressure, obviously. Just curious. I sent our boy Sice here some dwarf tabletop minis. It was an insane game. Yeah, Kislev versus Norska here. Yes, yes. So we'll see what they do. Just took them out of the plastic so far. Holidays are. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. No pressure, man. Yeah, you're gonna have fun with those though. Oh, Kolek froze up trying to hit the mammoth. Yeah, there's always a lot of weird shit like that in Total War. It's just the nature of the beast, man. Oh, he caught the end. Boss House is saying he enjoyed that game. He's like, it's gonna be hard to beat the epicness of that game. Ain't that the truth? I really thought I had that game though. I thought it was over. I did not think he was gonna like. You guys can probably hear the confidence. I was like, it's over. He doesn't have this. Then suddenly I see he's got like 5,000 horsemen. I'm like, wait a second, that's a lot of capture weight. It's a double final, baby. Yes. Yes. Okay. Gotta rest. Pause. Thank you though. Yeah, he offered for us to play a game. Yeah, Warriors of Chaos are so good, man. They're such a fun faction. I wonder how the Halberd Warriors did. I feel like they held their own. The Chosen were pretty cool. They fought for a long time. They were definitely a threat. Although I almost brought the Khorne Chosen. They might have been better. With the spell resist, they would have barely taken any damage, and they would have been a really good anchor piece. Gandalf came to rescue the Norskins on the third point. They did. Can we do theory crafting? How about Skaven into Ogres? Sure, we can do that. Although I'm in a lobby with them. I don't want to leave it, so it's a little tricky. We'll do it on another stream, probably. We will do it on another stream. Gandalf. Gandalf is coming. Lord of the Rings Total War would be cool someday. You know, maybe like 10 years from now. That'd be pretty epic. Especially if they kind of... Oh, man. Imagine playing the Fellowship campaign. How would you even play that? You get like a bunch of single entity characters and have to like get the ring to Mount Doom. That would be... Yeah, would there be a Fellowship campaign where you just play with a couple heroes? And I guess you would get like missions, right? So you'd have the Fellowship, and then there would be like, you know, neutral armies nearby helping you, like the Rangers of Ithilien, or, you know. Yeah, it's fun thing to kind of theorycraft as well. Yeah, New Year's Eve for you over there. Yeah, that's right, Ed. That's right. Let me make sure we're all good here on the back end. Yeah, Housecat said he had something to take care of on the phone, so no sweat. Been playing Lord of the Rings Total War Medieval 2. Definitely would be great to see an official game. Yeah. Wasn't there whispers of like Battle for Middle-earth 2? New Lord of the Rings RTS. Is there anything? Is there? Yeah, I mean, you have Battle for Middle Earth 2. That game's like 5,000 years old. Yeah, I'm looking on Google to see if there's anything that's coming, but yeah, I don't know why. I mean, Lord of the Rings is like a perfect setting for RTS. Like, there's a lot of cool faction identity, and I'm not talking like Total War. I'm like talking just base building RTS too. Dude, screw all these, like, you know. I mean, just give us a Battle for Middle Earth 3. Just update the Battle for Middle Earth 2. Just literally copy paste it and just give it better graphics and maybe like update some quality of life stuff and some new units, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why it just hasn't been done. Can we expect you to go balls into Civ 7? Yes. RK, yeah. I'm gonna cover that heavily, very, very heavily. The issue is the rights holders. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, but does the Tolkien estate really guard their rights closely? I mean, they give their rights out. There's like, do you know how many shitty Lord of the Rings mobile games I've seen? I've seen like 2 or 3 of those. And I mean, also Rings of Power. I mean, they made that happen. I mean, I guess that was, you know, like the Tolkien estate, they're giving up that booty a little bit right now, you know? Like, I feel like we could, if somebody wanted it bad enough, we could get a really epic Lord of the Rings RTS game. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, Rings of Power, they obviously paid a fortune for those rights, I'm sure. But like, there's like a really shitty Lord of the Rings mobile game, right? Lord of the Rings mobile game. Yeah, Lord of the Rings Rise. There's literally 4 Lord of the Rings mobile games, I think, that I'm seeing here. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest, the Lord of the Rings Rise to War, just absolute trash, right? And like, if those games can get made, then I don't know. What kind of Civ do you generally play in Civ? I usually don't go too hard on the paint and military. I usually play a very tall defensive Civ. So I like to have a small empire that really focuses on like, you know, either culture or tech or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, the freaking Gollum game? What the hell was that, dude? What is that shit? And then we can't get a good Lord of the Rings RTS game? Just give it, I mean, even, although Relic is a little, you know, I'm on the fence about Relic. Relic makes some good games. Like, I really like Company of Heroes. I think it's a very fun game, but I don't know. Relic does make games and kind of like, yeah, it's a little suspicious. Did you play Venice? Yeah, I had played Venice in Civ 5. I really enjoyed playing Poland because they get the free technology, and then I really liked playing Ethiopia in Civ 5 and Brave New World. That was one of my favorites to play. I really liked Ethiopia. Yeah. But mobile games are about kids using daddy's credit card. It's not just mobile games. People do that in World of Warcraft too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, AoE 4 is a very good game. AoE 4 is an excellent game. And honestly, if they just used the Age of Empires 4 engine and made like a Lord of the Rings game, I wouldn't even mind if the graphics were kind of pixelated and cartoonish. As long as we get like, you know, I would take that. I would take that. Because Relic does do some good stuff. You got to give credit where credit is due. Age of Empires 4 rules. That game is great. Company of Heroes is a really good game. Like Company of Heroes, Age of Empires 4. Relic, enter. All right, let's see here. So let's look real quick while we're waiting. We have a little bit of time. Yeah, so Company of Heroes is awesome, right? We have the Company of Heroes series. The original Dawn of War games were very good. Like Dawn of War 1 and 2 were very cool. Yeah, Company of Heroes 3. I haven't played Homeworld. Age of Empires 4. I mean, there's some killer games here, guys. Relic has done some really, really good stuff. They've done some great stuff. Yeah, 100%. Relic can't balance it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm telling you, Turin Medieval 2 is ancient, but you like Warcraft 3 from time to time. The Lord of the Rings mod is very good. Yeah, I'll give it a peek. I haven't played Medieval 2 since I was like young. I haven't played it in ages. As My Guitar Gently Weeps. It's a good song. It is a good song. So the Kislev player, he'll probably have his build ready by the time Housecat comes back. Housecat, I think they're just going to use the same builds, although if they want to change, it's fine too. They can wing it. You can only pick one. Total War, Lord of the Rings, or 40k? I would probably take Total War 40k because Lord of the Rings is going to have a ton of overlap with Warhammer, right? We already have like a really good fantasy Total War game in Warhammer. It has its elves, it has its dwarves, you have your orcs, you have your humans. Sure, they're different, but we already have that. I think for me, it would be 40k if I had to choose, just because 40k is going to be like, if it's done well, it's going to be a game changer, like a game changer in the world, in the gaming world. Because 40k is super mainstream, as is Lord of the Rings, but that is a game changer. If we get that, dude, that's full chub. Yeah, so, I mean, like, CA probably is reworking the engine, because Total War's engine is old and has a lot of jank in Total War Warhammer, so they're probably going to completely rework the engine. But that's a game changer. Yeah. We already have the guns in fantasy. It's true, there are guns. Yeah, no, it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be hard. It'll probably be a buggy mess at first, but hopefully it'll grow into its own. Yeah, we'll see. We will see, team. Full chub? Yeah, absolutely. It'll be on a new engine. It has to be. I'm not convinced that 40k will be awesome yet. There's so much janky bug mess related to range units pathing. That's why it has to be on a new engine, yeah. They have to redo it. It's kind of an interesting one. Like, do they change the formula? Because you know how in this game, right, when like a missile unit shoots a missile, maybe you just give like a missile unit, I don't know. because right now it's like really stupid. It's not stupid, but it's part of Total War that you can just dodge missile units, right? Like if you have a flying single entity, imagine how annoying it would be if you had like an Eldar Farseer like on a motorbike, like juking in the sky, and your Space Marines just were comically shooting at him for like 45 minutes while he wastes your ammo. I wouldn't even be opposed to if they got rid of that system and like remade it so a unit just has like accuracy, right? So if a unit has something in its line of sight, it has an accuracy rating, and the Space Marine has, let's say, a 75% chance to hit. So when it shoots its bullets and all the qualifications for line of sight are met, 75% of those bullets are going to hit the target no matter what. There's not going to be any juking bullshit. You just get in there like an RTS almost, right? And then let's say the Eldar has an ability that gives him 20% evasion. So that will lower the chance of him being hit by ranged attacks by 20%. It'll take 20% accuracy off the Marines. And there's no variance in it. You know, when you shoot, 75% of the shots are going to hit, if that's their accuracy rating or whatever, right? Like you could do something like that as well. Technically, the Eldar do that in lore. That's actually true. That would be lore accurate, right? But okay, so like shooting at an Eldar, like Eldar have like evasion. So like maybe you have a 30% chance to hit an Eldar with range attacks, you know? Yeah, Stormtrooper accuracy. yeah, for sure. I think there's options though, for sure. I would like, that would be a game I would actually legitimately be interested in working on that game. Like on the back end, not just like, you know, because when you do what I do, Creative Assembly will give you like an early look, but it's not till they're very far along in the process. Like I would like to have my hands on like in the back end development, like making sure multiplayer is good. Like I would legitimately do that. Because if it were a 40K game, that would be pretty hype. Relic really dropped the ball at Dawn of War 3. Yeah, it was a shame. It's a shame. I had some fun with it. There was a lot of really haggard shit in that game though. But in Dawn of War 3, when the mechs were fighting and the Titans, oh my god, those fights were cool. But like when the Space Marines were doing like backflips with like thunder hammers and like, oh, it was really dumb. But I do think that Dawn of War 3 could have been salvaged. I had some really good times with that game. I had some good times with it. Like there were moments in Dawn of War 3 where I was like, this game has like potential. But yeah, they kind of just screwed the pooch on it. And abandoned it, you know. We didn't even get Chaos factions. We didn't get the Necrons were like supposed to be one of the big factions coming in. Yeah, I play Death Guard in tabletop. I have 4,000 points of Death Guard, and I play what's it called too? Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer the Old World. I play that more. All right, cool. House Cat's back, guys. So hopefully you didn't enjoy our little podcast segment. They got their builds ironed out. These guys are homies, so you know we're good. Who would you play in Henry Cavill's new 40K show? I don't think I have like the face for a Space Marine, but I would like to play like, I don't know, being like an Imperial Guardsman. I feel like I could play an Imperial Guardsman. Yeah, that would be a good role for me. With like one line. Yeah. Just get absolutely annihilated by some like Tyrannid or like Chaos Warrior. Death Guard is fun. I love the Nurgle aesthetic. Yeah. Would you Battlefleet Gothic? I don't know if I would go back and play that. It was a cool game, but maybe I would like record one battle with like old Pwn Dog or something, and then we could slap it up. But yeah, we'll see. I'd be a Tyrannid. That's right. A Doorknob Servitor. All right, guys. They got their same builds, and here we are. I wish they had changed their banners, though. Oh, look at these guys. All right, this is the true grand finals for tonight. Here we are. It is going to be House God of War, and we saw the build earlier. So he's got double Marauder Champion, backed up by a Marauder front line, and we do have the Condom Wolf, so the Skin Wolf Werekin is going to be vanguarding up on the point, and the rest of his army is going to be throwing weapons. So he's got Hunters to deal with the armor, Lore of Boats, as well as a Pit of Shades caster to nuke the Kislev Elite Infantry. So pretty good. Now, looking over here at Bostos is going to be rocking Horse Archers, 3 of them. As we talked about earlier, Bostos's playstyle, he really likes to just kind of play these mobile light cav and grab objectives. So Kislev is very good at that. On top of that, rest of the battle line is going to be Kossars. We have a nice switch of Hawks of Miska, which is good against light armor. And also Boris Ursus is going to be his anti-large fighter, which is good. Battlefleet Gothic was a fun game. Yeah, Battlefleet Gothic was a lot of fun. You should play a dreaded Karate Ogren. Oh my god, the Ogren. Yeah, I think 40k is going to happen in 2026 though. 2027 at the latest. I'd be willing to wager on that, I think. Or maybe more a wager that by 2026 we will have confirmation 40k is coming. That's probably like a more safe assessment. Yeah. All right, guys. It is on. The Armored Kossars ready to go. Big, powerful muscle Slavs. These guys are pissed, and they are giant. Yeah, the Kislevites are just massive. Look at these dudes, man. What are they feeding them up there? Some serious stuff. But let me make sure the players aren't saying anything. Good luck. Hope all is well. All right, so House Cat is here, and the battle is on. So the middle objective here is going to get grabbed by the Horse Archers. So the Horse Archers are going to be feasting and immediately getting Kislev on the board in terms of points. A little bit of an adjustment from House Cat. He knew that Bostas liked to grab his back objective, so he preemptively put the Skinwolf Werk in here, but Bostas also accounted for that and just grabbed objective number 2 instead. So using Horse Archers against the Marauder Hunters is a really good call. They are going to be super weak against that and are taking casualties already, so very, very good initial skirmish phase for the Bostas. And the rest of the Kislevite army is going to be advancing up, while the old Famir Balefin is here to party. So I wonder if we're going to see things in the woods. I think they're pretty good here, although they're a little bit vulnerable against the throwing weapons and the skin wolves, so I think that's a little bit frightening. Wolfric going to be coming in with his Laura boats and chasing down the Horse Archers here. Meanwhile, the Skin Wolf Werkins are pressing and looking to try and wrestle this. This is 9 capture weight. Wolfric, the Balefiend, and the Condom Wolf here are going to be 3 capture weight each, so that's going to be 9. The Horsemen are 4 each, so that's 12 against 9, but they're able to push them off the objective and start wrestling that point. So a lot of dervishes going to be called out. Seems like there's going to be a lot of battling with the light cav this game, which is of course pretty common in domination, but heavy cav get used quite often in dom as well, I would say. So here they come. Advancing on up, the Kislevites going to be using some hybrid shooting to shoot into the Skin Wolf Werkin. Actually, no, just regular shooting. So these are the Kossars with bows, which I like. Just bare bones Kossars. Oh my god, Laura Boats just comes in and tears through. Oh no, and the Laura Boats hits the 2 armored Kossars here. Man, beautiful, beautiful cast there by our boy House Cat of War. So that was like a jump scare. That boat, I didn't even know it was coming. I was like zoomed in looking at the cinematic shot, and then the Laura Boats just flying out of nowhere. But Norska going to get up on the objective, and what are the call-ins going to be for Kislev? Heavy war sleds could also be a very good choice here. I think they'd be pretty nasty. Boris Ursus going to be leading the charge with the armored Kossars, while the regular Kossars and the standard variants continue to hold their ground against the advancing Marauders. Hoxa Miska will be next up on the table. This is a very clunky position here. I really don't like this. Like all these light horsemen just kind of staggered here. It's very, very awkward positioning, as we do see a Pit of Shades coming in. And that Pit of Shades is going to be pretty nasty, as it does nail down the Kossars in the backfield, the Kislevite Spears. Getting a beautiful cast here, so returning the favor, Hoxa Miska plus the Kossars kind of hiding behind this crevasse are able to get some really, really good value, and now they're going to be shooting into the Marauder champions here. In the meantime, Boris getting in the fight. So Boris Ursus battling versus the Famir, and he's popping Fury of Urson and the Colossal Strike. So this man is going to do a lot of damage. Oh man, it almost looked like he just killed that thing, but the Balefiend took a big bear claw to the back and did get thrown down on the ground and took a lot of HP damage in the process. Now, House God of War, his second wave of reinforcements are going to be Norskin Ice Troll, so those guys are going to be on their way in, as well as some back pressure coming in here with some Hounds. So the Beasts of Tashnar are going to be looking to get on top of the Horse Archers, but the Horse Archers are getting good work done, and now Kislev calling out its heavy hitter. We are going to be seeing a Frostworm. Boris Ursus does get chased away by the Skin Wolf Werkin, but not before doing a lot of damage. And that is going to be the formula here for the forces of Kislev. If Kislev is able to finish off the Javelins and the Throwing Axes, the big beast here, the Frostworm, is going to be an absolute menace to deal with. So right now, we need to see Bostas get his archers and start focusing everything he can on the Marauder Hunters. Because otherwise, yeah, the Frostworm is just going to feast, right? So here we have Boris Ursus turning around, and I thought he was going to fight Wolfric, but he decides to go somewhere else. The Frostworm does get a nice little attack there, doing some damage, and now we have a bit of a monster mash fight. It looks like Boris is running in circles. I don't know what he's doing, but Frostworm's very, very good fighters, and the Hoxa Miska, once again, going to be going on the Marauder champions here. A mistake, in my opinion. You need to kill these, because they're the only thing that can really effectively deal with that Frostworm. So Horse Archers have re-rallied. Currently, Norska is sitting on the objectives, and we do see House God of War with a bit of a value lead. On the flanks, the Beasts of Tashnar get ripped apart, or they rip apart the light cav of Kislev as more armored Kossars, as well as some Kossovite dervishes are being called out. But this is a big fight here. This is a big game changer. We do see Bostas getting a good engagement. Wolfric gets slapped up. The Skin Wolf Werkin starts to lose here to the Frostworm, who's doing some cool breath attacks on that bad boy, while Boris Ursus battles out versus the Famir Balefiend. So much of the Norskin hero core really gets the base slapped on them right there. And they don't have any means of healing, whereas Kislev does. So that is certainly a frightening one indeed. Horse Archers pulling back. Marauder Champions with great weapons coming around the flank. So a lot of Norska's value is coming from the infantry fights, which they're winning, as well as the Pit of Shades. We do see another Pit of Shades coming down here on the far side, which is going to be cooking and roasting those armored Kossars, while Wulfric and the Skin Wolf can continue to fight it out. Condom Wolves being called in, so we do get the Skin Wolves. Skin Wolves are excellent in this matchup. They do very good against Kislev Cav. So Boris, as well as the Frostworm, trying to drag those bad boys down if they can, but this is going to be a mistake that probably will cost Boss Toss the game if he doesn't shut down these Javelins and these throwing axes. But he does get a really good Hawks of Miska. That's a beautiful cast right there. So it hits the Javelins. It also hits the Marauders and the other advancing Marauders, and it's going to be negative 16 leadership. So there's a chance that some of these units might just break and run after all is said and done. So zooming out, looking in the back, we do get the Mordheim Beowulfs being called in. A very, very nice anti-infantry unit, which should be very effective against the Beasts and the Marauder Champions. In the backfield, we do see Boris Ursus as well as a Frostworm duking it out and getting some good picks in the backfield. Marauder Champions probably will die relatively soon. Probably not worth charging in with all these Horse Archers, although maybe it will be the extra DPS you need. What does that sound? Oh man, it sounds like... So we live very close to a place where SpaceX launches their satellites and various stuff, and it's like you get these like random sonic booms like a couple times, like every couple weeks. Always a little bit startling there. But the Marauder Champions do get folded up. That charge ended up being the right decision, but... You know, Kislev does have a really scary hero squad and Monstar squad, so a little bit of Space Jam action. Laura Boat's getting in there, wrecking the Armored Kossars once again. But Housecat really doing incredibly well with his high-pressure playstyle. Just kind of, you know, pushing his opponents back, really keeping them on one objective. And if Housecat's able to get this objective here, well, yeah, you see what I'm saying about the hard pressure style? He also has some Marauder Spearmen coming up. But Housecat, his best factions are the Tomb Kings, probably in Norska. He's a very good Norskan player and very good... Very good Tomb Kings player as well. Kislev, though, is stabilizing its backfield a little bit. They are able to clean up some of the champions. The Mordheim Beowulfs are providing a lot of support. I'm really genuinely surprised we haven't seen a Patriarch out yet. Norska's hero core is in shambles, right? Like, we see Wulfric almost dead. The Werekin is almost dead. But the thing is, like, if you don't finish off those characters, they can still provide a lot of support. So a lot of stuff... Housecat is very good at preserving these elements of his army, and he has done a great job with that. Pit of Shades? No, that's going to be Hawks of Miska going down. That's going to be cooking the Javelin, so good play from Boss Toss. That's going to be securing a lot of freedom for his Dragon. But unfortunately, he loses his home objective. So the home objective is going to be wrestled, and Housecat is going to start taking a massive points lead as he's getting 3 victory tickets per second against Boss Toss, who's getting basically nothing. Horsemen charging in. They're going to be trying to brute force their way through these Marauders and the Bale Fiend. And here we get a bit of a pit fight as the Beowulfs as well as the Frostworm. Okay, this is where it can get scary for Norska, though. Now that we see a Patriarch out here, this is going to get big healing value, and that's going to give a big second win to the Kislevites as the Frost Trolls here probably are going to be breaking. Kislev calling out Streltsy, which I like. I think Streltsy are pretty badass in this matchup. They can put some big firepower down, but they are able to waste some of the Trolls. And at some point, though, they're going to need to get the home objective back. You got to start playing those points because these victory tickets are going to get out of control real soon. And Norska still has a bit of momentum here. They have a Norskan Ice Troll unit, Skin Wolves, but you know it's going to get folded up by Boss Toss's SE squad. It's very scary. So here comes the pit fight. Epic stuff. Boris Ursus, the Red Tsar, leading the charge with the Frostworm. A lot of anti-large versus anti-large. Skin Wolves are shaken and stirred, very damaged, and somehow all these Horse Archers for Boss Toss have been kept alive for most of this game. I don't think he's lost them, that's for sure. Skin Wolves here are going to be breaking, and it looks like Kislev might be back in the menu, but is it too late for them? I feel like we're going to have the makings of another super epic game here, as Norska is going to be calling in probably mostly infantry reinforcements to hold it down. Yeah, we got spears coming in, and the Streltsy going to be ripping shots into the advancing Norskan Wolves, but not if the Horse Archers get in front of them. It's going to be some obstruction, so here they come, forming ranks. Dude, Streltsy are such badass units. Yep, still able to get some shots. Unfortunately, they got blocked up, and these Horse Archers are going to cost them quite a bit. So Norska is going to be using a defensive strategy now and using the regeneration of their Trolls and the Werekin to buy some time and buy some value. Boss Toss has pulled the value lead here, but this objective is not going to be easy to get. We have a full health unit of Marauder Spears, which are pretty good leadership. They got 65, which isn't bad. And he needs to stop the bleeding, though. Like, he needs to get this point back ASAP. The bleeding is just brutal. He's hemorrhaging so many points right now by playing this very defensive posture because, you know, that's the push and pull of domination mode. If you want to just fight in your spawn and have the home field advantage of having summons in your back pocket, you're going to be yielding points, which is what makes it a balanced format. Very similar to what you see in other RTS games or other kind of Dawn of War style RTS games. User Joe, Happy New Year to you too, man. Thank you for the $10. I greatly appreciate it. And that is going to flip. All right, so Kislev is on the march back. Are they going to be able to brute force their way through, man? Not going to be easy. Norsca has very good staying power with the rage mechanic. The longer the Norskins fight, the more Unga they get. They get leadership, they get all sorts of good stuff, and now Skinwolves are rallying back. So this is going to be the final fight for the fate of the Changers Madhouse here, as the Hawks of Miska are going to be dropped once again on the Marauder Hunters. A very good choice. And here comes the Blitz of Kislev. So Mordheim Beowulfs coming in. The Marauder Spears at this point may have been a better target for the Hawks of Miska to try and break them off. Their leadership is steady. And the rampaging Kislev monsters, Boris Ursus, getting in there and slapping up the Norskins here. And we do see the Norse controls running, and the capture weight immediately starts to flip to Kislev. So Housecat's going to have to hunker down on his home objective. And we see waves of reinforcements coming out, but I think it's time to go Helm's Deep. Because you have to take the most opportune fight you can. Make them fight way far back so Kislev can't reinforce super quickly. But he's starting to get this objective. Definitely should stay the course, although the Spears here are value trading super effectively. They are killing these horsemen. They're going to be killing the Beowulfs, and there are more reinforcements coming in. Is he going to be able to flip it, ladies and gentlemen? He's leaving the Frostworm, and will Kislev hold it? Looks like Kislev might flip this, ladies and gentlemen. And now the big mobile core, Boris Ursus and his horsemen, and the Patriarch are going to be making a play for the home objective here. All right, we got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. On the home point, the Giga Chad Streltsies with their powerful bald haircuts are going to fight off the Norscan Ice Wolves. So the Norscan Ice Wolves probably will be routed by the Kislevites. Super cool. Streltsies are so rad. Although Norsca may be going to be able to get it. Probably not. I think Dervishes will come out and solve that problem. In the middle, the objective. Oh no, the objective got held by Norsca. Bastos might have gotten a little bit greedy. He should have stabilized this point before he left. You know, that now he's going to be still bleeding 2 points. I mean, on this side, maybe he's going to be able to get it. It looks like Wolfric is going to get slapped, though. Wolfric does get wrecked, and he is being hunted down by the Red Tsar, and Boris takes down the Hunter of Champions. Powerful, powerful Bear Rider with the Colossal Strike. That is so freaking cool. Boris Ursus is such a rad character. All right, so he's going to be able to get this objective, but it's a triple cap situation, and what are they calling in? Probably just going to be speed, and it looks like now the battle is going to be taking place on the middle. We got Spears and Marauders, a lot of units there. It ain't going to be easy, but with Wolfric dying, it will be that much easier. Ed Webb, thank you for the $9.99, a small token of appreciation for years of enjoying your content. Cheers to a great 2025. 2025, guys, is going to be freaking sweet. We're going to have some fun. Thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So now Kislev is going to be making its last stand. I mean, they're both making their last stands in a way. And I really like this play of sending multiple units of Marauders and Norscan Ice Trolls to objective number 3. Because, yeah, it really is going to be stretching Kislev thin. Dude, we're getting such good games here. Like, all these finals games that we've been having are just super close and super fun. On the home objective, Streltsy are also in danger of losing this, although they're maybe going to be able to get these Condom Wolves broken. By Our Blood is active, and we're going to see if that's going to matter. In the middle, Kislev is trying, but they've certainly encircled. The Spears have made a little bit of a circle, which is very fun. Kislev does have some armored Kossars heading to this objective, which is going to be able to fight the Trolls for a moment. But I think that it's over. I think Housecat's going to win it. It's what a good game, though. And I'm glad that Bastos got to play for his finals. I think that made it for much sweeter ending here. Wolfric, the legendary duelist, who can't win any duels. I know, it's a huge meme. Wolfric is actually a pretty bad duelist. He literally can't beat anybody, like any other armored fighter character with armor. So on the back, yeah, in danger of losing it. Kislev does have infantry coming up, but the Marauders are holding firm. We're not seeing the terror routes coming in. The Norskins, their Unga Bunga is strong. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a victory for the old school OG Housecat of War. Bastos, keep trying, brother. We're going to see you in the tournament finals again, and you will get your win. I believe it. I'm cheering for you, my fellow elder millennial. All right, that's over now. Housecat is just, he's going to take objective 3. His Trolls and Marauders are going to get this. And in the middle, Kislev is starting to get it, but it's just taking too long. It's not going to be enough time as the Armored Kossars are trying to fight it out. And Housecat is pressuring so many objectives, right? He's suddenly going to have pressure on this with these 3 units here. So just so much. GG, well played. What a great match, man. You can see this one starts to flip, but the home objective is easily going to be retaken. And that is going to be all she wrote. And that means I get to go eat dinner, which I have been extremely, extremely hungry for. And yeah, he's just a boatcaster. That's true, yeah. Wolfric is a boatcaster who hunts down weaker characters. He's like a bully character. He's not good at fighting like equal fights. All right, guys, GG, well played. The Norscan Unga Bunga is strong, monkey strong together, and they proved it here today. A valiant effort from Bastos. Honestly, this seems like a very even matchup. Kislev versus Norsca seems very fun. So, GG, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys are having a great holiday. If you enjoyed it, do drop a like on the way out. And I am going to go eat dinner now. But congratulations to Housecat and to Bastos for those Chad plays. We had a great run there, so that was very, very fun. All right, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Thank you all for watching. Wookiee bless you. And that is going to be it for tonight. Cheers.